closest thing to what we were doing would be Pearl Jam in that kind of, big, long, drawn-out songs, ballads, and stuff like that. So we knew there was a chance, but we were playing with 7 other bands at the time, all of which we thought were way.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello. Oh, my God. Great to see y'all.
Thank you. You too.
Great to see y'all.
Couple of us extra tired this morning, huh? Out late last night?
What happened to you guys?
No, not me.
Booty.
Oh.
No, I slept great.
I didn't sleep well, but I wasn't out. I was just hot. Hot flashes at night.
Oh, you don't got the AC on?
No, I do have the AC on, and I have the ice packs on, and I have the fan on, and I'm still burning up. It's perimenopause, and it sucks.
Perimenopause, huh?
Yeah.
No, my wife's out of town. I had the whole bed. I explored the whole thing.
Right on.
Rolling around.
Saw every corner, huh?
I'm like, I'm going to use all the pillows.
Checking borders.
Made a pillow for it. I was hiding in there. I'm like, nobody could see me.
Yeah.
It was great. No, Scott and Moon went to the Cardinal game last night.
You're darn right we did.
It was awesome.
Funsies.
And then we went to the east side and stayed there.
Yeah, nice.
Whoa.
Nice. Made a whole,
You went
made a
to
whole night of
Brooklyn?
it, huh?
What did I tell you about that?
No, they didn't go that far out, just to Charlotte. It's right across the river.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump from the stadium. The Sauget Ballet.
Yeah.
It's just a twirl around a pole away from the stadium.
I haven't heard that turn of phrase in a long time. The Sauget Ballet.
I've never heard that. And
Oh, you've never heard that?
No. That's hilarious.
Hey, you've heard that before, right?
Probably.
No?
I don't know. It's not top of mind, but I've heard
The
a lot.
Sauget Ballet. Uh-huh.
Ah,
Just to
yes.
class it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Arts and culture, for sure.
Yeah, I heard a lot of funny nicknames for different areas of our community, for sure.
I always say, like, Pops is nestled in the cleavage of 2 strip clubs.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's right there in the middle.
I love how well-known East St. Louis is.
Everybody knows East St.
Everybody.
Louis.
Every band that would come through knows East St. Louis.
So if that were the case, if Pops with a tattoo between the cleave, what is the gas station? Is that the navel? That's
Yeah, that's
like
the
the belly
name.
button.
That's the third.
That's the Audi belly button.
the gas station where you bet on horses or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the OTB attached.
What's OTB?
Off-track betting.
Okay, yeah, then that's what I remember.
I'll
I've never
check
been in there.
betting.
I've heard so many things about it.
I don't know if it's still an OTB. It used to be. It used to be an OTB. I don't know if are there any OTBs anymore?
I don't know. A friend of mine caught an OTB over there on the east side.
Yeah, antibiotics cleared that up.
There was a big one in Alton.
Let me see. OTB.
Max. Was it called Max? Off-track betting? Go bet all the horses.
On the ponies.
There was a little scandalous in there. I went a couple times.
I would just hear stories all the time
Wilder
about that
days.
gas station right there.
Yeah.
Mostly entertaining stories.
I bought some good sunglasses from that gas station one
You
time.
did?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Leave
Right
Pops
before
at like
you went.
6 a.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say right before you went into the Oz or out of Pops.
Yeah, out of Pops.
At a certain time, you couldn't go into the gas station. All transaction had to be done through a very thick layer of glass.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I've said this on the show before, but I would love to them to open up the spreadsheets on sunglass sales at that gas station. I bet it's #1 in the country.
Oh, yeah.
I bought at least 3,500 pairs of sunglasses every time I'd walk out of Pops like a vampire at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After being at the Oz and then moving it over to the Pops and then getting kicked out. sleeping
Everybody
in my
makes
car.
that sound when they walk out of Pops or the Oz, and it's daylight. You go,
Yeah, dusk till dawn.
Gotta make the
What a
drive.
coincidence. The night that I decided to stay out all night was the night before the brightest day in history.
crazy.
Whoa.
How do humans do this?
They should put a couple windows in here.
Should we do an all-nighter party at
No.
Pops? Oh,
It'll take me a week and a half. It'll take me a week and a half to
Yeah,
recover.
I've done
honestly,
so much
Really?
all-nighter stuff for the show.
I can't do it anymore.
And slowly it just became unsustainable. I couldn't do it.
I know.
Like, 10 years ago, I could do it 2 or 3 times in a week. Now,
The last true overnighter I pulled was when we stayed at the Bass Pro Shop.
yeah, and that even that hurt a little bit. And we were
stayed
having
24 hours
fun.
at the Bass Pro Shop, and it took a while to recover.
I'm still recovering right now
Yeah, I took a little
Yeah.
nap inside a tent.
from that.
Did you sleep? I
Well, we
know-
were all talking.
I
Remember,
couldn't
they had that
sleep.
area set up for us, and there was a tent with a nice bed. And we were sitting there talking, and the next thing I know that someone's like, hey, we got to get going. And I'm like, oh, I guess I dozed off.
Well, so you slept. I did not sleep. I know Jeff slept. Did you sleep?
I don't think I did because I was raising the bikes and then I was fishing in the
I think
tank.
it was at the very end. Like, it was
Without the
probably
hooks.
5 in the
We took
morning.
the hooks out.
Did you? They have the fluorescent lights on the entire time, so it's like lit up in there.
I
not
think
all of them.
our area was not lit like that, but the store itself
The store was lit up.
Yeah.
So we moved all the racks out of the main. Well, I don't know what you call them. Aisles, I guess. You know, like the paved ones. And we took those e-bikes that are just the coolest freaking things on earth. We were racing those, man. We turned the whole place into a racetrack.
Yeah.
It was
Those
incredible.
things are awesome. When was the last time you pulled an all-nighter?
Ooh,
Like you're up
like up till the sun comes up.
till the sun comes up.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know when the last time was. It's been a long time.
Rafe?
L.A.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, a couple times.
Oh, I wonder why you got sick.
Because I touched too many crosswalks. I touched too many crosswalk buttons that had unhoused doo-doo all over them.
I felt like such
And
an
I
idiot
brought it back.
because I texted you something when you were in LA. You were like, "Why are you tweeting at like midnight?" Because it was all my scheduled posts for Monday Night Metal.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what I said. Right whenever I woke up at 4 or whatever, and I was like, "Go to sleep." And you're like, "I'm not asleep." And you sent me this photo of you partying your ass off in LA. And I actually called Rafe on my way into work, and I was like, "I want to party." And talked to him he'd been up all freaking
Yeah.
night.
All
Just fueled by coffee or cocaine?
just coffee. Coffee and I think that I have muscle memory. I partied so hard for so long that my body's like, I would imagine it's like being an athlete. Like those guys probably slide like, I'm sure all those old pro athletes can slide right back into their swing. You know what I mean? Just take a couple cuts and be like, all right, I remember my body remembers this.
Yeah. I remember.
My body I have party in my DNA where it's like when it's happening, once I push past a certain time, I'm like, okay, autopilot.
Flip a switch.
Yeah, my brain's like, I know
You
what
have
this
awoken
is.
the beast.
Yeah, my brain is like, you're not fueling me the way I want. I'm used to being fueled, but I can handle this.
Yeah, there is a line where the emergency power kicks in.
Yeah.
It's like your lights are dimming, your lights are dimming, your lights are dimming. Oh,
Yeah,
all the
then
lights
they'll
are off, and then it goes.
Yeah. Somebody turns on the generator.
Yeah, the inside all of a sudden, like the lights are on. They're all red now,
Yeah.
but the lights are on.
You're like Kramer with the chicken and the next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry.
There's like a little
Kenny
symbol.
Rogers Roasters.
Honestly, you're right, dude. There's
That's
about,
exactly what happens.
and I think it's about.
It's not until your body dies, though. As soon
Yeah.
as you die inside, then it goes.
It's 3 a.m. for me. At 3 a.m. when I'm barely holding on, there's a little Samuel Jackson inside me with a cigarette hanging out. I was like, hold on to your butts.
Yeah. It's a two-key system where you got to turn the key at the same time to get it going.
Yeah.
A 2-key bump system, actually.
Yes.
That's why we should tap into it to see how we're doing.
No, we're not doing good. I'm telling you.
We're not doing good.
Dude,
We're not
Like
doing
we were thinking,
well.
Lern.
That happens. That whole emergency power thing happens at shows. It happened in wherever I was in Germany. Because
Oh,
every
yeah.
time I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired, and it's like, oh cool, we don't go on stage until 10:40 tonight, and like, oh, and then I got to fly home and I got to be up
Yeah,
and on the air at 6 a.m. the next
Well,
day.
It's
You're
also
killing
called,
me.
It's also called adrenaline. That helps.
I do that a
It
lot, too,
definitely
on the
helps.
road. Yeah. If I got like a 5, I'm sure Moon does this too, man. Because a 5 a.m. flight always sounds good in theory. Because you're just like, get home on Sunday and I'll have the whole day to myself. And then it's 2 a.m. on Saturday night and I'm leaving the club. I got a flight. I got to be at the airport in like 2.5 hours. Like, it's not worth laying down, so I'll kick it into party gear.
Yeah.
I'll put on a movie at the hotel, drink a cup of coffee, and I'll be like, I'll sleep on the plane. So my body's just I'm kind of proud about it. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's like an old cage fighter that just remembers all the moves, you know? 3 a.m. it just kicks in, dude, and I'm ready to be like, who wants to go to the east side?
Right.
There's not even an east side of L.A. There is, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, you don't go there. You don't go there. But
I definitely hit the sweet spot of tired yesterday.
well, Moon and King Scott went to the game last night.
Yeah.
The emergency power did not kick on.
And you sat in those party box seats.
Oh, the party patio, guys.
party
It's
patio.
difficult,
The
man.
Raptors were out.
That's the coolest. Yeah. It was. Those are the coolest seats.
The temperature was perfect. Whole 9 yards. Like everything about it was just.
Well, and it was a great
Stunning.
game, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those that
was a great
somehow I
defensive
go
game. Pitching.
Pitchers are always excellent whenever I'm at a Cardinals game. And so there's zero. I'm like, come on, let's have home
Zero
runs. Let's get
offense.
some hits.
There
I wanna
was
see some-
0 hits.
Can we
for
have bad
8
pitching
innings.
for just a couple minutes and be fun?
The Post-Dispatch called it one of the most riveting games in the season.
Because of the pitching.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, Michaelis had a no-hitter going into the 7th.
And
He was
he
awesome.
had a perfect game until he walked a guy. Like he was, and Skeens, who people, not even Pirates fans, were tuning into yesterday's
Yes.
game to
He was a
watch
rookie.
this guy. Yeah, he's incredible. So it was a hell of a game. And the problem is, I'm trying to get my kids into baseball. They do not like baseball. And my son was teasing me. He's like, I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about and shout out different things. And I was like hoping something would happen so I could explain it to him. And the whole time I'm like, well, it's a pitching duel. These guys are
It's not.
Yeah.
they're putting on a pitching clinic. And how am I supposed to teach my
I
kid
know, yeah.
the excitement of baseball?
Yeah, we used to have the Bash Brothers. When we
Yeah.
were in our formidable years as young baseball fans. It was
Yeah.
all about home runs.
And instead I'm like, what? He just threw a 93-mile-an-hour splitter. And he's like, what does that mean? I was like, never mind, man.
It all looks the same no matter what
Yep.
speed it's
especially
going.
from that, especially sitting out there. You're in extreme right field,
Yeah.
next to the foul pole.
Yeah.
You can't. You're sitting on Adirondack chairs.
Yep. Which is awesome. Holy cow.
They give you food allowance. So what? $100 a ticket?
Yes, and we were
Yeah.
trying to beat the house. My son goes, well, can I have a cheeseburger? I said, you can have whatever you want. He goes, well, can I have 2 cheeseburgers? And the cheeseburgers and fried meals are $18.95. And I looked at it, I was like, whoa.
You're like, sweet.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Yeah, but
So-
I ate your money.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
two.
Moon bought me ice cream yesterday.
Yeah.
That was very
Yeah.
nice.
It was on me.
Free food?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the tickets had a $100 food voucher on them. So my son, he blasts through 60
ticket?
per ticket.
Yeah, per ticket. It's incredible.
My son blasts through like $60 worth of something on his, and I was like, oh, well, helmet nachos? Do I get a
Helmet
helmet?
nachos?
Yeah, put some helmet nachos.
Helmet nachos.
I'll have 2 helmets.
Yeah, they're like, you want your water in a souvenir cup? I was like, yes, I do. Everything's souvenir. We're going home with prizes.
Oh yeah, of course, souvenir.
So we went home with 3 helmets.
That's all. We
3
went home
helmets,
with
2 souvenir cups.
we went home with I think like 6 or 8 bags of those peanuts, the ones in the shells. My wife loves those, so we just went shopping afterwards. Like, I got to get rid of this money.
It was awesome. I'll tell you what, though.
How many family members did you bring?
We were supposed to bring 4, ended up bringing both the boys, and then one of the boys brought a friend. But
Yeah,
then my daughter had to work. We didn't realize that, so
Okay,
she
so
had
how
to
many?
work in the other. We brought 3 kids.
So you had $300. Well, plus yourself and your wife.
And the wife, yeah.
So you have $500.
$500 worth of food.
And then,
the food.
and then Allison and I included, we could all.
Yeah, $700.
$700 worth of food. Ballpark.
Great
food.
deal.
We probably only got through $200.
I know. I'm so bummed.
You should have really gone for the more expensive stuff.
So
Because they got some gourmet things now.
Oh no, we got brisket. We got Ben and Jerry's. We got Dippin' Dot ice cream or whatever they're calling it now.
It's ice cream of the future.
Yeah, in the helmet. What else did we get? There is
Carbondale, Illinois.
there's like an Asian. There's like a noodle bar type
Yeah,
thing.
I wanted to get that, but that line was crazy.
They got a Mission Taco over there.
Okay,
Like,
all right, so you did it up.
We were
Yeah.
moving around.
I bought a bucket of worms for Fred Bird. He was hungry, and
That's nice.
yeah.
Here's the Fred Bird.
Fred Bird.
Here's the problem with yesterday's game, because it was a pitching duel. It was like the 6th inning. It was 7:00. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it was just flying.
Oh, quick.
So I didn't want to get up too much because I was like, this game's going to be over
When'd
by
you guys
8:45. We left in the 9th. So they brought in Helsley, and he throws 4 balls and walks the first batter. And we're like, oh god, this is Helsley's day.
Yeah, it was 0-0 going into the ninth.
Yeah,
0-0 going into the ninth.
should have
He
left
was
Michael.
very kind last night. I thought it was sweet of him.
And they didn't turn off the lights. They did the Hell's Bells thing, but they didn't turn.
That's
off
they
why
took
he
the lights
didn't
off.
crush it.
He wound up giving up 2 runs. And
He took the loss,
They got 1 back in the ninth.
which went to right field, which would have been really close to us.
Thank you,
So
Gorman.
you left right when there was actual excitement.
I know. We were listening to the game on the way back, and we heard, back. It might go. And all I thought was, it might go. That means like right by the wall. And it was like, right field, home run. I was like, no!
Yeah, my car was in between the Tums building and the stadium, and the fireworks went off, and I'm like, well, something just happened. This
Well,
is good.
the most riveting game of the season, you 2 left during the most riveting part.
Well, they had
You're
to get
welcome.
up.
Well,
I know,
we
no, I
got
appreciate
work,
it.
bro.
Guess what? I was home in about 20 minutes, so worth
I
it.
was
You
not.
beat the traffic.
We had to drive all over St. Louis to drop kids off and pick kids up.
And I bragged to him. I was like, I'm already home.
Yeah, I wasn't in bed
beat the
until
traffic.
11 something. Which for me, dude, is just like, that's not the right zone. That's like I'd almost rather be up until 1 and just get a couple hours sleep than be actually deep sleeping by the time my alarm goes off, because I'm just slow. I'm molasses today. The coolest, or the only downside I would say with those seats is, so you're right in right field, and the sun's setting over here, right on the west, so you're looking right at it.
Right.
And when the sun is right in your face like that, and there's a lot of lefties on both teams, I was like nervous. I was like, if a ball comes up here, I'm going to lose it. It's going to hit me square in the face.
Well, once you see people start to stand up,
Yeah.
you're in your own little zone. So.
You're in your zone, but I'm like, I was wearing sunglasses and I had my hat real low, and I'm like, guys, pay attention, lefty.
But I had a kid's face ready to put in front of mine,
Right,
just
which is what you do.
yeah.
Which is what you do. Hey, got any adventures planned this summer? Lern, any adventures planned this summer?
No. I mean, no. I wish. I want
just
to.
did
I want to be
one.
more adventurous, but I don't have any planned, no.
Like, I don't think we have any adventures as a family. But we're going away in August. But there's no like a.
It's not an adventure?
I
We're
guess it
planning
is.
some. We were talking about that. We're doing an Alabama adventure to see some family, but that's always, I mean, going down to a lake, you can always make some sort of adventures. I would love to do Silver Dollar City because we didn't get to do it last
I mean,
year.
I'm talking like mountain climbing or camping in a national park.
Well, we want to take the RV to Colorado.
That's an adventure.
Yeah, that's an adventure.
We want to rent from Byerly and take it out to Colorado, but I don't know when we're going to do that.
So a new poll found 58% of us wish we were more adventurous and did things like mountain climbing or even camping in a national park.
Yeah.
And we totally would do that stuff if it was easier and more luxurious.
Oh, man.
gosh.
So adventurous.
Rent the RV, dude.
Have you seen
You can make it that way.
a lot of parks around the area now have where it's in between glamping and camping, but they'll have the like a little patio set up with a tent
The yurt?
already there for you, and you're off the ground. It's nice.
Guys, I'm about to make it very uncomfortable to be outside.
Okay.
I've got some stories.
Oh, no.
Let's ruin
All right,
summer.
I'm
Here
ready.
we go. We're
By the way,
I'm going to ruin adventures.
6:24 a.m.
you're not a camper, right? You're not a tent camper.
Not anymore.
So the yurt thing would not be luxurious to you.
No, but a nice RV would. That'd be fun.
Yeah, dude, renting the RV was like, it's spoiled us.
So people were asked why they don't venture out into nature as much as they'd like. And the number one answer was bugs.
Okay.
Insects and pests are the top things holding people back. And running into wildlife is next. That's so it's insects and pests and then running into wildlife as reasons why we don't go outside anymore.
Yes.
Or go camping or do anything in nature.
Guys, I saw a dead black bear on the side of the road driving through Wisconsin.
You're kidding.
And that's the first time that I've ever seen a bear in the wild, and it was dead.
How do you know he was dead?
Well, he was on the side of the road, and he wasn't moving.
This is why hitchhiking
what?
is so
Check on
dangerous.
me.
He's faking it.
Is that the oldest trick in the book?
Yeah,
The oldest
those,
trick in the
those
book. You just
Wisconsin
watch it and
Bears
think-
are known for
But-
faking it.
I have this weird fear that I'm either going to get mauled by a bear or a big old mountain lion if I go out too far into the woods, or I'm going to get eaten by hammerhead shark if I go into the water. So
I got all
Hammerhead
that stuff for you. I got all that stuff
Yes.
for you in this edition
Let's
of
go.
Let's Ruin Nature
Dude,
on the Riz Show.
we camped in the yurts at Yosemite, me and Mallory, and these guys were calling me bear food because it was like the articles
yeah.
were coming out about like, hey, this is when the bears are coming out. Make sure you don't have your food in your tent, you idiots, and that whole thing. And man, I was hoping, like, please let me see a bear. And when it's like in the middle of the night and you're going from your yurt to try to find a bathroom, and it's like you are out in Yosemite and they're talking about bears waking up and being hungry. It was kind of nerve-wracking, and yet still never saw a bear. I just want to see one
Well,
closer.
okay, so insects and pests, running into wildlife, worries about getting lost, not being near a bathroom, running out of food or water.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the top 5 reasons why we don't adventure out in nature. And a lot of us have, adventure bucket lists. Our top must-see destinations are Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon. And we'd love to cross everything off our list by the age of 56. But again, bugs exist, and we probably won't.
Golly.
I'd also like to add to that list going off the grid. I know it's very trendy to say I'm going off the grid. I like to have a cell phone reception just in case I need to call a medic helicopter to come get me.
Doesn't 911?
So-
Yeah, your phone we'll do that.
Yeah, because send
Even
off
if you're out of
Oh,
even
really?
if you're
The
out of bars.
SOS
Yeah.
signal? Okay, that makes me feel better.
Not everywhere though, right?
Oh.
I thought so.
Talking about like a satellite thing.
Oh, I thought your phone is able to connect to like Starlink or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know about
Because it
that.
kicks into 911 mode.
There's still a couple places that we
It'll
go.
say SOS.
Yeah.
Like your phone will say SOS on it.
Yeah, and it'll have a little
Means you're a
satellite thing.
sack of
Mine says SOL.
Yeah.
I'm in the woods.
I'm pretty sure there's still a couple places that we go. One is in Shawnee National Forest that there is zero, and
Yeah.
I mean there are signs that say, "Hey, you have no chance of cell service out here. Just know that."
That's so nice.
Well, in front of me, I've got 3 different categories.
Oh, great.
Do we want to go, and we're going to get to all of them. Do we want to go sharks, bears, or snakes first?
Let's do sharks.
Okay, yeah, let's go sharks.
oh,
Curious why a hammerhead is going to eat. Is it because it's the funniest shark to die from?
yeah, that's like
You know
takes
what
a-
it was?
yeah,
And I'm
bites.
going to blame the zoo on this. Because when you walk into the St. Louis Zoo, which I love, you see the hammerhead shark and the great white shark hanging from the little foyer lobby area.
Yeah, in the living room.
And dude, like, I just feel like that's how I'm going to go. Like, that thing is so bizarre looking and like, it's like a little
Are hammerheads harmless?
murderous
No,
vacuum cleaner of the sea
Oh,
or
they'll
something.
attack. I mean, they can.
They do
attack.
they? I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not gonna.
I don't like its eyeballs.
There's
I
a
don't
place
like
in
Oh, the
this.
side of the heads.
When I scuba dove in Costa Rica, they were like, there's a place called Bad Island, and they're like, it's the hammerhead breeding ground, and they're peaceful when they're breeding, and it's all females. And they're like, you can dive, and there'll be like 700 hammerhead sharks above you. You go down to the bottom, and they
no
had
thanks.
like pictures of them like swirling, and they look like bats, like in a cave because there's so many of them. And I was like, I don't want to go on that trip. Take me to the easy one. Take me to the regular one.
Well, you know
Or I
what-
might see a shark.
You know what freaked me out when I was a kid was hearing stories of the guys that escaped Alcatraz.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So how many were there? 4 guys that
3.
3 guys, and they never were seen again, and they were
Supposedly.
Which is the point of a
right of escape.
Of escaping? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
So
they're
that's either
saying-
a great
but
success
but they were
story
saying
or-
they probably didn't make it to shore because they were that shark infested waters out there.
Is that just the man, giving me a false sense of security?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you have 3 guys that successfully escaped, of course they didn't make it over there.
That's
Because you don't
right.
want the rest of the crew on that island to know that you can make it.
They're
And-
probably eaten by sharks.
Yeah, that's what
I know they were
saying.
saying they were eaten by sharks.
That's what I would
Chances
say too.
are.
If
I would
if I
too.
wanted everybody to stay in the prison, not try it.
The boss who was in Florida all last week, he came into the office yesterday and said, "Man," and I forget where were they? Santa Rosa, Florida. I think they were on the Panhandle
Okay.
somewhere. He said, "Man, the last day we were there, there were shark attacks about 3 miles away
Yeah,
from."
my buddy was on the beach in between the two attacks. 'Cause there's
Headline:
2 attacks and 3 people hurt.
Florida beaches open after shark attacks injure woman and 2 teens. What we know. 2 teenagers and a woman were injured in 2 shark attacks less than 2 hours apart on Friday. This is in the Florida Panhandle, where a lot of Missourians go to vacation.
And people want to live one day. Yes.
Dude, he's got video of the beach too. He said because they closed the beach briefly, and then he opened it. They opened it, and he's videoing it, going, "Would you go back in this thing?"
No,
How do they know when to open it?
Yeah, you got to follow Jarrett from Bowling for Soup. Like he's doing this whole Florida vacation thing on his Instagram, and he was right there and showing the beach where it happened. And he was like, I'm not going back in this thing. Why would I?
The woman lost her lower left arm
Oh, my gosh.
and suffered significant trauma to other areas of her body.
Wait a minute. Lower left arm. What does that mean?
I mean,
Her hand?
My elbow down.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I get
you
it.
lose your hand,
Were these
or you
both-
could lose your
Were these bull sharks?
Was she wearing red?
bull shark.
shark.
Bull sharks.
Yeah, she was wearing red then.
The mother of one of the teens said the girl's hand had been taken and her right leg had to be amputated.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh!
Both incidents happened near Miramar Beach and Panama City Beach on the Gulf.
Those are nice areas too. White
No,
sand.
thank you.
Beaches in Walton and Bay counties were closed Friday, reopened Saturday morning with warnings. The Walton County Sheriff's Office and Florida Fish and Wildlife monitored the shoreline by boat through the weekend. Panama City Beach police in the Sheriff's Office helicopter Saturday reported seeing a notable presence of sharks, specifically bull sharks, near the first incident. So, the first incident, 1:20 p.m. Friday, 45-year-old woman swimming with her husband past the first sandbar near Founders Lane in Watersound Beach that's west of Seacrest Beach when she was bitten. She received significant trauma to the midsection and pelvic area, as well as amputation of the left lower arm.
Wow.
Oh, God.
About an hour later, about just before 3 o'clock, two girls, 15 and 17, swimming with friends looking for sand dollars in waist-deep water near the Sandy Shores Court area of Seacrest Beach. About 4 miles east of the first bite, the girls were swimming just inside the first sandbar. Victim 1 received significant injuries to one upper and lower extremity. Victim 2 received what's being described as flesh wounds to the right lower extremity.
And that's
Florida.
a bummer. That's that shallow of water, and they got.
Well, that's why
Yeah, shallow, waist-deep water.
That's why it's bull sharks. Bull sharks like the shallow stuff, and they have like no like
Chill? Yeah, no chill at all. Damn.
no preferences. They say those are the ones too that can like come up rivers and like stay in brackish water and even
It's
like
one they
fresh water
found
here
in
and there.
Mississippi.
Yeah, they said like if you go to Australia, there's a river. I think it's in Sydney or Brisbane or somewhere, and they're like, oh yeah, people try to swim across this thing, and every single year somebody's eaten by bull sharks.
I'm
even,
good.
even though it's a freshwater river.
Not
You
cool,
good?
man.
Okay.
I like
good?
to just lay. Again, I've promoted this before. If you just sit on the beach where the waves, can just rush over you, it's lovely. You get a tan. You might see a little something.
Now, listen, with the millions of people that go to the beach every year, I mean,
It's like 50.
What are the chances?
Right.
This is the hot spot though, especially for bull sharks. It's like
This year is pretty bad in Florida.
March to June or March to July. It's like early spring, early summer, or spring, early summer.
That's why I like that area. I told Tommy that yesterday. The Emerald Isle, if you will, is I'm very Midwestern. I'm not necessarily scared of the water, but I like to see what's down there. And it's crystal clear, and at least you got a chance.
Oh, you can see
You
it
get in
coming.
brackish, like Atlantic side, or you get down a little further in the Panhandle where the water's not clear and you can't really see what's in there with you waist deep. Not as chill of a vacation.
Yeah, well, my in-laws are on the Atlantic side, and they have a gorgeous beach right across from their condo, but it's, you can't see to the bottom.
Man.
You can't see to the bottom. No, you're out.
I think
out.
I like
No.
it too much. I don't care.
I
I'm
don't
like, whatever part, I'll jump in.
Well, that's why a lot of people like Cozumel and maybe there's a couple places where sharks aren't there. Like traditionally, it's just like they're shark-free waters. And I want to say it was the Bahamas and southern parts of Cozumel where all the scuba diving happens. There's like this just isn't there's just no sharks.
Yeah, but you got to worry about other stuff. You got to worry about like jellyfish and,
And barracudas.
stuff.
I'm cool.
Barracudas.
I'm cool on everything but sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all good.
Okay, there's a shark thing. All right, I'm going to put something else into the pile.
Okay.
We could go bears, snakes, or bulls.
Let's go snakes. Let's just.
Oh, this story.
Bears,
I
snakes, or
love boots.
bulls?
Let's do it.
Dude, this is horrible, this one.
What is this? Is it snakes
This is
or bulls?
snakes.
Okay.
Now, I always, one of my rules to live by is assume everything's a cobra. Assume every snake is a cobra.
If it's a rope, it's a nope.
Yep. Yep. The little rope nopes.
Is
Or
this-
nope ropes.
Nope ropes.
Nope ropes. The death of a mother of 4 in Indonesia looked like something out of a Grizzly horror flick because the woman was eaten by a massive snake.
Please stop.
Holy smokes! Does this
are
have
we
something to do with that
talking
video?
about?
There's a video making its way around, and it's straight out of the movie Anaconda. Remember how like that snake was like going through the river, and it was just this enormous freaking dinosaur.
Oh man.
There's a real video of one of those things flying through a river, and it's like it's the biggest snake you've ever seen.
This happened last Thursday. Again, this is Indonesia.
Okay.
Happened last Thursday when a woman named Farida was making her way through the forest to go to a market near her house. She lived in Kuala Pang, which is an agriculture province, so it's, pretty rural Indonesia.
Dense. Yeah.
During a walk, the snake reportedly slithered up to her, sank its teeth into her leg before wrapping itself around her body,
Oh my God.
strangling the life out of her. Then, as if that's not bad enough, the snake swallowed her entire corpse, starting with her head.
That's like John Voight in Anaconda at the end.
Exactly. It's Owen Wilson. Remember, you can see his body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and so
What? Wow.
Wow.
So she gets eaten by the snake. The husband, who's like,
Is my wife.
where's my wife? He's concerned. He hadn't heard from her in a while. He rounded up some locals to go look for her. The next day, they continued to hunt for her. They found a 20-foot python in a wooded area with its stomach protruding. And this is all on video, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
This is all on video.
Did you look at the video? You did. This is what you were looking at this morning. I'm not watching this.
I wonder why you're
No,
smiling
that's not
so
that
much.
video.
Yeah,
That's
this is a different video.
Moon's got another video of an anaconda slithering across a river, which is
Do the one he's going across a highway. That was just filmed.
Dude, I'm going to turn around. It's going to be Dolly Parton.
no.
Hey, I'm going to let that sit for a few weeks.
So-
It's coming, though, but when you
So
least suspect
they
it.
find this 20-foot python with in a wooded area with the stomach protruding. The husband and others sliced it open with machetes, and yes, it was their worst fears. The wife was dead inside the snake.
No, thank you.
Now, TMZ, they interviewed like a snake expert, and he tells in disturbing, kind of fascinating detail what most likely occurred when the python attacked. Now, he's confident that the snake ambushed the woman near a game trail and immediately started coiling around her. I mean, those anacondas, those pythons are so strong.
I know.
So probably bit her and then just immediately started coiling around her entire body.
Can you imagine its mouth? I mean, that thing is, it's the head, it's the same size as our heads, that thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And the good news is, he's confident the snake
Oh, my gosh.
did it, and she lost consciousness within seconds.
So it's
'cause
quick.
It knocked her out.
Yeah, certainly no longer than a minute, which is a good thing because as the
gosh.
python
Look at that.
constricts, blood is pushed to the top and bottom of your body, which would result in a heart attack.
Oh, my God.
So you'd probably be dead within seconds anyway.
Before all your bones are crushed?
It wouldn't. Yeah, before your bones are crushed. And he says, as with any meal, the snake starts ingesting the woman by the head, so her limbs could go down smoothly.
Wow, look at this thing, dude.
Wowie,
It's slithering away, and it's got, I mean,
Yeah, right.
that is crazy.
You'd think if you live in that kind of rural area, you were carrying weapons with you if you're going
Yeah.
through.
Now, this a snake expert says, there's a lot of fake social media clips of snakes eating people. And
Yeah.
those are far more common than actual real incidents of this happening. He says it's rare. Snakes don't purposely hunt humans. They just hunt when they're hungry. So it's a matter of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You're telling me the husband was there when they were cutting his wife out of this?
Oh yeah, he led the hunt.
He probably was the first one that dove in, you know? I mean, hopefully.
And he's the one that found her in the shed?
That's awful.
Oh my gosh, dude! Look at this. Look, I'm guessing one of these people are the husband.
Yeah, I think
Literally
the guy
cutting this thing open.
in the
Over
yellow
here?
shirt.
Oh,
How, I wonder how long it takes, like now that anaconda ate that woman, now how long does that last in the anaconda's body?
Oh, how
until-
long does it take to digest?
to digest
I
until
would imagine
they're hungry
wow.
again?
Moon, how long did it take for the rats?
you
your
really,
boots,
you really
yeah.
couldn't see the lump in the thing after a couple days.
Really? Wow.
Now, it was a
Small snake.
small
This is-
python eating a small rat.
Small human.
But yeah, I mean, these things will take down deer and alligators, right?
Anacondas can go weeks or months without eating after a large meal because they have such slow metabolism. So it can take 3 to 4 months to digest their food.
Wow. Yeah, so it's not like she was alive when she was eaten.
Right.
Okay.
So she was most definitely dead already before being devoured. Still a terrible death.
Sure.
Yeah, and like
Very sad.
I trust those stats about 60%. Who's doing the field research on that?
What do you mean?
The snake expert that's like, well, she was passed out. How the hell do you know? You weren't there. You weren't there, bruh.
Yeah, but he's observed.
A human? How many
Well,
humans has he
know-
seen get eaten?
Well, he knows what it's like when one of these snakes
Attacks.
eats a big, a deer, a game. I don't know. So, killer python devours mother of 4.
Dang.
Okay, so we should go. Let's go. Oh, let's go bears.
Must have had a nice butt.
Let's what?
Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hon. We all know
okay.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So mix a lot.
I am a snake expert, dude.
Okay. Yeah, you listened to that song once or twice.
Yeah.
Listen to Anaconda by Nicki Minaj. Really good remix.
Scared of bears, huh? Bears on the move in Missouri.
All right. Where are they going?
Ooh, I
They
heard
packing
about
up and they going to the county?
No, they're moving into into the county.
What
Oh,
county?
yeah.
They're
St.
moving
Louis
out of the
County?
city into the county. Probably buying a house in O'Fallon, one of those.
They're moving west. Oh, let me guess.
250K?
Winceville.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
county?
they're moving out to West County.
Let me
or
guess. They
out-
built a
out into
new
O'Fallon.
house in
Yeah.
Winceville.
It's a fixer-up.
They're all going to be neighbors with no
No,
trees.
buying one of those, subdivision houses.
Oh, very good. Good for you, Bear.
And this is from Fox 2. Although it's officially not summer until next week, summer vacation season has begun in earnest. But it's not just Missourians who are taking trips. Oh, no. Our bear counterparts are on the move, too. The Missouri Department of Conservation says bears are typically moving in the spring and early summer. And they've already received reports of black bear sightings in the St. Louis metro region in the past month. The state's black bear population grows 8% each year.
Dang
Missourians in highly populated areas like St. Louis and St. Charles counties are more likely to see or encounter the bears.
it. Okay, what to do if you see a black bear?
We got.
So we need bear
I-
spray for sure.
Yeah.
now.
I
That'd be
got
so
what
cool.
they say to do.
Okay, I need the deets.
Don't sleep in their bed.
Okay, that's number 1. No
Do
porridge.
not like that.
No porridge.
Get rid of all the
No
oatmeal at your
porridge.
house.
Missouri's
leave-
black bear population is estimated to be around 990 animals.
Don't leave half-eaten candy bars outside. Everybody knows that's all you got to wear.
Or your picnic basket.
Yeah, do not have a picnic basket.
Black bears experience multiple color phases in which the fur appears brown, red, or cinnamon in color. So don't be fooled if you see a reddish-colored bear in the wilderness or
Highlight.
along
Listen,
a highway.
That's a mad one.
If I'm driving around or if I'm walking around in Missouri and I see a reddish-colored bear, I'm not going to be like,
It's fine.
It's a red panda.
everything's yeah,
Right
moving on, no big deal.
No, if I see a bear, I don't care what color it is, I'm out.
I'm out.
Don't be fooled, he says.
Do not be fooled. This is not a friendly ginger bear.
Still a bear.
It's a bear. Black bear is the only bear found here in Missouri. So if you see a bear, it is a black bear, no matter what color it is.
Okay.
Even
Those are
at
the
the zoo.
only bears.
It's a bear.
Bears are not usually aggressive. However, their motivation is to eat. Black bears weigh several hundred pounds, so it takes a lot of calories to nourish itself. Mm-hmm. That's why they're warning people: do not feed any bears you encounter, idiots.
Oh,
Well, now we're trying to increase the population. I mean, for goodness sake, our flag has 2 bears on it.
That's
As the saying goes, guys, a fed bear is a dead bear. Feeding a bear could make the animal comfortable around people and possibly increase the number of human-bear encounters. The animal may cause significant property damage while searching for a meal or engage in more bold behavior, which would result in the euthanizing of the bear.
You know what I like to watch on the internet is the bear videos when they're sitting in chairs on decks or when they get in pools and they are just living their best life. You
Or
know?
tear apart a car.
Or when they're tearing apart a car.
Yeah, those are the videos that are playing as soon as you walk into the little lodge in Yosemite.
Usually up in Colorado, you'll see like those videos come out of Colorado of like somebody leaving their car door open and a bear getting inside and just tearing the ever-living crap out of the inside.
Yeah, or open food. They can smell it. They can see it. They know what it is. They'll just tear your
Yeah.
door off.
So, Missouri Department of Conservation suggests the following tips to avoid issues if a bear has been sighted in the area.
Okay.
Store garbage, recyclables, and compost inside a secure building or in a bear-proof container or location.
Got it.
Regularly clean and disinfect trash containers to minimize smells that can attract bears. Keep grills and smokers clean and store them inside. Do not leave pet food outside. Learn.
Don't look at me. I had a deer on my porch this weekend eating the cat food. So the bears
real?
are next. Oh, yeah. Everybody's coming to my house.
Mr. Black will be on your porch soon.
It's a big old cat.
Yeah, a bit bigger teepee.
What did you name that one?
The deer?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a name for it.
You don't have a name for it? Wow, so it's only cats you like?
What?
Those damn deer! I had these nice blooming roses outside.
Yeah.
The deer bit all the heads off.
The hydrangeas that you guys got me for my birthday are still gorgeous, and she was eating those.
What?
Feed pets a portion at each meal and remove the empty containers. Refrain from using bird feeders in bear country from April through November. If in use, keep them at least 10 feet high.
From
and
April
4 feet, April through November.
Do not use bird feeders when there are birds here.
Yeah.
Only
Keep them
put
at
them
least
out in
10
the
foot high and
winter.
4 feet away from any structure. Keep in mind that even if a bear cannot get to the bird seed, the scent will still attract them to the area. Use electric fencing to keep bears away from beehives, chicken coops, vegetable gardens, orchards, and other potential food sources. Also, while hiking, never deliberately offer a bear food.
Okay.
Keep campsites clean and store all food, toiletries, and trash in a secure vehicle or strung high between 2 trees.
What do I do if I see a bear? What do I need to do? I've thrown my sandwich. Now what am I doing?
Make yourself big.
Big.
Black bears, you don't play dead.
Yeah, it's brown, lay down. It's black, you fight back. You like make big and very slowly walk backwards.
And
get
do
in a
you,
karate
do you
stance.
yell?
Can you imagine?
If
You
it
yell at those?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to yell and kind of like just be big and walk slowly backwards. And if it kind of charges at you, do not run. Hold your ground
Yeah, that's easy.
and scream
lunge
back.
That's
at it.
easy to do.
Hey man, you want
Yeah.
to survive?
Hey, bro, I'll swing on a bear, dude.
Me too.
Oh, I'm ready.
I got my kookery
I'm
ready.
aiming-
Straight up.
I'm
I'm
aiming
ready.
right
Real
for the
talk?
nose.
Put up your
Because you
dukes.
got bear bod, dude. Like you
Real
could like.
talk. I got bear bod. Thank you. I'll
It's
take
a
that. I'll take that home with me
What's
today.
wrong with that? You're like a.
To go along with your rat face.
What's
the
wrong with
it's
bear
rat
bod?
face bear bod summer, everybody.
Go
Damn
along
it.
with your rat face. You got a bear bod.
Thank you, guys. This show has really got my self-esteem to the
Excuse
roof.
me, that was a compliment from me. Okay.
Okay.
I don't have bear bod. I got like chicken.
Yes. You have
I got
bear
a chicken
food
wing
bod.
bod.
If
Where
I
I'm
told
like,
you were built like a panda, would you take that as a
I
compliment?
like pandas.
Okay.
And they're adorable. So yes, I
think
would
you
be
would.
okay with that.
I don't think that you would.
Yo, you know the other thing it says here? Make as much noise as possible by yelling, banging pots and pans and other things. If the bear approaches, definitely use bear spray. So I
Who's
guess
got that?
everybody's gonna-
Nobody.
We got to start carrying that bad boy.
And the next thing it says is spread your legs if it knocks you over to make it harder for the bear
Yeah,
to
spread
turn
your
you
legs
over.
and just let it take you.
Remember all the
I'm not
rules. while
spreading
being
my
attacked.
legs in the freaking forest for nobody.
I'll put out for a bear
Heck yeah.
just for the story, you know?
It says remain still until the bear
Just
leaves the
for the
area.
story.
But if the attack persists, fight back vigorously. Use whatever you have at hand to hit the bear in the face.
Including your ass.
Yes, if you have to use it,
I fight back ass first.
Yeah. I mean, this
I'll
is
put
what-
out.
Hey, bear, looking for some honey?
It's right here. Got the honey pot for
Bear's
you.
like, this guy's weird. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, get naked like those guys that are.
Yeah, dude. It's a mental warfare with the bears.
Yeah, if you encounter a bear, just get naked.
The bears are like, oh no, the men are in the woods again.
Yay. Yeah, just get creepy. And
There's this
run away.
hairless bear coming at me.
So if they offer you food, can you take it?
Doesn't say anything about that here.
The best thing to do is to run towards the cubs.
It's like a bear with a bag of Reese's
Run towards the
Pieces.
cubs.
Oh,
Yes, something
yeah.
like that.
That'll go well. Just kidding.
Give him the finger.
Travel in groups if possible. Make noise such as clapping, singing, or talking loudly while hiking to prevent surprising a bear. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, don't
Yeah.
surprise it. Then they get pissed.
If a grizzly is running at you, it says to.
Make arrangements.
Yeah, it says. It says slowly bend down, put your head between your legs,
Yeah.
and kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah.
Brown, lay down, fight back. When black, white, say goodnight.
Yeah.
It's a polar bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
White, say goodnight.
Because they fall asleep immediately if you say that to them.
Just put them to bed.
Oh,
Just read them a story.
Coke.
Good night.
Crack a Coke open.
If I run into a polar bear here in Missouri,
Right. Yeah. Something
there's
is
problems. Something's amiss.
something is going awry, and it's going to cost my life.
There's a zookeeper not doing their job correctly. I think.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, last time we were at the zoo, man, those polar bears are tremendous.
Dude, they're so big.
Like we were out, they got that glass, in front of them. Just I was mesmerized.
I know.
Cool looking animal.
Yeah, they are. They're
No,
beautiful.
seriously, for a grizzly, if you encounter a grizzly, lay down.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the play dead one.
Yeah, supposed to cover your
Cover your neck and head. I think.
carotid and your head
Yeah, like this.
and play dead.
Oh my God.
And
Face
let,
They
down?
don't scalp
Am I
you.
going face down?
I'd go
let,
face
let
down.
it bat you around and
I ain't
do
going face
whatever.
up.
Okay, so you're face down, playing dead,
Hoping for the best.
hoping for the best.
I just
oh
watched,
my God, what a nightmare.
I watched
Yeah.
a Grizzly encounter. It was on TV when I got home one day last week, and it was like a dude played dead, covered his head, face down, and the Grizzly tore him up, but dragged him to like a hollow log,
Oh my God.
kind of in the water, and left him. He ran to him on a riverbank, and he's like, once he thought he was dead, he walked away, but he was kind of looking back by the log where he stashed me.
Probably to come back later to tear him
Maybe,
apart.
and he's like, I could kind of roll over and see him looking at me, and he's like, I knew the truck was at the top of the hill by the road, and he's like, he got far enough away that I decided it was like, he's gonna come back.
Probably telling his Grizzly buddies.
I gotta make, and he's like, he got just far enough away. He's like, I started to instead of running, I crawled slowly, a little bit at a time. He's like, then I'd look, and he'd be looking back at the log to see if there was movement. And he's like, then once I got far enough from the log, I just made a break for it.
Got to his truck and
Chased
where
him
are
up
my
the hill.
keys? And he looked back, and the Grizzly's holding him up.
No,
going,
he looked
looking for
inside. The
these.
Grizzly was inside the car with one hand on the steering wheel, like,
It took you long enough. You seen that one video? That one guy that was hiking, he got attacked and he played dead and whatever, and it tore him up. And when he gets back to, a safe distance, he filmed himself and his ear was hanging off
yeah,
of
I
his
saw
head.
that.
Remember,
I
like
saw
because things kind of scalp.
Yeah,
him.
those things take a couple swipes. I mean, I guess it's better than dying.
Well, it says here if
It'll
you
probably take a couple swipes at you.
the difference with a black bear and a grizzly bear, as far as encounter goes, the black bear, yeah, you make yourself big and you bang, you try to scare it with noises, loud noises. Grizzly, it says, do not do that. If the bear charges, stand your ground. You cannot outrun it, but don't scream or yell. Speak in a soft, monotone voice and wave your arms to let the animal know that you're human. If you have any sort of pepper spray or bear spray, prepare to use it. But yeah, it's a different scenario with a grizzly, for sure.
Dang.
hey, buddy.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, say hello to your mother for me, Grizzly. Hey, buddy.
Grizzly.
Thunder, buddy.
You like hiking too?
I mean, haven't you seen Grizzly Man?
Hey, Thunder, buddy.
You know my buddy Ted?
Have you seen Grizzly Man? When the thing kind of comes to him, he goes,
Oh, yeah.
I love you.
Oh, yeah.
I love you.
Grizzly
I
Man,
love
where they
you."
wind up dying at the end.
Oh,
Idiots.
no.
Yeah.
The guy and his girlfriend.
Spoiler alert. Rough ending.
Oh,
Rough ending,
Rough
yes.
movie to begin with.
good song though.
The girl dies, too? I thought she got away.
Oh no, she
died,
was
too.
she was eaten first, I believe. No, he was eaten first, and
Yeah.
then he was eaten afterwards.
They were in the tent.
They were in the tent.
That's
This
like
thing came
like
up.
a human burrito.
He turned on the camera, and there's audio of it,
Oh, yeah.
but the lens cap was on. But he did turn on the camera, and
You don't hear it. You don't hear them.
no, but it shows.
They cut it.
It shows what's his face listening to it.
Yeah.
and you're just like,
And he goes,
"Ooh."
destroy those tapes.
Yeah.
My advice is destroy those tapes. Don't ever let anyone listen to that. Spoiler alert, that's the end of Grizzly Man.
Yeah, that's how the film
Grizzly
ends.
Man and Grizzly Girl.
He makes it a long time out there with him, though.
He does. And he's
Well,
like such a...
multiple summers. He was going up there illegally against the rules during.
And camping, putting a tent up in the middle of where the bears hang out.
I know.
Yeah, and a point where he wasn't supposed to be up there. I think it was like 8 or 9 summers in a row,
And it was during the time, right? Mating season?
something like that. And his gal came up, his fiance, I think it was. And they
What do you
both-
do if you encounter cocaine bear?
Oh,
leave.
yeah. That was a good movie, by the way.
Was it?
Bad.
You didn't see it?
I saw a couple pieces of it. My wife
It's
goes,
very silly.
I'm not here for this.
No, it's silly. It's meant to be kind of campy and over the top. And
Yeah, just because it's meant to be campy doesn't mean it's good. Was it good? Was it good?
I thought it was great.
Black bears can stand 5 to 7 feet tall when they're upright. That freaks me out the most is when they're walking around like people. I don't like a bear on its hind legs.
You ever see one at Schnucks?
I'll be
Yeah.
there.
What?
Shopping?
Trench coat.
What are we talking about right now?
Paddington. I don't like when they're Paddington
I don't
style.
like when they're
Yeah.
Paddington style. Pooh Bear
I
style.
don't like when bears act like humans.
Oh,
Yeah,
with the
I don't
rain
like it
hat
when they
on?
try to pull the whole Paddington shtick.
I don't like when they wear T-shirts
You're
and
not
no
fooling
underpants.
anybody, Paddington.
I see you in
Yeah.
that Cardinals visor with the fake hair on top bear and a Hawaiian shirt. You're not allowed in Busch Stadium.
I would love to see a bear in Missouri.
I would like to give a black bear some helmet nachos, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
That would be cute.
That would be a cute thing to do.
Good promo
It
for
would
the
be.
Cardinals.
Man with bear body sits next to bear.
Yes, rat-faced man with bear body feeds helmet
Actual
nachos to actual cuter bear.
to illustrate that a fed bear is a dead bear.
Yeah.
Speaking of animals attacking,
Nacho bear is a macho bear.
there was a video making the rounds over the weekend of a rodeo bull. And I don't have the audio of this.
Thank
but
God.
imagine Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA playing during a rodeo in Oregon.
Yeah, that's not a stretch. So far.
And as somebody is riding around the bull ring on a horse with an American flag, there are regular bull, the rodeo bulls, wandering around the ring as well. And as Lee Greenwood sings, "And I proudly stand up,"
Yep.
the bull jumps into the crowd.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He's a patriot.
He's a patriot.
Yeah, man, trying to be a part of the party.
I like it.
The bull's name, Party Bus.
Party bus. Yeah.
Party bus.
Yeah, sometimes
That's a
You know
great
what?
name.
sometimes things do work out perfectly.
Yeah.
Hey, the best part is there's a video of him jumping over the fence, right? And
Yeah.
you see that, and then that's where it kind of ends.
It hurt a couple people.
There's a second video of
4
it-
people injured.
Yeah, there's a second video of it outside in the ring hurting people, and you know where it hurt people? Right in front of the beer tent. So it was Party Bus. It went
Party
right-
Bus was going right for the stag.
It went right for the Deschutes. The Deschutes Brewery
He stepped on a couple of fireballs.
is right here.
Heard that.
It took a guy out right there.
Well, they said
in
it
front
got
of,
one.
the free samples.
It got tossed one of the dudes with its horns.
Damn.
Owie.
Like tore the guy up. So 4 people injured. This was at the sold-out 84th Sisters Rodeo. Party Bus leaped over the fence, wreaked havoc in the stands, ran free for a couple minutes before being wrangled. But here's the good news.
Damn.
Party Bus will not be euthanized.
Good. He's just being a bull.
That's right.
I'm a bull. It's amazing. It's running around a
You
circle.
guys want to ride the party bus?
They're kind of chasing it on
What
horseback.
about you guys? Oh, these guys are. Oh, you're at the beer tent. You love
Yeah, the
party
odds.
bus.
Here we go.
Oh!
You can,
Let's see if we can hear it here. And I proudly stand up. And there goes the bull into the crowd.
Yeah. Dang, that
Just
is
imagine the guy that got hooked. Dude, you got to imagine the guy that got hooked and got hooked during that lyric. It was like, because there ain't no doubt I love this land. He's airborne while Lee Greenwood's hitting I Love This Land. God bless. He's coming down during God Bless the USA.
That is beautiful.
Slow motion. That guy's like 30 feet in the air, holding on to like 2 beers because he's a pro. Because this guy's a professional. God bless the USA. And then he hits.
Party bus.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Party Bus.
That's funny, man. That is, you can't write something funnier than that. No one died. That's funny.
Yeah, party bus, man. Thank you.
Even crazier, so you got a bull that's going after the red, the red apron and
The red, white, and blue.
the red cape and all that kind of stuff. And it's
These colors don't run.
if you look at the
They do
pictures,
fly.
if you look at the pictures and you're not watching the bull, you're just watching the crowd. Everybody's got their phone and their phone lights up and they're waving it, doing
Oh,
it
yeah.
for the song.
God bless the USA.
So you can imagine the
They're
bull gets
singing
out there and it's like it just sees all these lights doing this
Well,
thing.
and that's they said the bull. It was an honest mistake by Party Bus, who got spooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love party bus.
I think he
energy.
got inspired.
Yeah.
I think he
Yes,
heard
me
God
too.
Bless the USA and he just got jacked on it. He
Taken
got
by the
jacked on the
spirit.
I'm gonna
Greenwood,
run
dude.
free.
Dude,
He got hyped on Greenwood.
It's the land of the free.
Yeah.
You can't cage me.
Lee Greenwood song's like a key bump for Brahmas.
By the way, so Moon's got it paused
What?
as the thing is leaping into the stands.
Yeah.
Look at that muscle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those
Look at
things
the
are
muscle on that thing.
Well, that
Will
ain't-
you just let the audio play? I want to hear
Yeah.
the
Go
exact
back. Here we go.
moment he hits the stands.
that ain't even Red Rocks,
Can you
man.
put it in big screen so that people on the
Go-
YouTube...
I
Go
want to
back on
hear
the
the
video.
exact moment that Party Bus clears the rail. Because it's the perfect part of the song.
I would,
Gladly stand up next to you. And then he clears the rail.
He says, of course, graphic content. This next clip
Brought to you by
contains
Arctic Air.
a bull jumping a fence. Graphic content.
it's not that graphic. Okay.
Not at all.
go.
I mean, it's funny. Graphically funny.
Oh no, this is the one. This is outside. This is outside. This is this.
Oh, yeah, go back to the-
Oh! He did get him.
Good, stepped on him, too.
That is
That was
graphic.
not nice. He could have done without the stepping.
Oh, he got him with the horns twice. Did you see that? Holy smokes! I didn't see that part.
Oh,
I heard it honk.
Go back to inside the bull ring.
All right, hang on. Dang, that
That
was.
guy's got a hell of a story.
Have you ever heard of JB Money, the
Dude, he kept him. It looked like when little kids play the "Don't Let the Balloon Touch the Ground" game. Only it was a guy. The bull was keeping him in the air.
Yeah.
Man,
All right, here's
Messed him up pretty good.
a different angle.
I want to make sure we hear Greenwood.
Yeah.
I just want to hear the moment he clears the rail and
Yeah, how about, oh,
This is the energy for
and
4th of
gladly
July.
stand up.
Yeah.
American. That guy missed it.
He's had it.
The man who died.
watch him now. He sees the part of the fence and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's it right there. That's my exit."
Let's go.
See ya.
Here today. Right after defend her, he cleared the rail.
Oh, and then now somebody's running after it. Like, oh,
The guy in charge of the bull.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
he's-
guy must.
Whoa.
wow.
Man.
Yeah, you guys got to look up the JB Mountie, or however you say his name. He's a famous rodeo star. That he's one that a bull broke his back, and he ended up buying the bull because the bull beat him. He's like, he was a fan of the bull, so he kept him.
Wow.
Yeah, he still has it.
Oh, so yeah. Okay, so Party Bus,
Lane Frost would have rode Party Bus.
Heck
Party
yeah,
Bus
Yeah,
was sent back to the ranch
Good.
to get more training at the farm to prevent similar incidents in the future.
Just let him live.
Party Bus will, and this is honestly, this is what they're saying. Party Bus will take the rest of the year off.
He's gonna go get treatment, rehab a little.
Yeah.
Like the new falling down. Like this guy is the new Michael Douglas, like party bus energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party Bus has looked inward in the last 24 hours and just wants to issue an apology.
Yep.
He realizes, his behavior hurt people, and he's really sorry.
It's going to rehab.
His real name's Bull Kreischer.
Oh, man. The double,
Yeah,
Sorry,
thank you,
buddy.
Scott. And
You're
that's, I
welcome.
guess we'll end the segment right there.
Okay.
I will say, okay.
sorry, Rafe. Go ahead.
To wrap up this animal attacks segment, an elderly corner, I would like to say that we talked to some folks that we're going to Glacier later this year. We had some folks by us at the concert this weekend that were like, they had a little conversion van. They go to all the national parks and hike, and the guy was telling me, like, they've had more encounter. I think you're more likely to have an encounter with, like, an animal you wouldn't deem scary. He's like, man, you got to watch out for moose.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I've had more
we've
problems with moose, like being on the path and not wanting to give up.
We had a couple fail stories. I think you were away.
Oh, okay.
2 fail stories in a row about moose attacking.
Yeah, he's like, a lot
in
of times
Canada.
it'll be wildlife that you don't. He's like, it's rarely a bear. Bears usually mind their own. And he's like,
They said the moose are coming out onto the road.
yeah, he said he said on the path, there was like a moose laying on the path where they need to get back to their car, and they tried everything, and it wouldn't let them pass. And he said there's all kinds. A lot of times it's deer and like wildlife you wouldn't expect.
God.
Dear Rodeo, can I get some piano?
Hang on.
I hope this letter finds you well, though I fear it may not be received with the same warmth I typically offer. You see, I come before you not as a fearsome creature, but as a humble bull, seeking to convey my sincerest apologies for the commotion caused by my impromptu exit from the ring. In the heat of the moment, with the roar of the crowd echoing Lee Greenwood, I succumbed to my primal urge to break free from the confines of this arena. It was not a decision made lightly, nor one I can fully explain, but I understand the chaos and concern that it caused. Please know that I harbor no ill will towards you or anyone involved. My actions were driven by instinct rather than malice, and I deeply regret any harm or inconvenience caused as a result. I can only hope that no one was injured during my brief moment of rebellion.
Oh, you hurt 4 people.
I assure you steps will be taken to ensure that such an incident does not occur again in the future. Measures will be put in place to reinforce the boundaries of the ring and to better understand Lee Greenwood and the lyrics and the effect that they may have on creatures like myself. Once again, I offer my heartfelt apologies for any distress caused. Please accept them in the spirit in which they are given, and know that I am committed to being a more cooperative bull in future events.
Thank you.
With sincere regret, Party Bus.
Thank you,
Where'd
Party
you
Bus.
find that?
Oh man, it's just a little chat GPT there.
Oh,
Scott writes, I'm going to choose to believe that Party Bus was a patriot and spotted a terrorist in the crowd.
that's right.
Oh, yeah.
It's a freedom bus if I've ever seen
Bull
it.
could have saved hundreds. We'll never know the true story.
Yeah.
Thank you, Party Bus.
You're right.
He's a hero.
They
man.
turned off the video before the second bull hit.
Gosh.
All right, now we'll do this.
All right.
All right. Team Riz Member of the Day brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, hotshotsnet.com for all the details. From Chesterfield, Missouri, Jonathan Brandt is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Jonathan has been a fan of the show since the very beginning, has even converted his wife into a Riz Show fan. He loves how every show could go off the rails while still giving each show member a chance to show their true personalities. Is always entertained with the games that are played on the show and appreciates all the charity work the show puts in with events around the community, blood drives and the whatnots. All right, so Jonathan Brandt from Chesterfield is our Team Riz Member of the Day. He gets a super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:09. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. First look, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bomberito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Crash 270 westbound at Dunn Road. There's also some delays, 270 eastbound between 44 and Manchester. Your point forecast, sunny, high of 92. Right now it's 66 at the Point Studio.
By the way, tomorrow's supposed to be 95.
Yeah.
95 tomorrow, and on Sunday it's going to
95.
be almost 100 degrees.
95 and swampy.
Ooh, man.
Humidity is not going to be too bad yet today, but by tomorrow, ick.
Tomorrow.
This is a swamp ass alert.
Yep. All right, Crap on Celebrities after the break. Learn what you got.
Would you pay $10,000 for this watch? New music, some that's fake and some that's real. Juggalos, you need to check your bank accounts. And is this the best casting call of all time?
All right,
Possibly.
we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next. And your Crap on Celebrities. Stay there.
What's going on? It's Liv, and I am joined right now by a hailstorm. It is Point Fest 2022. So stoked to have you guys here, back from the dead, back here in St. Louis.
Absolutely. Yes, she said it.
Round two.
Round
back
two.
from the
Roll
dead.
credits.
Yes. The only storm today is going to be hailstorm.
Yes. Oh my
and
gosh.
we guarantee it.
Yes. Now, what I wanted to bust out, why I have my iPad here, is I've been a fan of yours for a while. And I kind of talked about this a little bit with the struts, kind of watching your style change over the years.
Oh, boy.
And that's something I've definitely noticed with you guys. The first time I ever saw you was in 2011. And I don't know if the camera will be able to pick this up too much, but I got Lizzie here
Oh, yes. This is
wearing a white corset, like an American flag bra.
American flag bra that I sewed myself. Thank you very much.
And then I think like
polka
Hot
dot.
Topic skirt, fishnets.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm, yes.
Hot Topic was so hot back
This
then.
was what is it? 2011? Yeah, 2010 and
2011.
2011 were. I feel like I couldn't decide.
Okay.
So I just wore everything. Do I want a corset? Do I want boots? Do I want leggings?
Yes.
Do I
to
want a
all of
skirt?
it.
Do I want to wear my bra on the outside? Absolutely. Yes.
Incredible. So, being able to watch you guys change, and RJ, I have some pictures of you. You had long
I look the
purple
same, right?
hair.
Yeah, I'm totally the same.
Totally the same. So, as you guys, grow as a band, are those conscious decisions to change the style, or do you think it just kind of happens with just maturing?
Well, I wouldn't say maturity. We can definitely take that off the table. But I think it's just the natural evolution of things. I feel like every couple tours feels like a different lifetime. So you almost have to evolve. And so, and obviously, I have a lot of really awesome rock star friends, and so sometimes we'll play a show, be like, "Oh, I think I could pull that off. Where do I find that on the internet? Get it somewhere." So
Josh's style is the only one that's matured.
Josh is very consistent, I think.
yes.
Yeah, fair. I've made some bad choices.
Our lighting designer gave you a great compliment. He said, Josh doesn't just throw on clothes, he dresses.
Ooh,
That's true.
I like that. I
Yes.
like
With
that.
purpose. Yes.
So, Back from the Dead is out. How different would this latest release have been had it not been for the pandemic?
It would be a totally, completely different record.
Wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, or
like
it wouldn't have or it wouldn't have happened, especially in the way that it was. Back from the Dead is really a true depiction of that journey that we were going through. And the craziest moment was we were all listening to the final mixes and we're like, guys, I think we made a heavy record. We weren't really intending on doing that, but we didn't have a stage to lay any of those emotions out on. We didn't have the camaraderie we do with other bands. We weren't seeing live music, so we had to lay it out there somewhere. So yeah, it would have been completely different.
Sure. It is heavy, but it still has all the elements, I think, of a Hailstorm album. I can turn on a Hailstorm album and I can get the feels, I can get horny, and I can get angry, and all the emotions are in there.
So that's a solid night. That's a solid night.
It really is. You hit all the points on there.
I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm horny. What to do?
We're gonna have to write some songs about being hungry too, because then we
There
get
you
the
go.
full array of
And then you guys can retire, and you've covered it all, you've done it all. But I really think you guys are one of the busiest bands, I think, going right now, because you tour like nobody else. Do you feel like the pandemic was good in that it gave you time to just be?
I think in some ways, for me, I have a very hard time sitting still. But whereas with Josh has a family and he has 2 kids, so we got to actually spend
Windows Direct. Come on, it's time. Spring has sprung. We just told you it's going to be 95 degrees and hotter than all get out this weekend. So don't wait any longer. It's only going to get hotter from here. Do not cool the outside this year. Call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. They use super spacer tech that helps keep the edge of the glass tight, warm, and cool, holds the window seal longer, and makes windows last up to 5 times longer than any other window system. So your windows from Universal Windows Direct perform better, last longer, plus they back it all up with a true lifetime warranty as long as you own your home, plus 20 years, player. You get to haunt the next homeowner with your responsibility, and that's pretty cool haunting, if you ask me. Call Universal Windows Direct today at 314-334-2522, and for every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. That's buy 2, get 2, buy 4, get 4, buy 50, get 50. I don't know if you live in a manor like Bruce Wayne, but if you do, you still get half off. There's no limit. That's the point. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years, man. You don't pay a dime in interest. You just pay them off. Updating your windows with Universal Windows Direct means extra protection from the elements, a consistent temp in your home, and increased energy efficiency and reduced heating and cooling costs, plus a quieter, more comfortable home. What more do you need? You get a free in-home estimate today. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. 5 years. Not enough? Fine. Tell them I told you to call. You get an additional $250 off your project. Come on. That's the sweetest this deal needs to get. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com, and like me, you will be saying, I love my windows!
All right, so where I actually made up a word this morning, and I'm so happy about this. Now, the last year and a half of all of our lives, the word synergy has been like kind of a gigantic joke. Like there's all this stuff happening all over. You're just trying to make it work for the day.
Yeah.
But it seems like, Amy Lee, frontwoman of Evanescence, that you have a very synergistic year ahead of you. The album is out now. The single doing great. The big tour with Hailstorm later this year. This feels like synergy to me. And I bet you for you, it's finally like, great. We're finally here.
Yeah, it feels really good. Part of last year and this time, something that's felt really good is just to keep going, just to go harder. Don't let it stop us. Don't let anything hold me down. Like just this feeling of, I can't waste a minute. I don't want to waste a day. We don't know if we have tomorrow. So it is time to just do what we were born to do. So kind of taking that attitude after the initial sort of like, frustration and heartbreak and just frustration. I want to say that word a lot because a lot of it was that, but also just anxiety and fear about everything. You know how this time has been. I don't have to describe it. But it's felt really good to sort of take control of the things that we can control, make great music, give something to our fans and have something to look forward to and be excited about.
Now, can you kind of talk about how early on or what part of the process of recording the record were you when the pandemic hit and you guys had to split up?
Yeah, we went into this different regardless of anything. We didn't know about the pandemic or anything yet. We went in the studio January of 2020 just to do a couple of songs with Nick Raskulinix, our producer. Just sort of see how it goes,
Here again, talking about Captain Jim's Fireworks in West Alton. That's right. Where's my bottle rocket? Oh, there it is. Oh, hello. Captain Jim's Fireworks is the #1 family-run stand in the area, serving the area since 1947. Captain Jim's dad owned it, and now Captain Jim, making him proud. They offer the best products at the lowest prices, and this year, at Captain Jim's Fireworks, pricing will be even lower. Supply chains normalizing, prices have come down across the board on all fireworks. Now, most places will keep their prices up and make record profits, but at Captain Jim's, he's passing the savings on to you, the valued customer. Online ordering is back as well. Go over to fireworksstl.com, see all the products they have there, see the pricing, even videos of the stuff they carry so you know what you're getting before you buy it. They have a committed staff, salespeople on the floor to help you put together the best show for your budget. And as always, Captain Jim's Fireworks has the no-dud guarantee. And don't forget, we'll be out there Thursday, June 27th from 6 to 8 for our annual Riz Show, Captain Jim's Fireworks Extravaganza. Captain Jim's Fireworks, same parking lot as the Dirt Sheep in West Alton, Highway 67 right between the bridges, because blowing stuff up is fun. Fireworksstl.com.
By the one and the only Brent Smith of Shinedown.
I forgot how that song goes. All I heard was ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what are the actual words?
I don't think anybody actually knows.
Is that Girls?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
There we go. That is some 80s.
You know what? We
That
got
is
to bring it back
hardcore.
for the weekends, right?
Okay.
The holiday weekends. So we got Brent Smith, Shinedown. It's a point big.
Grand phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz, the socials. At RIZZ Show, your emails, RizShow@1057thepoint.com. We're going to do it today.
What?
We're going to play Riz Show Password.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Let's ruin everybody's day in here. Okay, cool.
No, it's going to be good. I have confidence that us in the studio here will be in sync with our callers. It's going to be all good. A smooth game.
All right.
As always. Give away some tickets, Bush tickets, Third Eye Blind tickets, Promise tickets with Cohen and Cambria, and Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats tickets. All right, so people have a lot of opinions about getting one-word texts, especially when you consider the punctuation. Like, so if you get what one-word text will kind of go, oh, this
isn't good.
This isn't good.
I guess
I got one. Not the K. I don't. Not many people text K over anymore.
Yeah.
And when they do, it's usually just a joke. You know what kind of triggers me?
What?
Yup.
Yep.
Oh,
Y-U-P.
I said yep.
Hate it.
Constantly.
Hate it. It doesn't convey anything.
Shall I not respond?
Do thumbs
Why
up.
yup?
What do you mean it doesn't? It's an affirmative. It's just a different affirmative.
Yeah, but if I go, hey man, you going to that meeting? Yup.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like that. Okay, so I sent
That's how.
I sent a yup last night.
Now there's a yep, Y-E-P.
You texted me yesterday,
Same
Riz,
thing.
with "you betcha," and I thought,
But I did that funny.
okay, because I didn't know how to take it.
No,
was like,
I did that as a funny.
You betcha.
As funny, like you
yup
betcha.
could be
Okay.
taken that way too.
And it could be, and that's why I did it actually.
Okay, so it was late, and Scott texted. We were talking about the game, and Scott texted they should have turned the lights off. He'd have done better. Talking about Helsley because they didn't turn the lights off, and we were like, oh man, what happened? And this is like, we're ending the conversation. We've already had a conversation about the game, and it said they should have turned the lights off. He'd have done better, and I put yep.
Yep.
Like
Yep, Y-E-P or
This is-
Y-U-P.
This was a UP this time.
No good.
Oh.
Whatever. Dude.
No good.
I don't like the thumbs up. I know this is an emoji, but just thumbs up.
We're just talking words.
Okay, words. I don't. No, I don't.
I'm a thumbs up guy.
I don't.
I'll send you a thumbs up.
No words. I don't think mess me up.
Yeah. The one that I always hate whenever someone texts me, die.
Wow.
I think that
Rafe?
one's not nice.
Yes.
Is there any word that will get you?
There's a couple that are ambiguous. I think yup's okay if you put an exclamation point on it. If you're like,
Yes.
Yep. I'm excited.
Yep.
It's
Yes.
The, it's
Yes.
the hard
I agree with
period.
that.
Guys'
If you would,
rules.
what?
Screw your rules. Both
But
of you.
punctuation means you're mad, right?
No, it means yep.
But I wasn't
take it
exclaiming.
As if you text me back a yup, I take it as. All right, fine.
What am I,
I
Eeyore?
have to. Yes, that's what.
No,
that's
you
what I
know
take
my
a yup
tone.
as.
Like, yep.
I don't know.
I use too many
Yep.
exclamation points in my writing already, so I've been trying to reel them back.
I think
Context.
sure falls into this category.
Sure. I say that.
And that is the word. Apparently, everybody.
Oh no.
I have
That's
no
it?
problem with sure.
I say sure often.
I think it can be interpreted by you hear the tone. You can't express tone. So if you don't use anything, it can be interpreted as sure.
Yeah, there's a new article that says the worst one text word you could send is sure. I never even thought of that.
What about for sure? For sure.
One word. I hate yup, or some people hate great, or if somebody just texts fine.
Fine
Or
sucks.
there's the dreaded office message that just says hey.
Hey.
There's no indication of what you're getting yourself into there, so it can induce anxiety. If it's just hey from the boss, you go.
Oh really?
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
I don't know where this is going.
Or call.
Sometimes, like if I'm gonna send Tim like a sexy text, I'll say hey, period. Just that. Because
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out,
What a panty melter.
are you in a place where you can read this and nobody's looking at your phone right now?
Oh, so if you send that
So I
over,
said,
Cursor.
hey. Yeah, it's a precursor to the sexy text. So that's, I don't know.
I'm going to kiss your lips.
I'm going to kiss your lips. Whoa!
Don't want Cheryl at the office seeing that.
so hey with a period after it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is somebody texting you right now? What are you looking at right now? Read your text. Read
searching
what's
if
happening.
he's
Is your wife
gotten
texting
Somebody
you?
just wrote yup.
Looking at people that piss me off in my text right
Somebody
now.
just wrote yup. Yup.
It's all about context.
So there's a comedian recently shared a screenshot of a text where her brother said sure to something. And she said, if you're bringing a sure attitude, then let's not do it. The brother said LOL, and she replied, I'm not kidding, LOL. Over 800,000 people have seen the post and got more than 11,000 likes. Some agree saying sure can sound passive-aggressive, but others don't understand arguing sure is an easy and breezy affirmative and shouldn't be associated with sarcasm and attitude. There's no science to back it up as the worst text, but a sociolinguist from Georgetown says sure is sort of indecisive or has kind of a hesitant quality to it. Like, do you want to go to the movies? Sure. So do you really want to go? It's also what your internal monologue for that person
Yeah,
sounds like.
exactly.
When somebody says, "Yep," I think Eeyore. Yup.
Yeah.
If
That's
Eeyore
what
is
I mean.
texting you, then I can understand that.
Yup.
I think what can be ambiguous too.
What?
What can seem like, it can almost seem snarky. If you text something and it is any kind of emotional charge to you, or it's something that you care about, or something that you've made yourself vulnerable, and someone just texts back, what?
It also could be a generational thing. Younger people expecting more emotion and enthusiasm in texts. I don't know.
Well, they teach it in a lot of HR departments. Like emotionally, anything that is emotionally rich shouldn't be communicated via email or text. Anything that can be emotionally charged, because you can't communicate tone, and a lot of times it can get misinterpreted on the other end as aggressive or passive aggressive, or so like if it's something that someone cares deeply about or has any kind of emotional charge to it, you should try to talk in person or
Right. How about we just pick up the phone every once in a while, okay?
Yeah.
Yup.
Agreed. I'm still a phone call guy, and that is not popular.
Don't call me.
I'm a phone call girl. I love it.
My daughter said yesterday that she calls her friends.
Phoning people?
And that her friends are like, "Why are you calling me?" And she's like, "I just like it better."
I don't know. Just to hear your
look at
voice.
that.
I love like on a long drive or a walk, talking to somebody. It's
Yup.
awesome.
All right. Today is June the 12th. June the 12th, back in the day. 85 years ago, 1939, the Baseball Hall of Fame opened in Cooperstown, New York, where a legend has it, baseball had been invented by Abner Doubleday exactly 100 years earlier. First players inducted included Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, and Honus Wagner. 61 years ago, 1963, Cleopatra, starring Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, premiered in New York. It was one of Hollywood's most expensive productions, costing $44 million, which estimated nowadays, in today's dollars, would be $435 million. That's expensive. Never saw this movie. 56 years ago, 1968, Rosemary's Baby, premiered in New York.
I've never seen that either.
I've seen it just the once, long time ago.
Like, do you know the premise behind it?
No.
So Mia Farrow,
She had the devil baby.
right, was impregnated by Satan.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is his name?
Tim.
Woody?
Tim.
Jim.
No, it's
Tom. Ted.
hang on, stop. The
Chris.
Baby?
yeah, the baby's name.
I don't know. I never saw it.
Damien.
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 Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Come on.
Every time I hear a little kid's name or a guy's name, Damien, I'm like,
Damien. Did you
what were
see,
your parents thinking?
The whole conspiracy with Kate Middleton, whenever she brought out the baby, she was wearing the exact same red dress with the
As
white thing.
in Rosemary's Baby.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I choose to believe.
Yep.
46 years ago, 1978, serial killer David Berkowitz sentenced to 25 years to life for the 6 Son of Sam murders in New York. He became a born-again Christian in 1987, started calling himself the Son of Hope. So he gets a parole hearing every 2 years, but he skips them because he doesn't think he should be released.
Wow.
43 years ago, 1981, the first Indiana Jones movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark, was released. 30 years ago, 1994, O.J. Simpson allegedly killed 2 people. 30 years ago today, Nicole Brown Simpson, Ron Goldman, slashed to death outside her Los Angeles condo. 27 years ago, 1997, interleague play in Major League Baseball began, ending a 126-year tradition of keeping the American League and the National League separate until the World Series. That same day, Batman and Robin opens. That's with who?
Is that George and Chris?
George Clooney. That's Batman.
Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell is Robin. That's the nipple
And
suit.
Alicia Silverstone, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Batgirl.
Yeah.
Which was a stretch, but I love her so much, so it was nice to see her in that movie.
She was awesome, but I remember going, I don't know about this. And I was even in like the zone.
And 5 years ago today, this happened.
A team that was in last place on January 3rd. The players on the bench are bouncing up. History will be made tonight in Boston. 15 seconds to go as Shen blocks a puck to the corner. 10 seconds remaining. Get up, St. Louis. Get on your feet. Raise them high. 5 seconds to go. And the time winds down. They did it. It's over. The game is over. The series is over. The wait is over. And the St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions for the first time in franchise history.
I think I got your number. Gloria.
Yeah, 5 years ago today, the Blues
It's awesome.
win the Stanley Cup.
Congrats.
And the call by our buddy Chris Kerber.
That's so cool.
And that's what happened back in the day. Moon just flashed a picture of Robin making out with Batman on this.
Like,
on the
yeah,
big screen.
this one did. They weren't
That is
ready
Gay
for this
Pride Month.
scene.
It is. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride Month. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And we start with this. Riz, you're a watch enthusiast. Would you pay 10 grand for a limited edition AC/DC watch? Let me tell you about it. See what you think.
I love watches.
10 grand. So the Swiss luxury watchmaker Frank Muller has teamed up with AC/DC for an anniversary limited edition collection for their 50th. There are two designs, limited to 50 pieces each. One is a polished stainless steel. The other is a brushed black titanium. They each have red numbers, feature the band's 1974 logo with the words 50 years underneath. The clasp features an AC/DC lightning bolt, and it comes with a box that resembles a concert flight case.
If I had 10 grand just to spend, I would.
These
cool
are my
looking watch.
It's a neat looking watch, but it's kind of like when you were a child and you got those Mickey Mouse watches that were by like, what was the little Cisco or whatever the watchmaker was? For like
Swatch?
No.
No, it's yeah, there's two of them, Timex, and then
Yeah.
you're thinking of Casio.
Casio.
Yeah.
Like $100 watches. I think these look so
Gaudy
and ridiculous.
I like
10
it.
grand?
If I had it, it's a collector's item.
It
If
is.
you're a big fan of the band and you got 10 grand. By the way, the baby in Rosemary's Baby was Andrew.
Oh.
Damien was the Omen.
Oh, I get those mixed up.
They're cousins, right?
Damien
They
was
were
the
cousins.
Omen.
I am son of
Rosemary's-
Satan.
Andrew.
Andy.
Fear
me.
You're not a watch person?
No, I like my iWatch. That's about it.
Do you remember the Goofy watch that the hands ran backwards?
Uh-huh.
That was
Yeah.
a big deal.
That was
Did you have that?
My mom had one.
It made you younger.
Yeah, reverse time.
Cool.
So the Goofy hands ran backwards because remember, he's goofy.
He's goofy. Alter Bridge and Slash singer Miles Kennedy is dropping his third solo album called The Art of Letting Go on October 11th. He just dropped a new single called Say What You Will, and he expands his North American solo tour under this record that's coming out. Here's a little bit of that first single.
Okay, this is Miles Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the song called?
Say What You Will.
Say What You Will. Cool. Sounds like a Miles Kennedy song.
It does. It sounds like Slash, though, and the Co-Conspirators, because Miles sings for them as well. And it doesn't sound like Alter Bridge to me. It sounds more like his work with Slash.
I'll be honest with you, it all sounds the same.
Oh, really?
Every
Okay.
one of those songs, you could tell me it's an Alter Bridge song.
And you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know if that's a Slash song.
Okay.
The guy's voice is so distinct, and I love it.
It is. I do love Miles Kennedy. In fake music news, 50 Cent posted an AI mashup of Conway Twitty singing Into Club, and he says he approves. He would like to introduce all of us to Conway Fitty or Twitty Cent, whatever you prefer.
Has everybody heard this?
Yes.
What he
No,
said.
I've not
It's
heard
good.
It is good.
So many people send me this.
It's good. So this is 50 Cent approved.
It is. He
Conway
tweeted
Fitty.
it out. He loves it. Now, if you were to walk up, Rafe, I believe you've met Jelly Roll before. Riz,
Yes.
have you guys? any
Yes,
of you-
we've been. I think we've all been around.
Have you been around? Okay, so when you walked up to him, what did you say hello, and then how did you call, what did you call
I
him?
didn't call anything.
You didn't call him anything.
I was introduced, and I said, "Nice to meet you."
No, Mr. Jelly. All right. You didn't say anything?
I'm not even sure we shook hands or I was just in his proximity.
I see. Well,
I said,
Jelly,
what's up?
Jelly Roll was asked what he would prefer to be called if we ever see him out in public.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Are you
guys.
ready for the brace?
Just in case.
Brace yourself.
Just in case we run into Jelly Roll out in public, we should call him
Jelly.
Okay.
No Mr. Jelly, no Jelly Roll. He says if you say Jelly Roll, he kind of goes, shoot. Delete the roll, man. So just Mr.
Just Jelly.
Just Jelly.
Okay.
Okay? Just
That's cool.
heads up.
Miss Jelly if you're nasty.
Billy Ray Cyrus has filed for an annulment from his wife, Fire Rose.
Oh,
only after-
no.
I know, you're
I thought they were
devastated.
gonna-
They have been married for 7 months. They got married in October, and it's because of
Well, at least he
irreconcilable
tried.
differences, guys. And also inappropriate marital conduct for some reason. Billy Ray's petition for divorce
That's
or
cheating,
an
isn't it,
annulment.
usually? She wouldn't pick up her Legos.
Billy Ray says he's entitled to this annulment because there was some sort of fraud by the wife. The idea that he wouldn't have married her if he knew this information back then. There's no word on what the fraud is all about, but if Billy Ray is granted an annulment, it would undo things quicker than a divorce without having to split property or figure out that
How old is
spousal
she?
support. She is.
Her name is Fire Rose.
Fire Rose.
30s, right?
Yeah, let's see. Is she younger than Miley?
She was Miley's age.
Fire Rose is 35.
Oh.
And
Oh,
Billy
I
Ray
thought she
Cyrus is 62.
Oh, okay, I thought she was younger.
Me too.
Guys, if
You
you're
take back the Legos comment.
Sorry, Billy Ray. Don't tell his heart.
his achy
They
breaky
can break your
heart.
heart. Oh,
poor
dude, it's
guy.
aching all over the place.
It is. He's on the prowl.
Oh,
There's some juggalos that listen to this radio station
yeah,
and this
we
show.
are number one in St. Louis with juggalos, by the way.
Of course we are. Well, this is I hope that they're checking their bank accounts because hackers have attacked the ticketing service for the gathering of the Juggalos. Now, this, as you know, is the multi-day
Who's
festival.
playing this year?
It's going to be August 14th through the 18th in Legend Valley in Thornville, Ohio.
Hey, ICP.
Guys, fans of Juggalo Reddit are claiming that they've received emails alerting them that the event's ticketing service was hacked and that their money was stolen. So they essentially got a prompt that said, hey, you don't have tickets like you originally thought. You need to enter your information again. And they re-entered many of them, and then money was stolen from these hackers, okay? Now, people are praising Psychopathic Records, their effort to try and amend the situation, even though they have not publicly addressed it yet. But that is what is being talked about on Reddit with the Juggalos. So check your
They're
bank
not
accounts.
announcing who's playing yet. I mean, ICP's playing.
August 14th through the 18th.
Wouldn't it be funny
I
if
bet
they did
Columbus
one
is
and they
hosting.
didn't?
Columbus has hosted a couple times.
I bet he's doing it again.
From what he says, what Columbus says, dude, it's a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he loves it.
Like
So
he
much banter.
speaks very highly of it, and I bet you it's a cool event.
It has to be.
Like if you're with that many like fans of
Like-minded fans.
people,
Yeah.
24th annual
Community.
man.
yeah, it's a community.
Yeah, he was saying.
I'm not going to hate.
When I did Columbus's show, he was saying like he was very nervous if they would accept him. You know, just because he's a clown is not an auto entry into the Juggalos. But he's like, once I figured it out and they accepted me, he's like, I feel like
Yeah, he was
I can walk
accepted.
proudly amongst them.
That's nice.
Yeah,
He was accepted.
He's a part of the lore now.
Part of the crew, and that's awesome.
Moon, you collect guitars, as you can watch on his YouTube show, Story of the Gear. Drum kits used on tours by ZZ Top, Alice Cooper, Cheap Trick, and Meatloaf, all collected by David Frangion of Modern Drummer, are up for bids right now through Saturday. So there's guitars from like Brian May on this auction.
Get out of here. What?
Yes, you essentially go to golden, GOLDIN.co, and you can look at, I mean, there are tons. And honestly, the starting bids are pretty low.
I mean, I'd imagine a Brian May guitar
Very expensive.
is going to go.
Quite expensive.
It's only at $120 right now. It's a Brian May signed Brian May electric guitar.
I was flipping through the TV the other day, and on PBS, I guess they're doing their fundraising on PBS, and they're always fundraising. So they had, they show old concerts sometimes.
Right.
They showed the tribute to Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yeah.
That was at Wembley back in 19 blah, 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 blah. And all the artists that came out and did Queen songs.
Yes.
And
Incredible.
I forgot that. So it was Tony Iommi played guitar for a lot of the songs
You're
from
right.
Black Sabbath with the artists that were coming and doing tunes. It was a good watch, man. That was a hell of a concert at
That's
Wembley.
cool.
Yo, this looks legit. Like, this looks like one of them that he made.
It's
That
his
Brian
own
May made?
brand,
Nah,
right?
never mind.
There's all sorts of things on here.
This is
There's
made
a
in Korea.
Michael Jackson signed custom guitar that's at $1,200 right now. Garth Brooks signed inscribed Rogue guitar.
Ooh.
There's a ton of cool.
Oh, these are not played.
No, I don't think so. This is one of the replicas, made in Korea, Brian May style. But Brian May signed.
How much?
These-
How much is that going for?
It's for $120. There's only 3 bids, but there's 3 days to go. I'm sure it's
$120.
$120, so it says. The Adele one is up to $550. Let's see, we got a George Strait acoustic, $275. Garth Brooks signed, $210. Michael Jackson signed one is up to $1,200. There's some,
$210?
yeah.
Dude, that's $130 right there.
Motley Crue, Alice Cooper custom guitar signed by Motley Crue. All 4 signatures, including Vince Neil and Tommy Lee and Nikki Sixx. That's up for $1,000 right now.
The Brian May probably one of top 5 greatest guitarists of all time. $130-something.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Ringo signed Remo Drumhead for $325. So the Drumhead is going right now for more. You know, these drum kits are cool though, dude. Look at this. Look at this. These are the kits, like the full-on tour kits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, $1,000. Well, I mean, that's a starting bid. The auction ends on the
Saturday.
Oh, that's not much time.
Bruce Springsteen, that one's up to $2,000.
That's
People are probably waiting.
Yeah, that Dan electro bass.
That doesn't look. That's ugly.
That's ugly.
Looks like a Dr. Seuss guitar.
Do we all have Apple AirPods? Is that what you listen to?
I don't use AirPods. I mean, they can't.
Yeah.
They
For
don't
some
fit your
reason,
ear?
the AirPods don't fit in my ear. I have weird ear canals.
My husband's like you. Well, a new Apple AirPods feature for a hands-free experience is coming. So that big tech exhibition that happened over the weekend showed people that, hey, hands-free experience for AirPods is coming. So right now when you have AirPods, you can double tap the right one to move on to the next song, or you can answer Siri. People are sick of that. People want to be able to just move their hands and not talk to yourself. So essentially users can interact with Siri with a head nod to say yes,
right,
or shake to say no. So you can answer calls, text messages, and utilize other features without actually speaking or using your hands. These newest AirPods with these features are coming at $250 when they hit the market.
So when you're listening to music, you can't bang your head?
You can't bang your head because otherwise it might activate
You can
Siri.
do that now with your phone, right? You can shake your phone, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Can you?
I think you can turn on like certain features. That's cool. It's going to be in the AirPods, but I think your iPhone does. I don't know how to do it, but I saw that there was like a shake. They were showing me in the store in LA.
Yeah,
Like you can shake
you
for
can
yes.
shake your phone and it does this. Why would I ever shake my phone?
I don't
Turn it
know.
on. You can interact with Siri that way without talking.
To increase the chances of dropping
I'm
it.
going to shake my phone.
Kirk
Dude,
Hammett.
I'm
oh,
going right now, by the way, without a screen protector.
What's up with
Make
you?
you nervous?
It broke.
Better stop shaking the phone then.
I know.
Put it down.
I feel like I'm playing with fire.
Raw
I drop
dog in
my-
life right now.
If I drop my phone, it's all over.
Kirk Hammett was interviewed at a book signing in Germany, explained who he thinks the architects of heavy metal are to him, both in Metallica. Here's a little audio of Kirk talking about
Kirk
who the
Hammett from
foundation
Metallica.
is.
Here we go. Who is it?
We're worshiping at the altar of Judas Priest.
Judas Priest.
Music means so much to us, and you know the way Glenn Tipton came down and played the guitars. I mean, they're architects of what we now know as heavy metal.
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest.
I got it.
And so, yeah, they are among the foundational heavy metal bands. They formed in 1969. Obviously, Rob Halford is the metal god. He didn't join the band till much later, though. Like, he was on the first official release from Judas Priest, but they had a different singer whenever they were founded. In TV news, and I believe, Rafe, you were talking about this yesterday in the #2 show, the comic book drama The Boys on Amazon is coming to an end. The show's 5th season will be its last. On Tuesday, the announcement was made just days before the start of season 4, and the series creator wrote on Twitter saying, The Boys season 4 premiere week is a good time to announce that season 5 will be the final
So
season.
2 more seasons. It's a hell of a show.
And it was always his plan, by the way, for just 5 seasons.
That is a hell of a show. I know. Are you out on that? You said it got too weird.
The Boys?
Yeah.
I was just like gratuitous, just to be gratuitous, and I was kind of bored with it. I like the show, I like the story, but like that season opened, and I just went, "Oh, you got a story. Like, why do I need to do this?"
I think it's the best satire being done right now. Satire's hard in this world. People don't get it anymore. We live in such a crazy world that like satire goes over. It's hard to satire. It's hard to parody a parody. You know what I mean?
I think they were doing it well. It just got a little too.
Yeah.
Well,
I just like, and I said this yesterday on the #2 show. I like when a show gets to run its course. You know, the same way Breaking Bad. Like Vince Gilligan had X amount of seasons. He got to do them all, tell the story. The network's not trying to make it longer than it needs to be, and it's not getting canceled 1 season shy like Westworld. We're like, we'll never know what Jonathan Nolan had in store for us. Whether you liked Westworld or not, I like to see things through to completion.
Yes.
I'm a completionist in that way, and then I get annoyed when I'm invested in a show and it gets canceled.
Yeah,
or
so
when
Breaking Bad, he got to end it like he wanted to end it.
Right. Or there's shows that jump the shark, and it's like they're such a hit that they go on for 25 seasons they didn't need to.
Right. That's like American Horror Story.
Seems like
Just needs to
Walking
end.
Dead, too. Yeah. Like Is Walking Dead still on?
I think it is.
Sure it is.
Well, they made a movie, and that didn't do well. They brought back Rick Grimes, finished the story on that, and like it just was fan service. And by that time, they just milked it.
I'm telling you, if you haven't seen the boy, have you seen the boys?
No, I've not watched it.
Oh, it's very good.
Well, it says here,
Very violent.
the creator is thrilled to bring the story to a gory, epic, moist climax. Watch season 4 in 2 days because the end has begun.
Man, there's so much violence, so like crazy violence.
Yeah, the very first scene is the first scene where he's there with his girlfriend in the
Oh,
in the
yeah.
street. Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
sets the tone. And you go,
A-Train.
oh, it's going to be one of those.
Right, A-Train.
The fast guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that's, you know,
sets the tone.
What's the Quaid kid's name?
Dennis Quaid?
No, it's Dennis
it's
Quaid and
Randy.
Meg Ryan's kid.
Yeah, it's
Quaid.
Oh, that's cute.
Jack.
Randy's
Jack.
nephew.
Is it Jack?
Jack, you're correct.
Jack. He's great in it. Bill the Butcher's great in it.
Carl Urban.
The Homelander character is
That,
amazing.
that dude is incredible. We just saw him in something else. He's like a military guy, and I was like, that's the guy from The Boys. And
He's got the
almost
face-
unrecognizable.
like the face of an a-hole. Like, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's such a douchey face, and it's perfect for that role.
He plays something where he's like a mercenary or something, and he's got a
It's a good
beard,
show.
and you're like, that's the guy from The Boys. That's Homelander.
In other television news, we all love Ted Danson and Woody Harrelson on Cheers. They just dropped a new Cheers podcast called Where Everybody Knows Your Name. In the first episode, Will Arnett joins them to talk about Sam Malone's BDE. Here's a little audio about Ted Danson talking about his crotch.
What? Okay.
You did move like an athlete so well.
Jimmy Burrows helped me.
Really?
By saying, and it got me a lot of close-ups too, just reach down and grab yourself periodically. And, you know, athletes, for some reason, touch themselves a lot.
Did he really?
He did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recall that in Cheers.
That Sam Malone's touching his crotch all the time? Yeah, I don't either. But now I will go back and watch, and I will notice. Seth Meyers is losing his late-night band due to budget cuts. The 8G band will stop appearing on the After Hours NBC show commencing in the fall. NBC in May announced that they renewed Late Night with Seth Meyers through 2028. And this sucks because Fred Armisen of SNL, good friend of Seth Meyers, got this band together for Seth's show.
He was the band leader for
and
a
he
while.
was the band leader, and he comes back and plays drums, and then they would have different drummers sit in all the time, so it was a huge part of the show, and it just sucks, and it's just, you know, it wasn't just the band, all of their techs and people got cut as well, so that's a bummer. And when you think of biopics or movies about real life people, you hope that the casting director will get it as perfect as possible to the physical appearance of the person that is being featured. We talked about this yesterday with the Beatles biopics that are coming out and the casting for that.
Who's perfect castings for? Is this a list of
No,
the
this isn't a
perfect
list. This is Rob Lowe. I'm going to give you Rob Lowe. He has suggested who would play him if ever a biopic would come out in his honor of his
Oh,
life.
I saw this, and he's right.
And I agree.
Oh, who?
He's dead right.
He's right, except for, I hate to say this. I think he's thinking of a younger version of this guy,
Yeah.
and currently his head, his whole face, everything looks very different.
Oh, Zac Efron?
Zac Efron for Rob Lowe.
Zac Efron went box head, and I don't know if that was from like just
His
working
injury.
out and all that kind of stuff.
I think it was
or-
his injury, right? His jaw injury
I
he
don't know.
had.
I think he's I have been cheering for Zac Efron since he was a kid. I think that guy is great.
He's really talented.
I think he's really good.
Why not his son?
Rob
Zac
Lowe's son.
Efron's son?
Yeah, his son's an actor.
Well, his son, whenever Rob Lowe said, "Yeah, I think Zac Efron could play me," his son gave him some crap and was like, "Yeah,
I
Dad."
would too. Oh, cool,
All right,
man.
who are the perfect spot-on casting decisions for biopics?
Do you have a list
I have a list here, but
that have already been done?
that have already been done.
Ooh, would you consider Daniel Day-Lewis and Lincoln a biopic?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
of course.
Because I would never have put him there,
sure.
and then as soon as
He
you see him
looks-
there, you go, "Whoa,
pretty spot on.
that's."
I would say Jamie Foxx and Ray.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
great
good one.
Would you say Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
You know, Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash was pretty good to me.
And you guys are big Johnny Cash fans. Did that work?
I was at that time in his career, he had only really done Gladiator. And I was a very unlikable character, and I was not happy with the casting.
He
when
did
I saw it,
Parenthood.
and then when I saw the movie, I was like, man, that dude crushed it.
Yeah, he crushed it, but it's not. He doesn't necessarily look like Johnny or anything.
Something about his mouth did it for me. He had Johnny Cash mouth.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez as Selena.
Oh, that's a great casting for sure.
Joaquin refused to cover his
Scar.
cleft lip scar. Like, that's a thing in his contract. He's like, I'm not going to hide that in anything I do.
Salma Hayek as Frida.
Yeah.
It's good.
What about Lou Diamond Phillips as?
Richie Valens. Richie.
What about Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury?
Oh, that was pretty good.
How about Gary Busey as Buddy Holly?
Oh, dude, he got an Oscar nomination for that.
He sure did.
Pretty good.
That was pre-motorcycle abuse when he still kind of had his stuff together a little bit.
Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
However, Sean, the Napster guy with Justin Timberlake playing him, I didn't think that was the good casting in Social Network.
What about Austin Butler as Elvis?
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
All right.
I don't know. I can see that. I become a fan of that kid.
They said Denzel as Malcolm X.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, he crushed that.
Was a good one.
What about what's his face in the JFK thing? Was it Kevin Costner?
As the lawyer?
Yeah.
Kevin Costner was the lawyer.
Who wasn't there like a president one?
Was it Harrison Ford? No. Who played JFK?
Oh shit.
In JFK? I don't think JFK was in JFK.
Oh.
Yeah. What about Caviezel's Jesus?
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
There was something though. There was something like early '90s, like president kind of thing. I thought it was a Costner film. I think it wasn't JFK.
What about Bill Burr in the new Serial movie playing JFK? Because that was pretty good.
He got the accent down.
The frosted. You got to finish it.
I do? Okay.
It was
I
pretty,
never got that
It was
far.
all right.
Anybody see that new Marilyn Monroe movie? That woman that played Marilyn.
I thought it was
spot on.
Renee. Wasn't it Renee Zellweger?
Renee Zellweger played Judy Garland. And that was a good one.
You're thinking Michelle Williams playing
Michelle
Marilyn
Williams
Monroe.
was a great Marilyn Monroe.
That's not who the
Newest
No,
one.
Newest Marilyn
Anna
was.
de Armas played Marilyn.
She was good. I never saw it, but the poster.
What about Al Pacino playing the devil?
Yeah.
I thought he got it.
What about Sebastian Stan as Tommy Lee? What about
That was good.
Machine Gun Kelly?
Machine Gun
He
Kelly
was
as
good.
Tommy Lee?
Yeah.
He was a good.
Was pretty good. I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah,
Very good
that was
one.
his best work.
That's all I got.
Okay. And finally,
Lewis.
if you want to stream tonight, King of Collectibles is new on Netflix. My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman as Miley Cyrus from Tomorrow's on Hulu and Presumed Innocent on Apple TV+. These are things to stream tonight. And that is your crap on celebrities.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Kendra Wilkinson started out as one of Hugh Hefner's girlfriends on The Girls Next Door, and then tried to make a go of it with NFL star Hank Baskett. But then she threw in the towel in 2018. She's 39. Dave Franco, the younger brother of James Franco, who got to deliver the 21 Jump Street movie line, "I don't want to go to jail. What happens to a handsome guy like me in jail? It rhymes with grape." That's Dave Franco's best line, apparently.
Wow.
That's what's featured on this site. He's 39. Chris Young, the country singer, is 39. Adriana Lima, one of your faves, is 43. Timothy Simons, that's Jonah Ryan on Veep. You know Jonah?
He's such a jerk.
That character was amazing. Timothy is 46. Kenny Wayne Shepherd is 47. Jason Mewes of Jay and Silent Bob. He's Jay in Jay and Silent Bob.
Jonah was the assistant, right? He was always pushed around.
Jonah was the
Jonah
obnoxious guy.
he wanted to be Veep's assistant.
Yes.
And he was just the
He was,
worst.
Oh, yeah, he was such a jerk.
And then he ran himself.
That's right.
Yeah.
this
Jonah. Yeah. Another great show, yeah.
He's this guy. Tall and kind of weird and kind of lanky.
Yes.
That guy's amazing. Let's see. We got Jason Mewes. He's 50. Scott Thompson from Kids in the Hall is 65. Jenny Lee Harrison, his second blonde roommate, Cindy on Three's Company, is 66. Meredith Brooks, biggest hit is
Bitch.
And her other hit is
Bitch.
I'm a bitch, too.
Meredith Brooks is 66. Timothy Busfield, the redheaded Elliot on 30-something, and Poindexter in Revenge of the Nerds is 67. Bun E. Carlos.
Cheap Trick.
That's right, Cheap Trick. Chubby, glasses-wearing, goateed former drummer, they say, is and also a Hall of Famer, is 74 years old. And Marv Albert, the legendary sportscaster who...
He bit a hooker.
Got in trouble for biting ladies.
I bite butts. Yes.
Yeah, bite backs. Bite backs, Marv Albert. Two first names, is 83 years old.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Vicky Vett. And today's birthday girl has been in 440 fine films, including America's Next Top MILF, Ass-O-Rama, Big Sausage Pizza 14, Buttman's Vault of Whores, Rectal Rooter 5, Scott's favorite sodomy sandwiches.
It's a great one,
They
dude.
make a great cute
It's cool. It's like Good Burger, but
Super Whores 1, When Cougars Attack, and Who Can Forget a Roll, and 2005's Fudge at the Bottom. What is that about?
Hope on
I
top.
don't know. I can't figure that one out.
Vicky Vett is 60 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.
3 addendums to the biopic conversation that popped in my head after we stopped talking about it. Jim Carrey as Andy Kaufman.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Christian Bale as Dick Cheney in Vice. I thought he crushed
Holy
that.
crap, that was great.
one.
And Michael Shannon as George Jones in George and Tammy.
Yeah,
and
that was
honestly,
really good.
who played Tammy Wynette in that, Scott? She was great, too,
Yeah,
man.
she is fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
It's the lady from Jurassic Park. Help me
Laura
out.
Dern.
Oh,
Yep.
You know the other one
New
that,
Jurassic
that
Park.
I forget who did it. I think it was that guy that was supposed to be a huge star and wasn't. The dude that played the guy in Waco, David Koresh.
You talking Ron
Oh,
Howard's
yeah.
daughter?
Well, what's his name? John something?
Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch.
He was great.
That guy was phenomenal in that.
Who played Tammy Faye Baker in Jim and Tammy?
I never saw that. Let's see.
That just came out, and she was it's a big actress too. She was spot on.
Yeah. And Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al. That was perfect.
That wasn't Bryce Dallas Howard, was it?
Yes.
That's Ron Howard's daughter?
Yes, I think she was great in that.
She
may have been nominated for that one too.
It says Jessica Chastain.
Oh, Jessica Chastain.
They look alike.
They look exactly
They look alike.
Oh, why?
Dang
Because
it.
they're both redheads?
Yep, they all look the same.
That's it.
Golly,
Exactly.
I can't believe
She
you
was also
said
in,
that in
she also
public.
was Tammy Wynette.
What?
She played 2 Tammys. She was also Tammy Wynette.
There you go.
Jessica Chastain.
You need a Tammy. You go to Jessica Chastain. That's how it
We'll
is.
take a break. We'll come back. We have some of your emails, and I'll get to some food news. It is 7:59. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Severe delays, 270 eastbound between 44 and Ladue. Also still the crash 270 westbound at Dunn Road. Your point forecast, sunny, high of 92. Right now it's 69 at the point studio.
And it's Riz. We are backstage at Point Fest, and say hi to POD. Hello, fellas.
Hello, hello. What's up?
I can hear him right now saying hello. Welcome back to St. Louis. Welcome back to Point Fest.
Yeah. Great to be
St.
in
Louis. St. Louis, indeed.
In the house.
You like it here?
Oh, yeah. We've been coming here for many, many, many years.
Any?
I want to say a few decades. Yeah, it's been a while. For sure.
Any memories, special memories of St. Louis?
It is, but it's not a good one. We actually went to we were touring in a van back in the day.
Sunset Hills Subaru. Get out of that jalopy and get in a new Subaru. Do it now. It's summertime. You'll get laid, I promise you. #1 volume Subaru dealer in Missouri for 5 years straight and voted best new car dealer in St. Louis by STL today. Some restrictions on getting laid may apply. I will tell you this. It is not a coincidence that they take good care of you down there at Sunset Hills Subaru. It is by design. They have the coolest showroom, the best snacks, and they're pet friendly. So whether you got some sort of monitor lizard that keeps you calm when you go car shopping, whatever it is, you could take it down there to Sunset Hills Subaru. But I think the most important thing is you'll never be charged over MSRP like some shady dealers charging thousands over sticker. They're back to saving people money compared to the competition. I ain't talking about a couple $100. I ain't talking about $50. They're not trying to slap a clear coat on the bottom and trick you like most car dealers. They're saving you thousands of dollars compared to the competition because they're doing that much volume because people love them that much. And if you're absolutely against going down to a dealership, if you've sworn it off, if that's your New Year's resolution, fine. You could shop online. You don't even have to come into the store. You'll just get the same great inventory, same great service. They'll drop your car off. They'll even bring a dog for you to pet because they keep 2 on staff just in case you need one. I don't know what else you would need. Go right now. Upgrade your life. Upgrade your car. SunsetHillsSubaru.com. SunsetHillsSubaru.com.
It's like Blink-182.
Yeah.
Good to go? All right, we are very, very excited about this one tonight. I have to tell you this, Amy Lee. Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Hi.
Peabody Opera House show tonight. So it was so great when we announced this particular show because it was almost like a firework that went off twice because people were like, oh, Evanescence is coming back, and they'd be excited. And then, oh, it's with an orchestra. Ooh, you know what I mean? People were so excited about this and playing this beautiful Peabody Opera House. It's the perfect place for it. You've got to play some pretty great venues during this run with the orchestra, right?
That's right. It's been a whole new world. Normally,
you know, what we gravitate towards and what I want is like no seats in the house, like no built-in seats. We have people standing up. It's rock and roll, you know. Everything about it is this whole different vibe. And this time, for the first time, and you know, I don't know, over 15 years, it's like, okay, we need like classy, beautiful theaters with seats, and we're gonna make a program, and I might wear some fancy clothes. It's gonna be all different. It's been really beautiful. We played some historical places. One of my favorite theaters in my hometown in New York is in Brooklyn. It's called the King's Theater, and we just got to actually play there after, you know, I'd only been there seeing other things that I'm a big fan of. I saw Bjork there, I saw Erykah Badu there, and it was such an experience. Really, it's been very fun and fun in a different way, like a almost like, whoa, like out of body experience kind of.
All right, it's time to reach out to the pros, have them come over and check your roof, have them check your siding, have them check your gutters as well. And that's Gorilla Roofing. And all you got to do is go to gorillaroofing.com, and they will do a free estimate on your house. And what I love about Gorilla Roofing is it's created right here in St. Louis by two brothers that are born and raised through and through Missourians, and they love this area, and they want the best of the best for you. And they're sick and tired of the fly-by-night kind of guys, and these are the most trustworthy, amazing fellas. And that's why I love gorillaroofing.com, is because of them. And I mean, they have a 5-star rating on Google, and I think there's thousands of folks that love them as well. And so if you go to gorillaroofing.com, again, you get that free estimate. They'll come over, they'll check your roof, and if you have any storm damage or any of that, they will work with your insurance company and make it as easy as possible. So go to gorillaroofing.com right now and have them come over, check your siding, check your gutters, see what's going on in that roof. That's gorillaroofing.com, gorillaroofing.com.
By the one and the only Brent Smith of Shinedown.
I forgot how that song goes. All I heard was ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what are the actual words?
I don't think anybody actually knows.
Is that girls?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
There we go. That is some 80s.
You know what? We
That
got
is
to bring it back
hardcore.
for the weekends,
Okay.
right? The holiday weekends. So we got Brent Smith, Shinedown. It's a Point Big summer show. Couldn't be more excited to have you guys, Jelly Roll, back in St. Louis.
Yep. And John Harvey for the first time.
And Don Harvey. It's going to be insane. So this is the Planet Zero World Tour.
It
and,
is.
You know, I'm not supposed to play favorites, but I'm a little obsessed with the album.
Cool.
A little obsessed with it. Now, what I think makes this album so interesting and so cool is that every few songs, there's a Siri type AI
Siren.
voice. Siren. Okay,
name.
can you tell me a little bit about Siren?
I can tell you how it was born, the dynamic of this album, because our last record was Attention, which was a story album and was always meant to be conceptual. We did not set out to make a conceptual piece again with Planet Zero. It just kind of fell into place. But you know, we wrote this album in the midst of a pandemic.
Sure.
And there was a lot of things going on in the United States. There was a lot of things going on in the entire world. And I just remember getting to Charleston with Eric Bass, our bass player, who's also the producer, engineer, and the mixer of Planet Zero.
The brain.
Yep. And I remember it was like June of 2020, and he just looked at me, and it was pretty early on in the writing process, but he just said, it feels like we're on Planet Zero right now. And so it just opened up a floodgate of emotions and very, very thought-provoking ideas, and a lot of the subject matter were things that we had never tackled before, but very rarely does an artist and an audience and a world, not just a country, experience something like a pandemic for the first time. At least in our generation, the last one was 100 years ago. And so we're all in the same playing field. And we had to write about what was going on, but we also needed to make sure that we talked about the road forward. And the only way, I don't care who you are, the only road forward is together.
Amen.
You can have opinions, you can have disagreements and all those types of things, and nurture those elements with each other as human beings, but we are much stronger together. So it's a very ferocious record, but it's also a very triumphant record.
Absolutely, and I think that siren voice it says the quiet part out loud, what we're all thinking, and it really puts it in the forefront. And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Daylight is Shinedown's 19th #1.
It's insane.
How does that feel?
Not real. Well, the other thing that's crazy about it is, you know, Daylight is actually the 29th single that we've released as a band. So it's the 19th #1 at rock radio in the United States.
Decided to buy a house. Great. Oh, but the interest rates. Oh, it's like 7.5% or whatever. You shouldn't buy right now. And that's what you're being told. But that's not true. If you find your dream home, like I have to have this house. This is what we've always wanted. Buy now and then refinance next year when rates go down. Kevin Putney, call him up. He'll crunch the numbers for you. He'll find the loan that fits your needs. He loves putting that puzzle together. Everybody's situation is going to be different. He says a loan is like a fingerprint, a mortgage is like a fingerprint. Everybody's loan, everybody's mortgage, everybody's fingerprints are different. So Kevin loves taking care of Riz Show people, Riz Show listeners. He'll find that loan. He's a great dude. We bought our last house through Kevin, refinanced twice with him. And the whole process, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. That's the 1, 2, 3 mortgage team. 314-862-0123. And he's got so many different programs, first-time home buyer programs, down payment assistant programs. Kevin Putney, the 1, 2, 3 mortgage team. 314-862-0123. Online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, equalizing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and I am absolutely honored and incredibly nervous, as a matter of fact, to have the pleasure of speaking to Alice in Chains. Gentlemen, thank you so very much. It's really great to see you here today.
Why is he nervous? Is he owes money or something?
I do not. I do not.
You slept with my wife, you son of a bitch.
Oh. See, none of those kinds of things other than just your random fanboy saw you in '93 at Lollapalooza,
That's all right.
all
That's
of that sort
acceptable.
of thing, you know?
All
But
good, man.
It's really great to have you here. And, you know, one of the things that...
If you're scrolling through TikTok or Twitter or Instagram, a lot of these influencers are putting videos out of them. So it's a camera facing themselves with some guy in the background and them saying, look how guys are just undressing me with their eyes.
I've not seen these videos.
No?
They're hilarious.
At the gym. A lot of it's at the gym.
Or checking out at the grocery store.
Did you see that one?
I've seen
the
two
latest
of them,
one?
and they're so stupid.
So this
So dumb.
TikToker's look counter of a man allegedly staring at her on the supermarket line is not looking good for the TikToker.
I've seen the gym videos where, like, women, it's mainly women, get upset when men are gawking at them at the gym.
But they're filming themselves, so you know they're putting their strut out.
They're filming themselves to be seen later on by people.
No, they're not. Not all the time. If I were at a gym and I was doing my squats and there was a man, like, oddly in the background watching me, I would get my phone out and be like, what the hell's with this guy? I'd call him out.
There are creepsters out there for sure.
Yeah, I think that's different. What a lot of these are, they're purposely filming, you know, and they're doing their whole thing to cause a scene and get
A lot of
the
people do
promotion.
film their progress at the gym. Men and everybody does that, I think. But I've seen a couple of the videos where the creepers, it's like the guy in the bushes, like, and it's uncomfortable for women.
Sure, there are creepsters out there. 100%.
Wait, you can notice when I'm wearing the
Yes,
fake bush
Scott,
thing at
you
the,
have to stop.
Yeah, he's wearing his ghillie suit. He wears a ghillie suit into
Why is
Planet
there
Fitness.
a bush in the hallway, Scott?
Like a Fortnite
You little
character?
perv.
I didn't know anyone could see me.
Is there a bush driving that Hyundai Sonata?
Right.
With Adidas workout shoes on.
Why is there a bush eating at heavy smoke?
And then it sits down.
Get out
Why
of
is
here.
that bush vigorously masturbating?
Hey!
There's a couple of those gals that have been busted recently because they were doing it for like outrage, you know, for the
outrage clicks,
for the outrage clicks and the comments and all that.
Yeah, man, it's fake.
Two of the gals got busted because people were zooming in on the guys that were supposedly
Checking them
illegally, and they're like, this guy's eyes never once went over to her. She's not telling you that the entire wall is mirrors. The guy's checking himself out in the mirror
Working
because he's
out.
working out. And she was like, shame on this guy. And I think one of the guys got fired. Like she got one of the guys fired.
I saw one guy.
And it turns out he never even looked at her.
Well, that sucks if that's the one truth that came out.
One truth. I saw one where a guy lost his job too, but he was looking at the TV screens above her.
A lot of this is fake also. It's just like trying to get views.
Yeah, the Facebook.
I want
fake
to. Some
videos.
of them, dude, are like the girls are like OF girls who are literally like sitting on a workout ball, riding it like sexually. It's not a. They're not doing squats. They're like sitting on one of those little pads, like with their phone set up, like riding it like they're having sex.
Right.
Yeah.
And then turning around and being like, "How dare you!"
Yeah, they're taking
Everyone's
advantage.
like, "What are you doing? Like you're making love to the bench press machine."
There's no
right now."
context to anything.
Well,
sure.
So you could be working out, and I could look over at you to see if you're done with the machine.
They're taking advantage of the positive culture shift by exploiting the outrage, the potential outrage.
Anyway, so the latest thing
We're
is
acting like men don't check out chicks at the gym.
100%. We do.
Who said nothing? I didn't say anything
So
about
I'm
that.
just saying, like, but you guys are focusing on the fake ones that have come out. It's like, no, this actually happens too. So don't like overwrite it with these videos are fake and the outrage.
Yeah, but these videos are all over the place.
Yeah, because some of them are true and some of them are false. Like you can be aggravated about the guy that
You know
got
what?
fired, but
No more cameras at the gym because of you.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
I would love to have
Thank you.
cameras at the gym.
We're not saying that.
But that's still gonna. People are still gonna oogle.
No, we're
It's
saying
gross.
we're saying that, but a lot of these videos that are purposely done to make.
I agree
I'm
with
bringing
you.
this
That
up.
sucks.
I'm bringing this up as an example because a woman has stirred up some controversy after filming herself at a supermarket like self-checkout line, seemingly with the intent of recording a guy behind her
Yeah.
who's just kind of glancing in her general direction. So the video, it's gone viral. A lot of people will point out, like, this dude is just waiting for his turn and not being creepy. Like, if somebody's at a self-checkout and you see them start setting up their camera and you're in line waiting to use that kiosk, you're not going to look over.
Well, maybe he's looking at a York peppermint patty. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like-
it's a 36-second clip posted by this woman named Katie Miller who takes her time moving through the self-checkout process while having her phone set up to film herself. And then she adds text that reads, "look counter," and tallies up 7 times the man looked her way. And throughout the video, she rolls her eyes and giggles uncomfortably as she watches the guy via the footage on the phone.
I wonder why he's looking over.
Because she's not doing it. She set up the camera
Giggling?
and she's not doing anything.
She's at the checkout
She's at
giggling.
the checkout line.
I would say, hey, come on, hurry up. I got things to do. What are you doing?
And so she puts this up for this outrage, for the outrage views.
Uh-huh.
And people are like, dude, this guy is literally waiting on people to hurry up so he could check out his food. You're holding up the checkout line.
Well, I'm sorry that this happened. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, that sucks that she's filming and being weird and that guy is getting called out for just looking in that general direction.
What I'm saying is some of these videos are being posted for these outrage views, and people are their lives are being destroyed.
I understand that. Also, people are uncomfortable. I mean, I don't know. It's a balance. I don't know what to do. I don't know if
delicate dance.
I don't know if filming a guy checking you out is going to make less guys change the behavior of the creepsters. I don't know if that works. You know, maybe it does for some. They're like, oh God, I don't want to be on somebody's camera. I don't know.
Well, getting busted exploiting the shift in culture will slow down the shift in the culture. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think we're going in a positive direction where this kind of stuff is being tolerated less, and that's a good thing. But then when it's exploited in this sense, and the only videos you're seeing are the phony balonies that are doing it for the views and for the comments, it will slow the progress. You're asking for the pendulum to swing back in the wrong direction.
It emboldens
faster.
anyone on the fringe sides. Like, it emboldens people to get their phones out and lose it. Or
just
or
for the
people
sake
not
of
change
losing
their
it.
behavior and learn nothing.
Right, yeah. The extremes are hurting the mean going in the right direction.
It's also a good reminder that you're being filmed everywhere. So just be your best
Just be
behavior,
bet-
be nice.
I just look down.
There's
Respect
also-
people, be nice.
Yeah. There's also a lot of like non-sexual. There's tons of these videos of people like we're so invasive with our phones. Like people at the gym are getting mad because like dudes at other dudes who are just like filming themselves constantly working out. He's like, bro, you're taking up time. Like you're like someone walks in front and he's like, hey man, I'm recording. And he's like, dude, your phone's like 30 feet away from you.
It's not your gym.
You're at a Planet Fitness, bruh. Like, sorry, we paid $9 a month for a membership, but we're all supposed to clear out because you're making like
That's probably one place you won't see it is Planet Fitness because it's an
anti-lunk.
Yeah, it's an anti-swole gym.
No lunk. You want the lunk alarm to go off, you'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, there's a guy named Joey Swole. There's a guy named Joey Swole who puts out videos of, like, calling out people that do that.
Yeah,
like that. You know, you set up your tripod and you walk in front of them because you don't know they're filming themselves working out, and when they get pissed. Yeah, Joey Swole steps in.
Well, I think we need to be honest with ourselves. Like, I will every now and then, just for fun, I will post on my Instagram like me doing headstands because I enjoy doing them and I think I'm good at them.
Yeah,
and so I like it. I like putting music to it. It's a little fun, creative.
You're in your basement usually,
but I also know that it's like stupid. And I know, like, some people are probably like rolling their eyes in the back of their head, like, oh, here's this bitch again, like standing on her head, nobody gives an ass. Like, I get that. I welcome that. The joy outweighs the concern. People that go to the gym who film themselves, they're acting like they're not doing it, that they're not the one who set it up. It's very nonchalant. My bicep is so big. Like, they never like surrender to the ridiculousness. And that's the thing I have a problem with. I love when people make fun of themselves and but
self-deprecating.
Or you're actively saying like, I'm so impressed with myself, dude. I've lost all this weight. I've bulked up. I'm jacked. Look at
That's
this.
fine. That's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sure.
But if I walk in front of your shot, don't get pissed. We're at a public gym.
We're at a public gym.
Yeah. Or if you walk in, because this didn't catch on, and thank God, but there was a moment they were trying to get men's yoga pants to catch on. And that was disturbing at the
Too
gym.
much moose knuckle.
It was
so much moose knuckle.
And brother, let me tell you, the ladies were not looking in a way of getting hot, looking in a way of like, no.
Vomiting.
Because that's like people, like what gym attire is, it's skimpy sometimes. And it's okay. You should be able to wear that or whatever. But I think a lot of times, like your natural instinct is like, whoa. All right, you just can't gawk. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to notice. Yeah. You're a human being.
You know what I work out in?
What?
A terry cloth robe.
Oh,
me too.
God.
Stop.
I work out in a beekeeper outfit.
Stop looking at me.
I'm in a full beekeeper. They don't even know who's in there. I'm in a bomb squad outfit when I go to the gym.
And full transparency, I mean, I'll be at the gym and I'll see a fit, toned up, gorgeous woman walk by, and I'm like, damn. So I know it's hard to.
Oh, you're not looking at any guys?
I'm looking at guys too, but I'm not like gawking. But I'll be like, oh my God, look, way to go.
Some of these are not even gawking. They're like quick glance looks.
Yeah, and that's not right. That's not right to get a life ruined over that.
Life ruined.
It's the people that are staring that make people uncomfortable is what I'm talking about.
Yes,
we agree.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree on that.
I've
There
been to
needs
the
to
gym
be
a
a
lot,
rule.
and that doesn't happen all that often. And when it does, it's pretty quickly fixed. Because if somebody's uncomfortable, they go over and they go, "Hey, this guy's freaking me out."
No, they leave. Women leave. I mean, I've done it. Like I've been at places where I'm like, I'm just freaked out. I don't want to be here if people are, I've had that moment, and so you just and that sucks. Yeah, because I don't want to have to change my experience.
And can I talk about other things on TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I left because of the guys wearing yoga pants.
You got checked out at a gym by a dude, right? You got uncomfortable by a guy like recently, I thought. That was like looking at you and he had his like balls out or something at the gym.
I mean,
in the locker room?
Balls out?
Yeah, I think you posted about this. Like this guy you were on tour somewhere. I think that you were down in Austin.
In
Rafe.
the gym?
And there was a guy
like actually on the floor of the gym?
The way that he was moving
or the locker
something,
room.
you got uncomfortable.
I don't know. I mean, there might have been a guy like humping in the gym. I think he was like the way he was like getting on the. I don't remember.
Or he
what
was
that
like shooting a beef at
but
you or
didn't
something.
post a picture of him. You didn't post a picture of him.
No.
That's uncalled for.
Or at least not his face. I mean,
you don't post a picture.
I'm not even 100% sure this was me. I don't remember this.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
Great story.
Each gym needs to have a tiny little room. It's the film room.
The influencer room.
Yeah,
and you get it for 15-minute blocks.
That's a good idea.
There's some free weights in there.
Here's a couple free weights. Here's a
little
couple
selfie
things.
background.
Yeah. Do your thing.
Look at me, I'm working out in front of the Parthenon.
Hell yeah.
You can book our TikTok.
Yeah, it's got a green screen. That'd be sick. Sweet. I'm on the beach in Greece.
That's a good idea, dude. Honestly, like having a TikTok studio in a gym where you had to like book it and like just waiting where you'd have to like book like a yoga session.
Yeah, and your phone is in a bin unless you're in the Instagram room.
And you could pay people to stand in the background to stare if you need to.
Look at this guy checking me out.
If that's your Facebook, yeah.
All right, here's what else is making the rounds. This whole ketchup on Kit Kat thing. Has anybody seen this? I was looking for. We don't have a regular chocolate Kit Kat here in the commissary.
You're thinking about the guy farting on me at Planet Fitness.
Thank you.
came back to me.
Oh, got it.
I wasn't uncomfortable because he was hitting on me. He literally was farting
Okay, my bad.
really hard while he was like right nearby me, and I was like, this guy's just blowing me up right now. But I digress. Go ahead.
Go back to the
All right, catch up on Kit Kats. This seems to be a thing.
like delicious.
I don't know. There are videos of people slathering ketchup on Kit Kats, and one guy calls it damn tasty. In fact, people are apparently liking this. Check this out.
Kit Kat with ketchup, surprisingly good. Well, I have my doubts about this, but let's give it a try here. Kit Kat. Ketchup. Gotta get it in the nooks and crannies.
Ew.
Does the government know about this? This feels illegal. This should be illegal.
Loves it.
Why does that work?
I love his joy.
Wow.
Okay.
He's definitely high.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try anything, guy, and I don't.
I may want to try this.
Think I don't. I think I don't want to try this.
I think I want to try this.
Ketchup ruins
Somebody
a lot of
compares it to chocolate-covered strawberry, but saltier and tangier.
Chocolate covered strawberry.
Said it's worth trying, but they wouldn't eat it again.
But
One
where's
person
the
took a
ketchup?
bite and said, "No, I don't like it." It's pretty divisive. It's called the Kit Ketchup, but I don't know.
Would you put chocolate on a tomato?
No.
I wouldn't think of doing that, but
Well, you put them
But here's the
around
thing.
a strawberry.
For the most part, people have thought of it all.
I guess we're here now.
So if we're not if we're not already having chocolate covered tomatoes,
Somebody may have said at one point, "Ew, jelly with peanut butter? Ugh,
Right.
I'm not doing that."
yeah, but that
and
was,
now look.
that was before humanity really got
Now
their
look.
crap together.
Now look.
Yeah.
Here's a fun hack for summer picnics or trips to the beach. Have you seen the snackle box trend?
No. Snack. Oh, like a tackle box.
It's a tackle box
filled with snacks. I've done this before.
Oh, that's pretty brilliant.
It's a tackle box full of snacks, and it's a hot
Snackle
thing.
box. That's cute.
The idea is that it's number one portable, and it's already got built-in dividers.
Yeah, all the little. Whoop.
Great for the winery. Going to Herman.
You can put all
Take a
kinds of
snackle
snacks
box.
in
Yeah.
there, and they won't mingle. They won't mix.
Plus, and it's probably unlikely that somebody's going to go in there and take your snacks.
Yeah,
Because they
right.
think you just got lures and things.
Yeah, companies sell legit snackle boxes now on Amazon and other sites. You can also just buy a regular tackle box and fill it with food. Or if you really want to do it right, empty out your dad's tackle box, maybe clean the fish guts out, and toss some brie in there. I don't know.
I don't know. You do you.
It depends.
Not a bad
if you're
idea.
fishing for catfish, don't use it.
Also suggest a caboodle, you know? Caboodle was a makeup case in the 80s,
yeah.
and I feel like you would get better portions in a caboodle than you would a tackle box.
If you really want to keep people away from your snacks, just put some catfish bait on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Yummy, dude.
That's
That
the
stuff's
worst.
yummy.
Any sort of stink bait. Ugh.
Oh, two yummies?
Two yummies.
Two
in a row.
yummies. Mark it down.
Is that $200? Are those $25
$200
violations or
Yeah,
$100
$200.
violations?
$200.
Let's keep it going.
Wendy's is looking out for dads this Father's Day weekend. From Friday through Sunday, Wendy's is doing a buy one, get one on all Baconator sandwiches. So Wendy's wants to kill your dad. He wants to give your dad high cholesterol.
Dang it, Wendy.
Wendy's never really had my dad in my dad's health in mind, right?
No, Wendy's does not have your dad's
I mean,
health in mind.
Baconators and Frosties.
Buy one, get one on all Baconator sandwiches. So you could buy the Baconator, the Sunny Baconator, the Pretzel Baconator, the Breakfast Baconator.
Is that the
and you
double
get a second
patty?
one for free.
Double patty, double cheese, bacon, and something.
It's a lot of bacon.
Something else.
You know what? I don't blame Wendy at all. She's got daddy issues. Dave Thomas died how many years ago? Celebrating Father's Day is not good for Wendy, okay?
Dave Thomas was a great father.
Yeah,
He
and
was a great
he was
father.
like 47 when he
But
passed.
she's sad, you know? So
But
she's
he-
taking it out on our dad.
He was an old man
but
when
he
he
looked,
passed.
but he looked old for decades.
Dave Thomas was an old man when
Was
he
he?
passed.
How old was he?
He was a true
He had to have
American.
been in his 70s or 80s.
Dave Thomas. Here we go. He died in 02,
He was in his 70s.
69.
But he had the same face.
He was
since I was a kid.
69.
Sweet
I
Dave
told you,
Thomas.
dude.
No way.
That means like when we started seeing him, he was in his 40s.
I thought for sure he was up
Yeah,
there.
he looked 70 his entire life.
Sweet Dave Thomas was 69.
Yep.
Dave Thomas.
Bless him.
Yeah, dude.
How is that-
Look at here. He's 41 here. He's 63 here. It's the same
Look
guy.
at Warren Buffett this year. They
That's
look the
14
same.
years older than me. No.
You better start
24
looking
years.
like this.
No.
Is your
Yeah,
brain
24.
69?
Yeah, no.
We're all going to look like this here in a couple more years.
Warren
Just doing
Buffett's
this morning
93.
radio.
4 years.
Basically, looks like Dave
5
Thomas.
years older than me.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Heck
if you
of a
want
history.
the buy one get one Baconator for Father's Day. You don't have to be a father. Find more details in the Wendy's app.
Didn't they have something else come out recently, Wendy's? Or did they change their fries? What were they just in the news for? They did something wild.
Wendy's?
Yeah, the only reason I think about it is because I never think about Wendy's.
Are they saucing their nuggets? That's
Oh,
what they're
is that
doing.
what it was?
The saucy nugs.
Saucy nugs.
Remember I said Wendy's chicken nuggets suck?
Oh, yeah,
And
last
I
week.
stand by that.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a National Corn on the Cob Day.
Yes.
Did
Love
you
it.
all celebrate?
I did. I grilled corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob, one of America's favorite dishes. And the site YouGov made a list of the top 10 most beloved foods America is known for. Now, corn on the cob snuck in at number 10. America's known for corn on the cob.
Yes.
What are the top 10 foods that America is known for?
Burgers.
Hamburgers or cheeseburgers?
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers, number 4. Hamburgers, number 3.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs did not make the top 10.
That's Germany bratwurst, right? Like,
Zero.
they're probably known for that more than we.
American foods. What's number 1?
Ironically, French fries.
French fries, number 2.
Ooh, Rafe.
Fried potatoes, number 2.
What's the list?
Pancakes.
The most beloved foods America is known for.
Donuts.
Fried chicken.
No.
Fried chicken is number 8. No sweets on here.
Sloppy Joe.
Nope.
The
Corn on
Coney
the
dog.
cob was 10.
Mac and cheese.
Peaches.
No sweets on here. No fruit.
Oh.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, no.
We're missing number 1. We got fries, fried chicken.
Hot dogs just missed the top 10, by the way. They were number like 15.
Hot wings.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger was number 4. No spam.
Hot wings wasn't on there?
Hot wings did not make the top
That's
10.
unfortunate.
I will tell you, just missing the top 20, or I'm sorry, the top 10, apple pie, ribs, turkey sandwich, tater tots, roast beef, Philly cheesesteak, chicken pot pie, hot
Philly
dogs, and
didn't
sloppy
make it,
joes.
Show me steaks.
Yes, steak and baked potato was number 6. So like steak and baked potato, and then they have steak and fries, which was number 9.
We did
Bacon.
chicken strips yet?
Is it breakfast? Is something with breakfast?
No,
It's an entree. It's a dinner entree.
it's a side dish.
Bacon.
Potato salad.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes,
Great.
number
Number
1.
one.
Potatoes.
Knew it was in the potato family.
Congratulations.
Haven't they been mashing potatoes since the
Mashed
Stone
potatoes.
Age?
Mashed
No, we
potatoes
invented that here.
is the number 1 most beloved American food. Grilled cheese is number 5. Hash
Grilled
browns.
cheese.
This country's got it going on.
Yeah, we
grilled
do.
cheese.
I'd eat the hell out of all this stuff.
I would too.
Not a huge fan of corn on the cob, honestly.
Do you like Mexican street corn on a cob?
Oh,
Yeah.
With the
That's the only way to do
cocha
it.
cheese?
The cojita.
Cojita. Cocha.
Pork steak not on there?
Pork steak did not make it.
Like you were trying to lull me out of my cave, and I wasn't taking the bait because I was like, I knew I was going to be crushed.
No, and finally in food news, we'll do a little quiz here, and then we'll get to your emails. We'll do a little quiz here. Remember, Dr. Pepper just passed Pepsi as the number 2 soda behind Coca-Cola in terms of market share. Big deal.
Yeah.
my son had
Pepsi's on the backside.
My son had Mr. Pibb for the first time yesterday.
And?
He just was like, oh, yeah, this is a cheap wannabe Dr. Pepper. Doesn't
Yeah,
he goes, doesn't even get close. And I
Really?
was like, what? I think it gets close. At least it's a arrow shot in the same direction. He goes, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would go for it.
Dr. Pepper's a doctor. Mr. Pibb's a holistic healer. You know what I'm saying? It's just not measuring up.
I want to say shout out to listener Zach, who I saw at Schnucks the other day, who works for Dr. Pepper, and he said hello. And
Howdy.
And I said, oh, he had his Dr. Pepper shirt on, and he's like, and I go, you're working for the number 2 soda. He goes, I know.
This
he was
is a
very
big
exciting.
deal. The doctor's in.
That's pretty cool.
All right, so let's go around the horn here. I got soda, fact, or fiction.
Okay.
So I'll give you a statement. Tell me if it's a true statement or it is something we made up. Moon, Coca-Cola was originally green. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Fact.
That's what I meant.
Learn. Dr. Pepper debuted in 1885, 1 year before Coca-Cola.
Fact.
Fact.
Thank you.
Rafe, Pepsi Cola got its name from the pepsin nuts used in the recipe.
Fiction.
Fact. Scott, Coca-Cola says only 2 people alive know the Coca-Cola recipe, and they aren't allowed to travel on the same plane in case it crashes.
True.
Fact.
That is true.
Whoa.
Yep. I know.
Moon, Coke debuted the 2-liter bottle in 1970.
That sounds like a fact.
Fiction. It was Pepsi that did it.
Stop asking me about Coke. I don't know anything.
Pepsi did it.
Give me Dr. Pepper.
Learn Dr. Pepper promoted itself as a hot drink for the winter of the 60s.
It's true.
If you heat it up, it turns thicker, almost like apple cider.
You got it.
True.
That tracks. That actually should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Rafe, pouring a can of Pepsi on a car battery removes all the corrosion.
True.
Fact.
Yeah.
But disconnect the battery first. Scott, some state highway patrols use Coca-Cola to clean blood off the pavement. I'm sorry. Some state highway patrols use Coca-Cola to clean blood off the pavement after an accident.
I'm going to say true.
That is a ridiculous internet legend.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Some of the
CSI.
That would work.
Some of the other stuff
Hib.
before proven isn't ridiculous.
I mean, it'll
I've
dissolve
watched YouTube
bones.
videos where they put like a rusty bolt in a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi, and it's
yeah, but then
kind of got
some,
me off dark soda.
but then
'cause
some demon child jumps out.
it's corrosive. No, I've seen
What's
those.
the one where you pour a Pepsi on or a Coke on a pork's
And all
a
the
piece of
worms
pork
come
and all
out?
the worms come out?
I've seen
Oh,
those
yeah.
too.
I want to see if that's
Was that real?
I don't know.
I think so. They
Oh
don't
my-
like Coca-Cola.
You like eating pork worms? That's disgusting.
Like raw pork.
Yeah, they pour like a raw pork chop or steak, and worms come crawling out. All right, Moon.
All right.
The period after the abbreviation Doctor on the Dr. Pepper logo is actually a tiny drawing of a bottle of soda.
Show me fiction.
That's fiction. All right.
Told you,
There
give me
is-
Dr. Pepper stuff.
There is no period after the Doctor. That was removed in the 1950s to make the logo more readable.
I knew that.
Yeah,
Fact.
of course you knew that. That is fact.
Another point.
Learn.
Yeah.
Last one. Pepsi kills most breeds of cockroaches on contact.
That is false, Riz.
That is
Really?
Pepsi kills most breeds of cockroaches on contact.
Just too sweet?
That's crazy.
I don't know.
That sounds
I don't know the
like-
science
I
behind
thought
it.
it the
cockroaches
They
can
kill
survive
themselves
anything.
because of the taste.
Yeah, the food.
It's got to be the acid.
I mean, that's what attracts them, isn't it?
Listen, I don't know the science behind it.
Listen, don't bring your silly facts if you can't back them up.
I thought you were a doctor. Dr. Pepper.
No.
They don't like Pepsin nuts, apparently. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's a thing.
How come I've never gotten a bag of Pepsin nuts?
I don't know. All right, let's get to some emails. RichShow1057thepoint.com.
Emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's go to entertainment reviews. Good morning, everyone. Last week, Riz, you said that you would like to see old, original, kind of old school movies on a big screen. If you fancy a small road trip, a Melba Theater on Main Street in DeSoto shows a different vintage horror or a cult classic movie every Saturday night at 10 p.m. This week, it's Christine, the original.
Oh, nice.
Some past
Stephen
showing-
King, I'm not going there.
Some past showings have been Dawn of the Dead, Toxic Avenger, Reanimator, They Live, and People Under the Stairs. Capacity of only 300 people. Small town feel at DeSoto.
I'm sure it's
You would love
cool.
it.
I'm sure it's nice if you live in that area. I'm not going to DeSoto to see Christine on the big
fun.
screen.
That's from Vito. He says, hey, can I have some Limp Bizkit tickets, please?
Cool. No.
Where is DeSoto?
Yeah.
It's
It sounds like
south of here.
It sounds like it's a
Is it
faraway
Jefferson
land.
Almost an hour
Nah,
from here.
it's like halfway to, like the state parks and stuff. It's not far.
Yeah, if you go off
It's less than an
55,
hour.
you just
In less
go
than an
down,
hour?
take a left,
It's right
you go
there.
take
It's like
another
South County's
left.
Winsville.
Right there. You're pointing.
It's right there.
You put it down the
It's-
street.
It really is right there. It's like
all
South
of-
County's
There's a
Winsville,
van.
man.
There's a van that pulled up. DeSoto's in it.
It's where all the people in South County that hated having neighbors, they were like, hell, I'm going to DeSoto.
It's right there. I'm getting in that van and
going.
going to DeSoto.
Yeah.
No,
Right
thanks.
on.
Well, thank you, Vito.
Yeah, Vito also says, good morning. I heard Moon say a couple times that he loved the show Marco Polo on Netflix. The show was fantastic. It only lasted 2 seasons. Now, you were bringing up The Boys and low season sort of shows.
Sure.
Did anybody ever watch Frontier with Jason Momoa or Happy on the Sci-Fi Channel with Christopher Maloney? They were awesome shows. You get hooked, and then they only last 2 seasons. I find this an annoying pain in the ass. Could you recommend any more badass shows that didn't last very long? My fiance and I are gluttons for punishment and disappointment. Also, can I have Limp Bizkit tickets,
No.
please?
Wow.
Thanks. Keep up the awesomeness. I love you all, Vito.
No, Vito.
2-season shows.
That Happy Show was wild. I did watch that, and it was Christopher Maloney was great in it.
I will tell you.
Patton Oswalt was like the cartoon that was a figment of his imagination, and it was nuts.
Remember the show Last Man on Earth with Will Forte?
Yeah.
That never had an ending. They just canceled it.
There was a show
Good show.
on Channel 4
It's a
or
great
5.
show.
kind of a cheap ass show, but it was about like a nuclear bombs going off and destroying all the major U.S. cities, and then everybody just kind of turns into just a crazy people. It's called Jericho. Again, super cheesy and crappy.
Oh, there was a big
Channel
groundswell
4.
for that one. They wanted that back.
Yeah, and what they did is there was like a petition because they canceled it in season 2, and they brought it back for like an episode or 2 to wrap it up.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that one was wild. The other 2-season one that I saw was Jason Momoa in a show called C. And I don't know what's going to happen because I haven't heard anything after season 2 wrapped up, but I freaking loved that show.
Forgot about
that's one I would suggest. See, it's on Apple TV Plus. Anybody else have any like short 2-3 season kind of shows that you dug?
I mean, Firefly is a popular one and done. It was like Joss Whedon's first thing that people are always. There's a huge groundswell for that. It was kind of like a space western. Freaks and Geeks was a 1 season. That was Judd Apatow's first. If you want to like love something, and then be like, why didn't they keep making this?
Yeah, 1 season.
And then I think Pushing Daisies was one of those.
Oh,
shows.
Pushing Daisies was so good.
Was that like 2 seasons?
That was 2 seasons, or it might have been 3 seasons. That was Lee Pace and the gal from Marcella. I forgot her name, but that movie or that show is weird and different, but so clever.
Yeah, and if you like slapstick British comedy, the Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is amazing. Only 1 episode or 1 season.
Only 1 episode.
1 episode.
Vice Principals on HBO. That was a good show.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
But I thought that was on purpose,
That's
right?
Danny McBride.
The 2.
Walton Goggins.
My So-Called Life didn't run for that long, but I loved it in the 90s.
With a young
Claire Danes.
Claire Danes. Who else? Was Jared Leto in that?
Jared Leto, yes. Looks exactly the same as he does now.
Was that the one with Seth Rogen?
Freaks and Geeks was.
Another good show.
Okay.
Came out at the same. It's weird because networks used to do this. Matthew Perry was in a show called Studio 60 after Friends.
Remember that?
It was like based on Saturday Night Live, but it came out at the same time as 30 Rock.
That
and
was.
I feel like it did. It was like an Aaron Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin, yeah. A lot of dialogue in that.
Sports Night was kind of like that too. There's a couple of those Aaron Sorkin shows that didn't make the cut that are still good 1 season watches.
Yeah, that came out exactly at the same time as the Tina Fey show.
It was good.
Only one could last. It was like the 2 outlet malls opening up in Chesterfield. Only one could last.
So I got a situation email I'm going to get to in just a second, but I'm just going to dip into this food email. It just says, Mr. Pibb is the best soda, hands down. Do a blind taste test in studio. Mr. Pibb's zero taste spot on real soda. The Pibb slander has got to stop on this guy.
Nobody's slandering Pibb. I
already flagged this for Friday.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, relax. This guy must own Pibb stock.
Yeah, relax, Jonathan Pibb.
Johnny Pibb. Listen, Johnny Pibb.
Next.
Somebody also says, tell Rafe to go to Daly's in Valley Park, get the Cuban sandwich. I'll Venmo you.
Dude, it's great. I've had the Cuban there. It's excellent at Daly's.
And they also have a vegan option with jackfruit for Lern.
That's Nobody nice. Wants that.
Top 10 St. Louis.
I love jackfruit.
Oh, cool. Oh, Lern's here. Somebody's got to go to the back and
get the jackfruit.
Break glass and
I wanna hang out.
in case the vegan comes into the barbecue restaurant.
Yes.
Jackfruit is
You know what? I love the open-mindedness because these meatheads aren't as dense as your ass. They're like, you know what? We do want her money.
Here comes the vegan in the barbecue
Here she
restaurant.
comes.
Oh, God.
By the way, I was looking for canned jackfruit the other day. If you have a local grocer that has that, let me know.
Comes in a bag. We get it in a bag.
Where do you get it from?
Oh, man, I'll have to ask.
Sure. Where do you get your bagged jackfruit?
Maybe fresh. Maybe fresh. Time?
Okay.
All right, situation, then we got to hit a break.
Good morning, Riz Show. I'm in a little bit of a pickle. I've been dying to see Limp Bizkit for a very long time.
Is this Vito?
No, this is not Vito.
That's what I thought, too. I go, dude.
I went to high school with Vito, so we're going to put his picture up at the concert. Do not let this man in. All right, I've been dying to see Limp Bizkit for a long time. My wife and I are going to have our first child, and our due date is July 21st. Well, the Limp Bizkit concert is the 18th. Now, my wife has been encouraging me to go for the past couple months, but I was about to buy my ticket last night, and she said, ooh, I don't think you should go because it's too close to the baby's due date. I know anything can happen, and the baby can come at any time, so I'm prepared to leave the concert early if need be. Am I the a-hole for still wanting to go to the concert?
No.
Thoughts? This whole situation makes me want to break stuff. Love the show. 3 out of 5 stars.
Is she not going with you?
I don't think she's going to go.
My wife was, I think it was a day or two before the boy was to be born, and we went to go see The Killers at the Fox Theater.
Both of you?
We both went.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
And it was like 2 days before.
Well, then it's all good. If anything happens, whatever.
Yeah, I'm there.
This does not sound like, he said he's going to go buy his ticket, so she's not going.
Point Fest was on my wife's due date. That's the first year they ever let me park backstage.
Nice.
I'm like, hey, you never know. I may have to leave.
Listen, I think if you're close enough and, maybe a parent or friend or something is hanging with her while, just in case.
First kid, they said?
It sounds like a first kid.
Man, I don't know if I'd go.
So when my daughter was due, I was on tour. I was on Warped Tour. And we were, of course, in the farthest place we could be where there's no cell service. It's a place called The Gorge in the state of Washington.
Yeah.
So I'm up at The Gorge, and she goes into false labor, Braxton Hicks, whatever the heck it was. And I get a phone call that I can hardly hear saying, hospital. And I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Yeah. So I play the show. I freak out. I'm like, oh, what do I do? And this was I want to say a week before the due date. So I was cutting it close. But, I'm working here. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to make the call. Thankfully, that was a false alarm, but I flew out the next morning, and Alex from All Time Low filled in and played the last week of shows. And then she ended up being a week late. So, I flew home early, and then the kid came 2 weeks later.
Yeah,
you never know what's going to happen.
I wound up being a week early. My dad wasn't here. He was in Arizona. I came early. Those dates.
Arbitrary.
They're
ridiculous.
They're estimates. It's not like the kid's going to come that day.
Hey, I think you should go to the show and just be prepared, right?
Yeah. Have an exit strategy. Have it all planned out.
Say, listen, Ma, this is the last time I'm going to be a free man, maybe.
You know what? He's going to be thinking about it the whole time. He's not going to enjoy himself.
What? Are you crazy?
I don't think he's that good of a guy. I think he'll have a good time.
I would.
Buy the ticket.
It's Limp Bizkit. How you going to sit there?
You're just assuming.
I know in the back of my head.
Slumping over. He's going to be in the mosh
I wouldn't be able
pit.
to have a good time if I knew if it was the due date of the kid being born.
I mean, you get service.
Yeah, dude. It sounds like
I'm not disagreeing.
God forbid
with
something
you.
goes. I don't know. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go?
No. Not unless
the wife's telling him to
unless
go.
she was with me.
Well, she was, and then she said no.
Oh.
Well,
then I would not
Here's
go.
some good news. Only 4 to 5% of babies are born on their exact
I know, but
due
she
date.
said no.
That's the stat. Tell her that stat.
Yeah,
She
only
said
4 to 5%.
90% of them are born within
It's your
2
first
weeks.
kid. You don't want
of their
to.
due
God
date.
forbid. Because you went to go see Limp Bizkit.
You're the cautious voice
Take
here?
her to Limp Bizkit
This is
and
crazy.
let Fred deliver the baby.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, we're in the upside down.
Name the baby Fred.
I just go back to that time in my life, which I was just so nervous about everything.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's a girl. Fred.
Yeah, pretty name.
Or Wes.
Don't go.
Wow.
You're selfish.
Don't
She
listen
doesn't
to
want
Riz.
you to go.
Yeah.
Just not forget, Corey Feldman is opening this guy.
Exactly right.
Oh, boy. Yeah,
Go
you're
for
right.
Corey. He'll be on for like 30 minutes, and then you got to leave.
All right. Thank you.
I think you're good. I think you play.
No,
you
don't
play
go.
the
She
stats.
said no.
You're going to be there
She
for 2.5
doesn't want you
hours.
to go. And God. Okay, Moon. She says I don't want you to go.
You don't
God
go.
forbid something happens,
Right. You'll feel terrible.
and she will hold that over you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, something cool at the concert
But you can't live in
happens.
fear, dude. You just got to live.
Yeah,
Never
bro.
mind. Okay.
Every
You know?
decision
Do what you
is
wanna do.
made either in love or fear.
And it's a better
You
story.
asked for advice.
Daddy was at the Limp Bizkit show. Well, Mommy was in labor.
yeah, dude. I was
Yeah.
singing "Stuck."
He was being rad, dude.
First
And
of all,
Daddy and I are
they
getting a
don't do that
divorce
song.
before
don't
you
do
turn
Stuck?
a year old.
Oh, counterfeit. I was singing
They
counterfeit.
may do that. They're singing Nookie, and your wife's in labor. Come on.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's cool.
no. That's towards the end.
What
of
if
the
he
show,
has
I'm
a
sure.
playlist ready to go with Limp Bizkit's greatest hits in the
Don't
delivery
go.
room?
Okay, we're done.
Go.
Limp Bizkit. Yeah, boy.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back.
She was in labor, and I was taking it to the Matthews Bridge.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What?
Indigo Flow is on. I couldn't leave.
By the way, who's getting on stage with Limp Bizkit? Just going to throw this out there.
We'll talk about that Monday.
Why is it? Has there been a conclusion?
No, there's the start of the contest.
Oh.
You already
Hope
won
you
it.
all are ready.
No,
to
no, no,
go
no, no, no.
back.
Hope you all are ready because Monday we're going to begin the battle to play with Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit Olympics?
So just know that you're missing that, whoever this emailer is. Whoever gets to go on stage with Limp Bizkit,
Somebody's
you
gonna
could have
be-
been there for
somebody-
it.
Bizk Olympics?
In this room, and maybe Scott will be on stage with Fred Durst
Limp Bizkit.
Why maybe Scott?
because he's included.
Oh.
He's not in this room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like he's an in. Like I'm just very competitive right now.
Dang, dog. She's
Somebody
already
will
discounting
be-
you. You're not even competition to
A
her.
show member will be on stage with Fred Durst.
It's not going to be Riz
And
because he doesn't
she's
even
right
want people
here.
to see.
I'm taking myself out of the contest.
Oh no, you're not. You're
No, I'm the judge. So far, you're in the negative, Lern. Just so you know.
Oh well, we'll fix that next week. When I come in here with my red hat on backwards and my tank tops.
Tank tops.
Yeah, Joe, good point on the instant feedback. Give your ticket to Vito because he really
Yeah.
Buy a ticket and sell it to Vito.
No kidding.
All right, listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We're going to play Riz Show Password. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. All right, so we got Bush tickets. Bush with Jerry Cantrell and Candlebox August 10th at St. Louis Music Park. We got tickets to go see Third Eye Blind with Yellow Card at the Amphitheater on June 29th. We got tickets to go see Primus with Coed and Cambria August 3rd at St. Louis Music Park. And we got tickets to go see Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats October 30th at Chaffetz Arena. So we'll get some people on the phone. Get 2 people. You guys on the phone will pick your Riz Show teammates. Rafe will then administer the password. We will use one-word clues to help you guess what the password is. Nobody's getting frustrated. Everything's all good.
Yeah.
2 out of 3
Sounds like
right. 2 out of 3 passwords correct. You win your choice of tickets. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Riz Show Password is next. All right, it is 8:47. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to WWT Raceway now because the first deal is the best deal. Still delays, 270 eastbound between 44 and Ladue. We also, further south, more delays, 270 eastbound between 44 and Big Bend. Average speed down to about 25 miles an hour. Point forecast, sunny, high of 92. Right now it is 73 at the Point Studio.
105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage. We are at Busch Stadium.
Busch
Kirk
Stadium.
Hammett from Metallica joining us today. Thank you. It's absolutely an honor to get the chance to meet you.
Cheers, likewise.
All right, so first we're going to talk about things that are not music related.
Okay.
I saw your Instagram post on Friday night about coming to St. Louis, looking for some comic book spots.
Yeah.
Did you find any?
Well, I found one spot, but you know what? I didn't have time enough to make it to the place.
Sure. It happens, I'm sure.
Or in other words, I had every intention on going today, but, I made the mistake of picking up my guitar in my hotel room, and
There it
2.5 hours later, I put it down, and I thought, oh, well, there went my gallivanting around the...
There's a lot of reasons to bank with First Community. I mean, they have an incredible app with their mobile banking, and you can basically do everything you need banking-wise right there on the First Community app. It's absolutely amazing. And plus, they also have their debit card where you can send a photo in and get your picture printed out on your debit card. So whenever you're handing over to buy your groceries, whatever, you get to see that amazing picture you took of yourself fishing out there or whatever. But also, what I love about them is their first rate checking. This thing is absolutely amazing. So if you you get 3% interest earned on qualifying balances up to $25,000, which is an insane amount of money. It's absolutely wonderful. So you can actually put your dollars to work for you in their first rate checking. And they have so many benefits just being a member at First Community. Plus, they make banking very, very easy. If you need to go into the banks, they have locations all over St. Louis, including a whole bunch of Walmarts that are open 7 days a week. So you got plenty of time to get in there, get your banking done, and get the help you need. So put your dollars to work for you. Go to First Community. Make your life easy. That's First Community, firstcommunity.com.
It's a nerve-wracking day. What? You guys and Queens of the Stone Age, back-to-back interviews. I'm already a high-strung person. Whew. I can't wait to have a beer when this is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
You don't need to worry about us.
Well, yeah, but I do though, because see, here's where the rub is with me and bands that I really like. If it's a band that I'm about, I can power right through. Mm-hmm. But then when it's a band that I really dig, then there's a bit of that fanboy stuff that starts popping out. And that's what I'm trying to control. So here, I'm bringing it down. I'm going to do my best professional interview as I.
You're doing very well so far.
Right.
Together we can all do this.
We can all do this. So I had the fortune of seeing you guys on Saturday. I was in Austin at ACL. And I want to talk about this. I got to talk about this. Because I know you guys had troubles. I guess it was with pedals.
With cables and amps weren't turning on, basically, yeah.
But from where I was standing and watching from my vantage point, it was a flipping phenomenal show. Like, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh, thanks.
So when you are, a few days away from that, this kind of already answered my question with your facial expressions, but do you look back at that and go, whew, I can't wait for this weekend and us able to do it again? Or do you go back and go, you know what, this song was messed up, but we powered through for the rest?
I kind of, when stuff goes wrong and breaks, I almost feel like I'm almost like, see, it can go wrong. And what we do is real,
Sure.
We don't play to a backing track or a click, and we just plug in and go. And when that breaks, it's proof that that we are taking some element, some sort of a risk up there.
Yeah.
And also, I think as well, when stuff goes wrong, it forces you to go in a different direction, and you have to.
R&R Tire Express. Once you experience buying tires from R&R Tire Express, you will never buy tires from anywhere else again. This is a completely different sort of way of staying safe and making sure you have the tires that you need on your vehicle and the wheels that you want. Speaking of just like safety, they want us to drive safe here in St. Louis. I'm all about that. They even have tips and guides about what you need to know about electric car tires or the must-have tire products to keep you on your vehicle, especially if you're doing a road trip. How to prepare your car for summer road trips. Weather affects your tires. You want to stay safe. Again, you want to make sure you have the tires you need and the wheels you want. And R&R Tire Express is that place. rnrtires.com. Go over and see all the different options you have, the flexible payment options. You can buy today, get the best value on today's top brand name tires and wheels, where you can pay weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. Everybody's approved. There's no credit needed. You can choose the payment schedule that best fits your budget. They'll even work with your time budget. You can get a quick quote via the website. Now, they've been serving our area for over 20 years, and they have 4 area locations. 4. So you are close to one right now. Check out the locations, all the payment options. Their incredible peace of mind coverage. It's all available for you to check out from R&R Tire Express on their website, rnrtires.com.
It's a nerve-wracking day.
Why?
You guys and Queens of the Stone Age, back-to-back interviews. I'm already a high-strung person. Whew. I can't wait to have a beer when this is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
You don't need to worry about us.
Well, yeah, but I do though, because see, here's where the rub is with me and bands that I really like. If it's a band that I'm about, I can power right through. But then when it's a band that I really dig, then there's a bit of that fanboy stuff that starts popping out, and that's what I'm trying to control. So here, I'm bringing it down. I'm going to do my best professional interview as I.
You're doing very well so far.
Right.
Together, we can all do this.
We can all do this. So I had the fortune of seeing you guys on Saturday. I was in Austin at ACL. And I want to talk about this. I got to talk about this. Because I know you guys had troubles. I guess it was with pedals.
With cables and amps weren't turning on, basically, yeah.
But from where I was standing and watching from my vantage point, it was a flipping phenomenal show. Like, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh, thanks.
So when you are, a few days away from that, this kind of already answered my question with your facial expressions, but do you look back at that and go, whew, I can't wait for this weekend and us able to do it again? Or do you go back and go, you know what, this song was messed up, but we powered through for the rest?
I kind of, when stuff goes wrong and breaks, I almost feel like I'm almost like, see, it can go wrong. And what we do is real,
Sure.
We don't play to a backing track or a click, and we just plug in and go. And when that breaks, it's proof that that we are taking some element, some sort of a risk up there.
Yeah.
And also, I think as well, when stuff goes wrong, it forces you to go in a different direction, and you have to dig from somewhere else that you didn't think you were going to have to. So I think in the case of ACL, like, part of me was like incredibly frustrated because people would come to see us and shit was breaking. But on the other hand, the songs that we did managed to.
At the official Riz Show Eagle Call.
Eagle Call!
So we are having a blood drive. Blood drive happening next Saturday, June 22nd, at the Hood's Discount Home Center in Festus, 1212 West Cannon Drive. It's like my 10th year in a row going down for this particular blood drive. But once again, we've teamed up with Impact Life. Impact Life is a not-for-profit provider of blood components for hospitals across the St. Louis area. Blood transfusions are used to help treat patients with cancer, heart disease, victims of trauma, and for complications related to childbirth. And for these reasons and many more, we need to make sure our region has a strong and stable blood supply throughout the whole year. I mean, we're close to 4th of July, which is 4th of July is a holiday where sometimes a lot of blood is needed. So give blood Saturday, June 22nd, a week from this Saturday. Hood's Discount Home Center in Festus. Blood drive is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Make an appointment. Blooddrive.1057thepoint.com. Blooddrive.1057thepoint.com. And for everyone who donates, you get that special limited edition, drawn by King Scott, Eagle Call t-shirt. Blooddrive.1057thepoint.com.
Well, gentlemen, we will see you in St. Louis on Sunday. We are so excited to have Point Fest back and to have you guys be a part of it. But I want to kind of talk about this from a couple of different angles, all right? First and foremost, the crew that you have working with you in the Seether camp, I'm sure.
Pretty much just you.
Thanks, buddy. Dan Soder's coming to town, right? Who's he opening up for?
He's opening for somebody?
He's opening for somebody. Him and, another one of our buddy comedians. Oh, God. Somebody big. They're playing. Is it? No, it's somebody big over at the Fox or something.
Jim Jeffries?
Jim Jeffries. That's it.
Okay.
That's cool.
Dan Soder, Jim Jeffries, and somebody else we love.
Mark
Love him so
Norman?
much. Mark Norman. Love him so much we know when he's coming to town.
That's right.
All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, we're playing Riz Show Password. Thank you very much. All right, we'll do a couple rounds here. We'll get two people on the phone, and they'll pick their Riz Show teammates. Rafe will administer the password. We'll use one-word clues to help our teammate guess what the password is. Rafe, what are the rules?
Pay attention to the clues,
Yes,
baby. All the clues should lead you home. They are, the clues are, what would you call that when they compound on top of each other? They are all, I don't know. They're all related.
Synergy.
No,
they're all related.
Doesn't matter. Cumulative. The clues are cumulative.
Just pay attention.
Pay attention. Each clue should get you closer to the promised land. If I say form of, that means you are very close. You will get a second chance at the word. For example, if the word was pharmacy and you said pharmacist, I would say form of, which means you said something correct. Change either the tense of the word. You get one chance to change it, or the next person can steal.
Okay.
All right.
Dylan. Good morning, Dylan.
Good morning.
All right, Dylan, pick a teammate.
I'm going to go with Moon.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dylan and Moon.
Dylan listens.
Versus Michael and who else? Michael, who you picking?
Miss Lern.
All right. Thank God.
Okay, Michael, let's do this, pal.
All right. Rafe, administer the password, please. Dylan and Michael, pay attention to the clues.
All right.
And Dylan and Moon are up
Administering
first.
the first password in studio here.
Okay.
Scott, you see it?
Okay.
Okay. Michael and Lern, pay attention. It's Dylan and Moon's turn.
Dylan.
Moon must start because he was chosen first. Once you win, you have the chance to play or pass.
Okay. Dylan, the first clue is
Yes.
past. P-A-S-T.
Past.
Present.
Good
He
guess.
said present.
He said
Okay.
present.
Good guess.
All right, Michael. Channel.
Channel. Like a river channel or a TV channel?
Channel.
She cannot say anything
Cannot
else.
give you any clue past that. Channel.
Channel. Medium.
What'd you say?
Medium.
Medium?
Dylan, the next word is old.
Rewind.
Rewind.
Okay.
Lern and Michael.
Search.
Past channel. Search. Old. I'm going to go with reruns.
Okay.
All right.
Moon, this will be the fifth clue.
And we'll give all the clues again if the guess is incorrect.
Okay, can I say this?
No. No, because that's...
Okay, can I say this?
Oh, God.
Let me see.
Let me show him. Can you see that?
No, because that's multiple words.
Okay. Then I'll just say this. Dylan, the clue is happened. Happened. Happened.
Repeat.
Repeat?
Repeat. I will read the clues now, and Lern will be able to give Michael an additional clue. The clues thus far: past, channel, old, search, happened.
All right. Michael, your clue is American.
History.
History.
History is the word. History is the word.
Good job, pal.
History is the word.
History was the word.
Done. American.
Okay.
Good clue. Good clue.
Okay.
After all of that.
After all that, history was the word. Okay, Rafe, administer the next clue.
Administering the next clue.
Okay.
To both parties, Lern and... Who is your partner?
Michael.
Lern and Michael.
Michael. I can't read my own handwriting.
Lern
Lern and
and
Michael, you have
One,
the chance
nothing.
to play or pass.
Okay, I'm going to play.
Okay.
Michael, the word is secure.
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 Lockbox.
Form of.
Form of.
3, 2, 1.
Safe.
Okay.
Form of means you had one of the some. Again, form of. I'll just explain it later. No one ever.
Form
listens
of
to
is
it.
the word was in there. The word was in there.
Lock.
Hey, Dylan.
Yes.
All right, the clue is key.
Lock.
Yes.
How'd you get that?
Michael, you gave it away.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Safe. Then says the word for the other person.
I would have said pad after that. Pad. Lock. Would that have helped?
I don't know.
Probably.
All right, this is the
Key
last
was
one.
good,
It
though.
comes down to this.
Last one.
Last word.
Last word. Moon,
Last word, and then we got to move on.
Moon and
Oh,
Dylan,
Jesus
you
Christ.
have the opportunity to play or pass.
Oh,
Final word.
God.
Here we go.
This is going to give.
Where do we start?
This is where the forehead vein comes out, baby.
Where do we start with this one?
Okay. How? I will pass.
Why?
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
There's two ways you
Here
can
we go. Here, Michael. Hey, fetish.
Fetish.
Fetish, yes. 3, 2,
Licking.
Licking.
licking. No.
Right
Not
on.
your
Okay.
fetish, Michael.
Dylan, the clue is shame.
Hide.
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 Bond. Sorry.
You only get one guess, dude.
Okay. Here we go.
Does
What do you
anyone
say?
listen when we
What
play
do you
this
say?
game?
What do you say?
I'll just say four things.
What do you say? Hide.
Here we go.
Tide.
Tide.
He said
Tide, okay.
tide.
Michael. Michael.
What does that have to do with
Yes.
shame?
Michael. Crimp.
Crimp.
Yes.
CRIMP. Crimp. Okay.
Yes. Crimp.
Crimp.
I believe it's a K, but yes.
Whatever.
Fetish. Crimp.
3.
Choke.
Choke. No.
Choke.
Moon.
Learning a lot about you. We're learning a lot about Michael.
Michael, I love you.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. Okay, let's see.
Dylan, he's going to give you a word, and you get to guess one time. Coming at you.
Oh, my gosh. This is the hardest.
This is tough.
This is the hardest.
There have been good clues.
Yeah, this
I
has
will
all
say
been
this.
good.
I'm impressed with the clue givers.
Yeah,
very, very
but this
good.
is the point in which I've found the most gnarly dead end with my brain.
Okay.
Let's just say. I want to say. I know. I mean,
5 seconds.
chain.
Chain. CHAIN.
No way.
What was the clue?
Chain. CHAIN. Chain.
Why'd you pick this word?
For this?
Why?
Because it's hilarious.
Just to see if we can get to 10 clues.
There's no way. I already have
you
a
guys, honestly, it's right there. Somebody's going to get it.
You
The
wanted
clues
to
were
play this
amazing.
game, so this is
You
fine.
said chain.
Chain. Stop stalling and looking at the chat.
No, the chat's
3.
been locked.
I'm not in the chat. Daisy. I don't know.
2.
He said Daisy.
Daisy. No.
Daisy. Yeah, that's
Okay, that's not.
Okay, Michael, whips.
Whips.
Yes. Whips.
WHIPS. Whips.
Whips. Okay.
Whips. WHIPS.
Not quips.
Whips.
Whips. Fetish. Chain. Bondage.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
right.
now, Rafe, read the clues out again.
Read the clues.
Here we go.
This should help Dylan.
Dylan, pay attention.
Dylan,
What
listen.
do these 5 things have in common? Fetish, shame, crimp, chains, and whips.
And the next clue is boots.
Leather.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Chance to steal. Chance to steal.
Chance to steal here, Michael.
Okay.
to steal, Michael.
Everybody's got it on the feedback,
Okay.
by the way, coming
Hey,
over.
listen.
It's-
Hey, Michael, dominatrix.
Good clue.
Dominatrix. Which chains? Fetish. Dominatrix.
3, 2, 1.
S&M.
Okay.
What
here's
did
the
you
deal.
say?
He said S&M.
Here's the deal. We're gonna get to when we get to 6, it's over.
I have a good.
Nobody wins.
There's an unlocking clue that hasn't been said yet.
Okay, I have a good clue. Dylan, fantasy.
Dream.
God, man. Like,
It's tough. And in the feedback,
I know,
people
it's
have
hard.
it.
It's-
People
this is
have
They're
it.
hard.
not using the entirety of the clues. They're
that's
only
what I'm saying.
listening
Like,
to the most recent.
You're listening
clue.
to the most recent one, but you got to like put it. It's a puzzle.
Foot.
Foot.
Yeah. Michael, foot.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Have you been here before?
That's okay.
That ain't
We
it.
caught it. We
Can't
caught
say
it.
that
We
word.
went over that.
Michael, foot.
That is part of it, though. That could be included.
Foot fetish. And everything else.
Everything else, it is a 3, 2, 1. Nope.
No.
Moon. Last clue.
Porn.
This is it.
Okay,
If
let's-
you don't get it here, it's over.
Let's
I'm
say
calling it. Wow. I'm calling it.
we'll say. Man, you know what? I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna repeat number 2 as the number whatever 15 this is. I'm gonna say shame. That's the only one I got.
3, 2, 1. Nothing, Dylan?
All right.
And this is, I don't know.
Okay. Guys, the word is kink, okay? The word is kink.
Michael.
Kink
That is shame.
Kink shame.
Crimp was such a good
Nobody
clue.
wins. Everybody, St. Louis lost today.
Nobody wins.
Nobody wins.
Dominatrix was
Nobody
such a
won.
good clue.
I was trying to think of like a
I think
the word was kink.
I think the word unusual may have.
No, they were never getting it.
I was gonna say
That
hose.
was
They were
like,
never
like
getting
a kink
it.
in the
We
hose.
wasted everybody's
Good.
time.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
That's what crimp was. I was like, she
Crimp
went
is
another
good.
direction.
If you would have said
I thought it was
hose,
great.
maybe a kink in the hose. I don't know.
Do we need a new word?
No, everybody's time was wasted.
What?
We're out.
I wouldn't call it wasted time.
No tickets given away.
Password defeated everyone today.
I still
No
love you,
ticket.
Michael.
Third Eye Blind is going to be empty. Nobody's going.
Nobody's going.
Hey, we still love Michael, who
Oh,
loves
buddy.
licking and choking. We know that.
Yeah.
Kink was the. I don't think that was ever coming out. I
Toughest
just
one.
felt it.
Boots was a good clue too. Kinky boots. I was
Shame was. Kinky Boots was great. Very clever.
Yeah, thank you. I had
I honestly
fetish
thought
and
you
shame.
guys crushed the. I thought that was going to be hard for you guys, and you crushed the first 3 clues.
I thought,
thank
yeah.
I feel like I had 2, and then that was over.
It
You
is.
just here's the key. You
I was
just gotta
worthless.
listen to the other clues. You can't just focus on the last
one.
clue given.
I know.
Yeah, because we're piling on kind of one
Yeah,
another.
you're,
You know, like
exactly,
we're trying
you're
to
building.
help you use all the clues.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Got some competitive eating news. Big news in the competitive eating world. Next, 9/12, Wednesday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bomberito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because first deal is the best deal. Left lane blocked due to a multi-vehicle crash 44 eastbound at Highway Drive. Further east, there are delays 44 eastbound between Big Bend and Elm, average speed about 15 miles an hour. And on the west side, we got a right lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle 64 westbound at Olive. Your point forecast, sunny, high of 92. Right now it's 75 at the Point Studio.
So here we are, way back Point Fest, and the first band of the day is a band that, through the course of my life, I think I've seen your band 6 times, but we've never chatted and said hello.
It's just strange that that wouldn't happen. I know you mentioned Mississippi Nights.
Yeah, yeah.
We talked on the phone the other day, and
yeah.
I remember the club well. You know, we used to have great shows there, but it's like anything these days. You know, stuff doesn't stay around as long as you would think it would. So.
I remember something specific about this show, and it's a little creepy, so I'm going to go ahead and warn you. So, so where I was standing at Mississippi Nights, they had the back door open, and I could see directly into your tour bus.
Okay.
And I saw you. This is like right before you guys are going on, and I hadn't ever seen you before till this night, and you had like this black leather jacket on, like these skinny sort of jeans, and I was like, this dude is a bad man. And you were, and it was such a great show because that night it was a couple of different bands. Letters to Cleo were on that
Sure,
bill.
yeah.
Ned's Atomic Dustbin were on that bill. I love those guys as well. So it was like a cool thing, but it was the first night that I saw you guys.
Sunday, and Dad usually has a good handle on whatever's going on with his car. But you know what? Maybe your dad needs to just take it easy, and you've been thinking about something to get for Dad for Father's Day. Why not be a weirdo special from Munganast Acura or Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota? You can go there, get that oil change, tire rotation for no additional charge. They have a special phone line for us weirdos that you can call, and you can talk to Jamie Burkhardt up at Alton Toyota, ask him anything you want about life, about the dealership, about cars, about the industry. It's 618-539-2288. That's also where you can go to schedule any sort of maintenance that Dad's vehicle might need. And you don't have to have a Munganast car or any type of model to come to these dealerships. They'll take care of anyone, and their service department is excellent. If you got a car issue, you can always go to St. Louis Acura or Alton Toyota. That dedicated phone line is for sales, service, general car advice, and they will fix anything. Tires, safety items, those are the most important, obviously, but they have over 250 pre-owned cars plus 200 new Acuras and Toyotas if you're in the market for one. So say hello to my friend Jamie Burkhardt up at Alton Toyota, 618-539-2288.
Oh, let's do it now.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now. Okay, so wait, and Clovis, I don't think you have a clue how bad this gun hurts. Would you like an example? Would you like to try? Would you put your butt on the line and?
You guys can shoot me.
Yeah. Have Scott. How about you shoot Clovis first?
Can I take one
shot in the
Can I
tush.
take one of his shots and give him 4? Was that
What?
fine?
No.
Oh, that's happened. I'd like to. I mean, just as a gesture.
I mean,
of
that's a pretty.
goodwill.
That's a pretty amazing friend right there.
In tribute?
Or I'll take one
put
and
my
I'll
ass
still
on
shoot
the
him 5 times.
I had 4 last week, and I'll tell you, it was
excruciating. I'm
And
interested to see if it's as bad as you guys say, or if you're hamming it up. So I'm willing to take a shot.
Yeah, okay. I would love for you to take a shot to see if we're hamming it up.
Fine.
Shoot
you know
me.
what? He'll take one of your shots.
You're amazing. Shoot me. All right, good.
Holy smokes.
He's going to take one of your shots. Wow, I'm such a pushover today.
Thank you. All right, let's do it.
It's because I'm in a good mood.
Okay. So do you get to, who's going to shoot me?
Scott will shoot you first.
Okay. Okay.
It's only fair. Respect.
I gotta take my butt out?
Yeah, no, put it up against the, go up against the wall there. Just your undies.
See if
He's
his
got a
cheeks
lot of
have
gear.
rosy red marks on him.
Clive has got a lot of gear. He's got take off.
Oh, sorry.
All right, here we go. Let me see what kind of undies Clive is wearing.
All right, what kind of undies?
The
There's
good
probably
kind?
a belt buckle on his undies.
They're Halloween underwear.
Oh, happy Halloween.
Halloween underwear, yes.
Do I want to feel, physically strong, but I want to be mentally sharp every day.
Mental acuity matters.
Mental acuity. I just want that. I want that edge. I want to win every day.
Especially if you get picked for password, you want the edge.
I urinate excellence.
Okay. Well, you know who can tell you that is mentality. They can tell you what you're urinating, whether it's excellence or sub excellence. Yeah, man, I feel like we're living in a good time. It's a good time right now because men are finally starting to really care about health and making it a priority, knowing that your health is not an option. It should never be an option. It should be a priority. And when you're ready to prioritize it, you call Mentality Health, the best of the best in making sure that your treatment is simple, it's customized to you, and it gets you back to 100%.
Testosterone therapy, peptide therapy. If you're not, who you once were in the bedroom, they got tadalafil for the ED, semaglutide. Make your appointment, mentalityhealth.com, South County, Chesterfield. That's mentalityhealth.com.
Hey, it's Jeff Britton backstage at the pageant, and Nick and Peanut from 311 gracing us with their presence yet again. Thank you guys for taking the time. Appreciate it. St. Louis absolutely freaking loves you guys.
Yeah, how fast did this sell out? It sold out really
super fast.
Yeah.
Super fast.
We're stoked.
And,
we heard about that.
Yeah, so thank you for coming in, man. I was looking up, especially you, Nick, before you guys came up here, 49 turning 50 in 2020. You guys have been doing this forever, and I'm the same way. I'm 52. Just a quick story that nobody cares about. First time I ever saw you guys was like 91 in Springfield, Missouri. Blacktop of a parking lot of a place called the Regency Showcase, under a tent. No, you would remember that?
Yeah, what was that band we always used to play with there?
It wasn't Big Joe Carr, but something Royale.
Slugworth,
Well,
maybe?
Slugworth was like a Springfield band, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. You guys remember that stuff.
Legendary.
And so I started
Legendary, dusty
legendary.
memories.
I started in radio in Springfield down there in '87, something like that. So I'm one of the relics, and I'm the guy that loves radio, and I'm the guy that has struggled through everything, and now I'm doing okay. You guys went from doing parking lots to arenas to amphitheaters like the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater to selling out places like this real quickly. Do you guys remember the struggle, and is it cool to know where you are right now because of that struggle?
Yeah, I mean, we put in the legwork. We always wanted to be more of a grassroots thing that wasn't a media creation, but just having a direct relationship with our fans, building it up through touring. And, we weren't embraced by the industry at first, which I guess was a blessing in hindsight, because now we have a really good foundation from touring, and so we don't have a lot of ups and downs. But yeah, those were great times. As we're going into our 30th year here, we've got on June 10th will be the 30-year anniversary of our very first show, which was in Omaha, opening for Fugazi. So we're planning a bunch of special things to commemorate 30 years together.
Anything that you can tell us about now, or do you want to keep it under wraps until a later date?
Well, the only thing that has been announced is that the 311 day is now expanding to 3 days in Vegas. So come join us.
Yeah, and there's a lot of information about
Aaron, it's time to take advantage of Zero Res's best deal of the summer. Basically every surface in your house can be zero resified, from the linoleum to the upholstery on your couch to, of course, your carpets. So it's time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res, because you could get 3 rooms cleaned starting at $129. That's a fantastic deal. It's also the perfect time of year to get your air ducts cleaned out. This month, take $50 off when you get your air ducts Zero Res cleaning. Air duct cleaning, Not only will it help alleviate allergies and asthma, less dust around the house, so less dust bunnies. Your home's going to stay cleaner longer, and we had a story yesterday, like energy bills are going to be up 8% this year. It's going to help lower your energy bills and air duct cleaning. Zero Res has a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,500 reviews. Now, this deal's not going to last long. You owe it to yourself, your family, the health, and happiness of your home. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResSTL.com or call 314-474-2020. Ask for the Riz Show special. Spelled backward or forward, it spells the same at Zero Res.
How are you, everybody? Donnie Fandango, and I am very lucky, and I know I'm nervous because my hands are sweating like crazy. I got Pete and Sam from Chevelle. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's really great.
Guys, who is the biggest name in competitive eating?
Oh, Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
Old JC.
Joseph.
Joey Chestnut. This dude has won 16 Nathan's hot dog eating contests. This year, July 4th, and I tune in every year, he ain't doing it. You won't have Joey Chestnut to kick around anymore.
What's happened?
Major League Eating, that is an actual thing.
MLE.
MLE, Major League Eating, which is the body that sanctions these eating contests, says he will be left off of this year's event. Why? Because Joey Chestnut signed a deal to become a spokesman for Impossible Foods. You know, the fake meat company?
Yeah.
They released a plant-based hot dog earlier this year, and this goes against brand exclusivity rules connected to the Nathan's competition.
Wild.
Well, sounds like big wiener coming for Joey Chestnut.
Big wiener wins.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's endorsing a plant-based hot dog goes against the rules, and Nathan's is like, nope, he ain't doing it.
Oh.
Major League Eating says, nope, he ain't doing the contest this year. In a statement, Major League Eating said, quote, "We are devastated to learn that Joey Chestnut has chosen to represent a rival brand that sells plant-based hot dogs rather than competing in the 2024 Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest."
So were they paying him?
Impossible's paying him.
No.
But were they ever
was
paying
Nathan's ever paying him?
I'm sure he was paid.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because to be in the contest, you cannot
Be endorsing
a competitor to Nathan's.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
So next year when the endorsement deal's out or something, he's back in, because at some point they're going to go, oh man, we kind of need a name. Kobayashi's not here. So-and-so's not here. We kind of need this guy.
Maybe a new person will step up.
Yeah.
He reportedly turned down a $1.2 million 4-year deal to continue competing in Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest on July 4th. So
Emily and Nathan's went to great lengths in recent months, and this is a statement still, to accommodate Joey and his management team, agreeing to the appearance fee and allowing Joey to compete in a rival unbranded hot dog eating contest on Labor Day. For nearly 2 decades, we have worked under the same basic hot dog exclusivity provisions. However, it seems that Joey and his managers have prioritized a new partnership with a different hot dog brand over our long-time relationship.
Yeah,
so basically,
that's fine.
he knew, they knew.
Yeah, it was a
if he
business
did this-
deal, and this didn't work out this year.
In response, Joey Chestnut writes on Twitter, "I was gutted to learn from the media that after 19 years, I am banned for the Nathan's 4th of July hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, that might be.
As if he didn't know.
I love competing in the event. I love celebrating America with my fans all over this great country on the 4th, and I have been training to defend my title. To set the record straight, I do not have a contract with MLE or Nathan's, and they are looking to change the rules from past years as it relates to other partners I could work with. This is apparently the basis on which I'm being banned, and it doesn't impact the 4th of July event. Sadly, this is the decision Nathan's and Major League Eating are making, and it will deprive the great fans of the holiday usual enjoyment and entertainment.
I like how he's not involved in that.
To my fans, I love you and appreciate you. Rest assured, you'll see me eat again soon. Stay hungry."
You'll see me eat. What a time. What a time.
What a time to be alive.
maybe Impossible Brands will start up an Impossible Feat where they have their Impossible hot dogs, and he can eat a bunch of those.
They'll do one of those contests.
Yeah.
Listen, we all get down.
Nobody's watching that.
It's all
We
consumption.
Yeah, we all get down from time to time. Next time you're down, just remind yourself, you live in a
This is
time.
America.
Yeah.
You live in a time and an area and a place where we pay to watch people eat.
I know.
It's freaking sweet.
How devastated are people that they can't see them down on these dogs anymore?
To the point that it became league-based.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
really funny to me. It's like, yeah, he signed a deal with a different league. Can't play in the NFL and the CFL. And I'm like, that's wild.
What
to
a
me.
time. We should call this the opportunity revolution.
Years ago, I was at an event at Keener Plaza. I helped host with Major League Eating, a sanctioned event. It was a Hardee's thick burger eating contest.
Did a bunch of chicks in bikinis show up and eat hot?
It was
big
around that
burgers?
time.
Yeah.
It was around like the Paris Hilton. Remember, she was doing the commercials.
Right.
And the dude who hosts the 4th of July Nathan's contest was there with the old-timey hat on. His name is George.
Nice.
He's the president of the MLE. It was a big event. I saw a guy eat his way out of a phone booth full of popcorn once.
Right on, man.
Wild. All right, quick break. We'll come back. Moon's got sports. It is 9:26. It is Wednesday. One final look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to the website, WWTRaceway.com now, because the first deal is the best deal. Right lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle 64 westbound just after Olive. Today, your point forecast, sunny, high of 92. Right now, it's 75 at the Point Studio.
This is King Scott, Ways of the Blades. Today I'm going to teach
Roof Company, over the Memorial Day weekend, we had a bad hailstorm out in my area, and I had some damage to my roof. I called the Happy Roof Company in there for an inspection, and guess what? They found some damage. So I'll be working with my insurance company to figure this out. So if you have roof damage and your insurance company already paid you, but you need a roofer to give you an estimate, call the Happy Roof Company. Do you need help with the insurance paperwork on your damaged roof? The Happy Roof Company can help you out. Did your insurance claim get denied, but all your neighbors got new roofs, except for you? The Happy Roof Company. Give them a call. They work well with the insurance companies. If you have a leaky roof, an old roof, a damaged roof, or an ugly roof, the Happy Roof Company should be your first call. If you call today, they will be out to look at your issue within 24 hours. Local company, headquartered in Sunset Hills. Over 50 years combined experience, roofing, siding, gutters. They also do commercial roofing. It's the Happy Roof Company. 314-665-3001. 314-665-3001. Online at thehappyroof.com. It's the Happy Roof Company. They put the happy in happy endings.
Backstage at Point Fest, and this is, I gotta say, of all of the interviews that I've done, as far as the placement in conjunction with the show, this one is a little different, because there's not going to be a show here tonight, but we've got Highly Suspect here to join us. So, gentlemen, hello, and I'm going to make this probably pretty awkward for all of us.
Happy to be here. Grateful to be here.
Well, it's absolutely wonderful to see you guys again, and it has been a spell since we have heard new Highly Suspect music. All right, so I want to know when there's something new work. I mean, what do you got? There's got to be something going on. You got to have a single. You got to have a record.
June 22nd. You heard it fucking here first, right here on the point.
Ooh.
June 22nd. I'm not
like
going to give you the name of the song, though.
Okay.
But that'll be the first single.
All right, I'm going to do this, though. I will admit, though, I heard the song yesterday, and it's freaking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, we're on your Instagram Live? You do not want to be on the Instagram Live with me, man. I'm not a guy that's made for camera. I am the face for radio if there ever was an example.
I think you're beautiful.
Well, I
June
appreciate
22nd, and we are so fucking bummed about not being able to play today because, maybe you would have gotten a little tease.
I think we would have. That's your way of saying you were going to play the new song in the set.
I just said maybe. I don't know.
So, but it's been a while since we've had a chance to, kind of hang out and stuff and see you guys roll through town. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Has there been anything new going on in the life, in the world? Catch us up.
Yeah, tons. I mean, my brother and I moved to Nashville. We built a studio in it, and then we got to work on the record, and that took a long time. Yeah, I mean, it was honestly just nice to be off the road for a little bit. We toured for 6 years straight or something like that, and it was just nice to take a little break. And we got really good at Apex. Yeah. That's the new development. Yeah, Apex Legends.
A lot of Netflix.
Awesome.
9:30 a.m. Are we sore? How's our mental health? Is it good? Maybe your mental health's off the rails. Maybe that's a vitamin deficiency that you need to get help with. And hey, there's no shame in that at all. You know, things go wrong. We age. Our bodies are our vessels, and as we get older, things just start to underdevelop and develop at the same time. And it might not be going in the way that you want. And Victory Men's Health are there for you for whatever is happening. Something hormonally, something in the bedroom. Maybe your sex drive's been way down. It's just tanked, or something else is up. They can help you with that. Vitamin deficiencies as well. I love the fact that you can go to Victory Men's Health, get that blood test done, and then within a matter of weeks, they're going to tell you exactly what vitamins you're deficient in, and they're going to customize something that is shipped straight to your house where you can have it daily. And it's a little, essential mix of the vitamins that your body needs to make you feel your best so you can continue to just work your ass off and live your best life. VictoryMen'sHealth.com, 4 locations, Sunset Hills, which is the new one, Town and Country, O'Fallon, Illinois, O'Fallon, Missouri, VictoryMen'sHealth.com.
Aha! Welcome back to the farm. So today's a special day because I got Mark from Colonel Landscaping here. Hey, Mark.
How's it going?
So Mark brought us a gift, the gift of a tree. So Mark, what does this symbolize? What is this tree? What do we call this?
So this would be kind of like a statement tree. Or a memorial tree sometimes. Moving on to a new piece of land, you put this thing in there, it grows along with you as you grow with the land.
Well, memorial would be like if I died and then you plant the tree. So we'll call this a statement tree.
Statement tree.
So this is a statement tree courtesy of Mark and Colonel Landscaping for Riz Farms here, which will be put up in front of the house and it'll be on the farm for forever.
Yep.
All right, so Mark, what kind of tree is this?
This is an autumn blaze maple. So it's gonna get beautiful fall colors. It's a relatively fast grower, so it's gonna get nice and big, give the house some shade.
Oh, awesome. So we need to put this into the ground, which
sir.
I've never planted a tree before, so...
Oh, you're going to get...
Patricia's, it's where fun and fantasy meet, with the temperatures being the way they are. It's going to be 95 degrees tomorrow, 99 degrees on Sunday. People are wearing a little less. And how about a little body paint under that top or a sexy tattoo on your chest? They got all that kind of fun body paint, sexy tattoo stuff at Patricia's. Body art accessories, they got that at Patricia's. Niffies, flash tattoos, oh, they got those. Discreet, seductive body art accessories that are temporary so you can enjoy that stuff without regret. Spice up your love life, have some fun, go to Patricia's. Sexy lingerie, sexy costumes, adult toys for women and men, male enhancers, lotions, lubes, they got all that stuff. All 3 locations are amazing. St. Peter's, the Cave Springs exit, on Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet, and where naughty is nice.
There's a big tour, big show coming to St. Louis, April the 1st over at the Chaffetz Arena. And I am very stoked for the very first time to be chatting with Co Wetzel. Co, you'll be at Chaffetz. It is the Road to El Paso Tour Part 1. And we're playing the song Creeps. And it's really nice to meet you, Co.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having us on. Thank you for jamming the music, dude.
In the Stanley Cup 5 years ago today, and we mentioned it yesterday. So they're rerunning Game 7 uninterrupted, no commercials on ESPN radio.
Nice.
What, starting at 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
Very cool.
So you'll hear that Chris Kerber call.
Hope they win again.
I think so. Fingers crossed.
Swing away, boys.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, so 5 years ago today. We all remember where we were? I was at home.
Mm-hmm. I was incarcerated.
Yep. Yeah, you were doing time.
Yeah.
Remember, Scott always says, do the time. Don't let the time do you.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I remember so many of my diehard blues fans friends, like my friend Rob was just bawling. He was crying his eyes out. And I loved it. I loved that all the fans got so happy and like obviously the overwhelming joy that they'd been waiting for. And
the bummer was it was in Boston.
Right.
Like they needed to celebrate on their home ice, which fine. But it would have been cool if it was over at Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what a time, huh? 5 years ago, the Blues win the Stanley Cup.
So great.
All right, let's do sports. All right, Moon, what do we got?
Well, it was a pitching duel. Talked about it earlier. Had a lot of eyes on it to watch Cards' Miles Michaelis take on the new sensational Paul Skeens. Through 8 innings, the two National League Central rivals remained in a scoreless contest, trading strikeouts between starters, hits between all-stars, and one dazzling defensive play by one of the all-time greats. Michaelis had a perfect game going until he walked a batter. The game was flying. Felt like we got a... If we got a run, the thing would be over by 8:30.
Yeah, you guys were at the game last night.
Yeah, we kept thinking, man, we're going to be in bed by a decent time. It's going to be great. And then they brought the good old Hells Bells Ryan Helsley 4 straight balls to his first batter, and he walked their number 9 hitter. Not a great start. Another walk, and that would cost him through 8.5 innings. There wasn't a run scored by a hit in the game. Gorman then hit his 15th homer in the bottom of the 9th. Then the Pirates catcher tried to coach the ump into saying that the Cards batter foul tipped the last pitch on the last out, and he was out.
That was funny.
They called him out, and the Pirates were celebrating on the field. And then the ump saw the replay and said, "No, sorry, it was catcher interference." Gave him the base. So second, the tying run was on second base. Strikeouts. Another strikeout.
Is
Cards
there
lose 2-1.
any move they could have made though? Should they have pulled what's his face, the outfielder? That came up and put someone else in at bat because he hasn't been hot.
The center
at all.
fielder, yeah, he's not good. The bottom of the batting order, they should not have let Carpenter hit. I think he struck out 3 times, maybe 4 times. It was not great. Cards lose 2-1. They go again tonight against the Pirates, 6:45 at Busch. A Brooklyn man, authorities say, assisted former Toronto Raptors guard Jonte Porter in an illegal sports betting scheme, has been arrested and detained pending trial. Long Fee Pham, 38 years old. He's known as Bruce. He was apprehended at the airport, John F. Kennedy Airport, on Monday, holding a one-way ticket to Australia, according to a criminal complaint filed in Brooklyn Federal Court. Pham is accused of working with Porter and 3 other suspects who remain at large to defraud sports betting sites by placing bets on Porter's performance. Federal authorities say that this guy racked up large gambling debts to co-conspirators and was encouraged to underperform in certain games so that their prop bets on his performance would cash in.
Yeah, remember we talked about that Jonte Porter story. What an idiot. So all this action's being placed on a guy who normally action wouldn't be placed on.
Yeah, he's not the focal point.
No, he's not a LeBron James. He's not a superstar. So the gambling house is like, I know it was a DraftKings or something. Like, there's a lot of action on this guy.
On this one guy.
On this one guy for weird reasons.
From people that were like $10K in debt, and then they were $1 million in profits. Right. So 2 weeks later.
Red flags, idiots.
Yeah. I just love the fact that Porter was convicted of wire fraud. If convicted of wire fraud, Pham, the guy that was helping Porter, faces up to 20 years in prison. But he was caught with cash in pocket and a one-way ticket to Australia at the airport. They got him right there, just like a movie. Porter was hit with a lifetime ban for his involvement in the alleged scheme, and the NBA commissioner said it's a cardinal sin what he's accused of in the NBA. It's not going to be tolerated. Carlos Alcaraz is making history. The 21-year-old Spanish tennis player defeated Germany's Alexander Zverev on Sunday, June 9th at the French Open. I don't know about you guys, and I don't know if it was just because there was no English TV on, but when I was over in Europe, I started watching this particular tournament. Holy cow, tennis is freaking
They're
awesome.
amazing.
Dude, watching tennis players, especially on the clay, it was brutal. I was so into it. I couldn't sleep. It's like midnight. My wife's like, "What are you doing watching tennis in French or whatever the language I was
I'll
watching?"
watch if
it
it's
in.
one of those big tournaments. I'm interested.
It was amazing. This guy became the youngest man in history to win a Grand Slam title on all 3 surfaces. His incredible career is already going to be the subject of a docuseries heading to a big streaming series in 2025. This guy is killing it. I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
There is some breaking sports news. Jerry West has passed away.
At a weight? How old?
One of the most 86.
86.
He is the logo. He is the NBA logo.
Wow.
Jerry West, Mr. Clutch, one of the most important people in the history of basketball.
I
Jerry
just
West.
think they should have stopped whenever the logo from updating, because right now it's with the walker. I think they should have stopped it when he's still playing.
Or
Looked
they
a little
updated.
better.
Now it's a coffin.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Here it is right here. Yeah, it's now horizontal.
Savage. He is. Jerry West is the logo, and he's passed away.
This is the photo, I believe, right?
Yeah.
This is the one?
Pretty cool.
One of us was talking about Jerry West last week.
I think that was Scott.
Yeah, look at your
Bill
papers.
Walton was, yeah. All right, we'll take one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.
Well, big things happening in the 21 Pilots camp. And you know what? If you are going to talk about 21 Pilots, there are legitimately no better two people in which that you could call to talk about said band than our guys. Gentlemen, it's wonderful to see you again. Hello, and it's been a while. Hello from St. Louis.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it has
We're
been a while.
excited.
Yeah, it's really
A
great.
deck envy. What is deck envy? Deck envy is your jealousy, and it's ugly. Your jealousy of your neighbor's deck, your friend's deck. You see them out there having a good time on the deck, barbecuing, chilling, grilling. So what you do, you should call Chesterfield Fence and Deck, the best in the business. Been doing it for 56 years. One of St. Louis's top names in home improvement. If you're looking for a deck, or you're looking for a gorgeous new fence, or a sunroom, a screen room, patio, retaining wall, they even do windows. Chesterfield Fence and Deck is a company you could trust with your biggest investment, your home, the safety of your family. Free in-home estimates at no obligation, free project design. All the products are guaranteed by a 5-year labor warranty. A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, and if you mention the ratio this month, you'll get 48 months interest-free financing on your next outdoor project. It's Chesterfield Fence and Deck, locally owned and operated for 56 years. Online at chesterfieldfence.com. After all, who doesn't want a bigger deck?
So if you change my mind 1,000 times, you better hear them say, yeah, 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 I like it that way. Any man of mine better change their mind. He better squeeze and a please and a...
Look at this, your dream home. You're renting right now. How about buying a home and building some equity? Look at you, an adult buying a house, maybe your first house. So listen, there are so many pitfalls out there. You could go with the big out-of-town bank where they treat you just like a number, or you could go with Kevin Putney, the local guy who treats you like a human being. 314-862-0123. He's going to make the whole loan process simple and painless. It's easy. You call, you qualify, you close. 1, 2, 3. Call, qualify, close. That's it. Kevin Putney's going to find the mortgage that fits your needs. A loan is like a fingerprint. One fingerprint, one loan, specific to everyone. Make that call. The process.
Nation, windownation.com. Call them 866-90-NATION. You are not going to want to miss all the deals that they have right now for you. During Window Nation's semi-annual sale, now through June 30th, you can get quality, affordable windows for an incredible, incredible deal. They've extended their sale 50% off all windows, along with 0% interest for 5 years. Plus, if you schedule an estimate now, you'll get an additional 10%, a bonus 10% off of that. Are your old windows ready to handle the summer heat? If not, get on it. Try to beat that heat. I'm telling you, you will save so much on those utility bills. If you've been paying high utility bills already for that air conditioning this summer and the heat during the winter, your windows just aren't efficient, and that is a major, major thing. Window Nation's semi-annual sale is here for you. You can replace your windows and save a big deal. Hurry, this month only get 50% off all windows plus 0% interest for 5 years and a bonus savings offer when you schedule your appointment today. So hurry, that sale ends June 30th. Schedule a fast, no obligation in-home estimate with the pros at Window Nation. Call them 866-90-NATION. Tell them Moon sent you, or you can visit the website windownation.com.
What an absolute honor. This is first Ho-Ho show of 2017. Headliner tonight, Rise Against Tim McElrath from Rise Against. Absolute pleasure to meet you, man.
Good to be here, yeah.
So, okay, a couple of things that I wanted to ask you about, but I think I'm going to kind of start on the serious side of things, if that's all right with you.
Let's do
it. It is an unbelievable time in our country politically. Some people would maybe not say that it's a sad time politically, but I think that it's one of the lowest points that I can ever remember.
Yeah.
As somebody that is keeping track of what's going on in the world, like I know you guys do, sometimes myself I get so frustrated with just the daily just punch in the face of it all that I kind of want to back away from it. How do you consume the news that's out there? And do you ever get that feeling like when you're reading like Twitter or Facebook or something like, God, I feel like I got punched in the face just trying to get through the news of the day?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's so overwhelming, and you're like, we live in such a tumultuous time right now, especially in American history. And for a band like us who've been plugging away this for like 18 years and singing about the ills of society and singing about things where places where we find injustice, we want to like, you know, put water where the fire is. You know, it's kind of what we do. And so to have all these ideas that we thought made such progress on, we made such progress on, I feel like racism and sexism and homophobia and xenophobia, and I feel like all that stuff kind of has come to rear its ugly head back again. And in this administration has such a permissive culture around all those ideas, which is sad. It lets you know and reminds you that the monsters of racism and sexism don't ever really go away. You know, we put them behind bars, but they find their way out. You know, if we don't constantly maintain that.
Cleaned out the garage and you got all the scrap metal. What are you going to do? You're going to throw it out? It's going to end up in the landfill. Why not get something for it and do something good? Recycle it. Take your scrap metal to Scrap Mart Metals. You got 3 locations, very convenient. Valley Park at 141 and 44, Peevely and Jonesburg. So they'll take cast iron, they'll take steel, they'll take electric motors, batteries, aluminum and cans, stainless steel, brass, copper wire. Hell, if you got a whole bunch of old soda cans, bring them there too. It's amazing how much money you can get for your scrap. They offer top dollar payouts for all your scrap metals. They've been doing it since 2011. Superior service for all the customers. And they've assisted people in getting the most money for their metals. Collect all the recyclables from your home or your business. All that stuff you normally throw away, load up into your vehicle, make a quick drive to one of the facilities, go on the scale, get your receipt, go inside, get some money. Scrap Mart Metals. You'd be amazed at how much junk in your house is worth money. Recycle smart at Scrap Mart. ScrapMartMetals.com, ScrapMartMetals.com.
I'm so excited to be back here at Point Fest 2021, and for the very first time in person after multiple FaceTimes, Josh from Bad Flower, dude, you're really
Hello.
here.
You're a real person.
You are a real
I
person.
thought maybe you were like a computer-generated deepfake.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I do feel like an avatar most days of the week, so I think that's the case.
And you look like an avatar in person. Like you look like an avatar version of somebody's real self, but that's your actual self.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going for. First and most important conversation or question of the conversation: how are you? Just vibe check. How are you feeling today? How are the emotions? It's Point Fest.
Good. I've been so stressed out. We're preparing for our headlining tour. Our album comes out in 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like so much that has to happen around that. And I stupidly take on so many things on my own, and I don't ask for help. I'm like, no, I want to do this. I want to do the lighting for the tour. I want to design the stage. I want to do all this stuff.
I want you to listen up. There's a really cool event coming to town, something you should probably go to if you want to grow and expand your business. NetSuite's Business Grows Here event is in St. Louis, Thursday, June 27th. Again, business owners, this is an event you don't want to miss. Now, why did they choose St. Louis? Because NetSuite knows St. Louis is a hub for entrepreneurs. You have forward-thinking founders. You have a great talent pool here in the city. You got pro-business leadership. So apply to attend the business event of the year. It's going to be at Union Station Hotel, Thursday, June 27th. You'll learn how Missouri is paving the way for new business growth and capital. You'll see how technology like AI is used. That's shaping the way we grow and run our businesses. You'll be inspired by business leaders like the guy who invented a Ring video doorbell. Jamie Siminoff is going to make a speech there. He headquartered his next company right here in St. Louis. NetSuite by Oracle's Business Grows Here is free to attend if you qualify, so apply right now to find out because seats on this thing are going quick. Block out the calendar, Thursday, June 27th. Apply at netsuite.com/Missouri, netsuite.com/Missouri.
Your chair at least stops. Mine just steadily like moves. So I could not be facing you by the time this interview is over. All right, so here we are, Enterprise Center, gigantic sold-out show with 21 pilots tonight. Josh, it's really great to see you again, man.
Yeah, great to see you too.
So first things first, so we did this promotion a little bit earlier where a bunch of our winners asked you guys questions.
Yeah.
And first of all, the questions from the listeners were amazing.
Fantastic.
I mean, they were really great, really well thought out. But also what I really appreciated, man, is that you and Tyler, like, took the time to really answer the questions. Like, it wasn't just like a little, like, goofball, smart-ass answer and then move on. You guys really took the time, and you can tell that everybody appreciated. I think it just shows the kind of guys that you guys really are. You know what I mean? That you genuinely appreciate these fans, and it's not just a lip service situation.
Yeah, I think, well, that was really cool, that format, by the way. I think we've done a few like that, but it's a little bit less common to kind of have people in a room, people who have invested and actually have really cool questions to ask. And I think over the years of doing interviews, and we've talked to you a bunch, and I think it becomes easier for us to kind of like be able to pick out the legitimacy of where somebody's coming from with asking a question, and then you kind of can begin to choose where you put in, how deep do I want to go with this answer? Or how surface level do I want to go? And I feel like, I mean, even you've been always invested and super cool, and have questions that make sense and that I think a lot of people probably want to know. And also being fans of music, when, we'll look up interviews of other artists and sometimes interviews of ourselves and think like, hey, was that good? Was that adequate? How did we come off? And you really kind of learn a lot through that. So it was cool. I think, that dynamic earlier was really special.
Well, and one of the things that we learned a little bit earlier was that this interview situation is, and I'm going to say this nicely.
Apply.ficstl.org. If you're on the way to a job and you know it's just a job, you want a career, apply now. Apply.ficstl.org. Apply to become an install floor layer with the Carpenters Union. We are talking about the Carpenters Union, and you get paid while you learn. Some careers require extensive degrees that pile on debt while delaying years of valuable earning potential. I know that's probably one of the big reasons a lot of people aren't making the move. They just don't have the time or the resources to put aside all that time and that money-making opportunities. No, this is an incredible, incredible situation where the earn while you learn education model allows for hardworking individuals to make money while you're learning the skills necessary to embark on that successful career that you've always wanted. That means you'll receive real-world experience on job sites and get paid in the process. Union membership, union benefits. We're talking about a great career. This is an opportunity for you or somebody you know to lay the path for a new career. Apply.ficstl.org. Again, you can apply and get all your questions answered right there at apply.ficstl.org.
All right, guys, welcome back to the farm. So it's a Sunday, and we got a whole crew here doing stuff. We're going to work in the field today. So this will be the final episode of the farm series for now, but I'm sure we'll return back to the farm at some point. So I'm going to show you what's going on here, the progress of the plants, how those elderberries are looking, and we'll look inside the house, and I'll tell you about some future projects we got coming up here. And there's our tractor, courtesy of Herb Equipment, the Captain Riz tractor. We're moving some poles. Poles. All right, so behind me is another barn. This is a future project that we're going to do. So we're going to turn this barn into a greenhouse. So come on, let me show you what's going on inside. So this is where the old owner, I guess, stored some of his tractors, some of his big carts for the field. So eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to take the sides off and kind of renovate this structure and make it a greenhouse so we could start cultivating our own elderberry brands and maybe start selling what they call the cuttings. Right now, this is home to many a groundhog. All right, we're out here in the big field, and I am going to show you the progress of some of these elderberry plants. So you saw at the beginning, pretty much nothing.
And it's a couple months later, and I'll show you what these elderberry plants look like. Look at that. Mulch's
world of digital marketing, making meaningful connections with your audience, it's a challenge for any business. But what if there was a place where, I don't know, you can learn about all this stuff. There's somebody to do it for you. Connections aren't just made, but nurtured for growth. That's 2060 Digital, our sister company. So if you're looking for ways to reach and engage your customer, this is where 2060 Digital comes in. If you're looking to do a digital campaign, or you're just looking to enhance your brand's online presence, or just increase your customer engagement, let 2060 Digital do it for you. If you think your business has room to grow, let them prove it to you. Visit 1057thepoint.com and click on the 2060 Digital logo and request your free digital audit today. Again, it's free. It's something to do. You fill out a couple things, boom. 1057thepoint.com, click on the 2060 Digital logo and request that complimentary, that free digital audit today.
Bum, bum, bum. Hi from the outside. I mustered called 1,000 times to say I'm sorry for all things that you've done. I tried to call you, but you were not home. No, you weren't home.
The great battles of our time. Man versus nature, intellect versus instinct. Burrito versus butthole. Here in this fortress of solitude, we reflect and ponder tough questions about life and ourselves. And the toughest question of all may be, what do I wish I could accomplish before I die? Mine eyes have seen the glory. The proverbial bucket list. Why is it called that? Do you have one? Should you have one? If so, what should be on it? Let's dive into those questions today on the Number 2 Show. You know, they've always said to think outside the box, but here, inside this box, we've had some of the most profound reflections. They say inspiration strikes in the most unexpected places. Sir Isaac Newton, an apple tree. Archimedes, a bathtub. Me, well, let's just say there's a...
If your home needs repairs, maybe you need an update or a remodel and you don't want to pile on the debt, you got to check out Together Credit Union's interest-only home equity line of credit. 14 area locations in our area make it easier for you to go in there, become a member of Together Credit Union. You have access to so many, I wouldn't even call them perks. I mean, just so many options in life to get your finances together. And with Together Credit Union's interest-only home equity line of credit, you can borrow up to 90% of your current equity in your home and pay interest-only monthly payments for the first 10 years. And there's no annual fees. There's no prepayment penalties. I know those are the big questions, but none of that kind of stuff. Together Credit Union's interest-only home equity line of credit gives you flexible borrowing, which means you can borrow as much or as little as you need to make your house a home, to improve it, to get it where you want it to be. You can pay your balance at any time during the draw period and then borrow again. So again, it puts you in control of your finances, and that's what they're there at Together Credit Union to do, to empower you to be in better control of your finances. Together Credit Union's interest-only home equity line of credit. You can ask them about it. Stop by any of the branches. There's 14 of them. Together Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA. Or you can even go online and start the process there. TogetherCU.org.
Time to save some green. Go visit my good friends over at Mount Top Motor Company out there in Troy. They have an incredible lineup of cars, trucks, SUVs. In fact, you can see the whole inventory right now at mounttopmotors.com. And to top it off, no payments for 90 days. They have some of the best financing around, all kinds of ways to save some money. And what's amazing about them is they're just down to earth. It's a no pressure environment. So you're gonna find the right car. You're gonna enjoy the process because they're amazing. So aim higher, go to Mount Top Motor Company. It's mounttopmotors.com.
Hey, it's Jeff backstage at Wayback Point Fest in freaking living color. Look at those guys. They're right there. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this. Much appreciated. Let's get this out of the way. I have an amazing story about, and I just told this on the show. I do the morning show. I'm part of the morning show on The Point. A million years ago when you guys were on a tour opening with Rolling Stones.
Yes.
Or for Rolling Stones, whatever. Are they closed for you guys is the way I look at it. You guys did the stop at Busch Stadium in St. Louis.
Yes.
1990, whatever it was, or 80, whatever
89.
it was.
It was
89. Okay, cool.
89.
All right, so I'm 52. I'm right there. Okay. Right. So my dad was a huge fan of the Rolling Stones. Right. Not in great health at the time. Wasn't walking very well. So I drove him because I'm a fan of you guys, and I was a fan of Rolling Stones because I had to be. And we roll up in his truck, and I let him out at the curb so he can walk in and find his seats. Right. And while I park his truck, he gets out. You guys are already on. And he goes, "What the hell is that god-awful noise like that?" And I was like, "Dad, that's the opening band. It's Living Color. That's the band I was telling you about." He walks in, and I park the truck, and by the time he is this, like this. Rocking out. The dude would be 70-something right now if he was still with us, and he found dudes that he graduated high school with, and the last time he saw those people, they were listening to the Rolling Stones, smoking pot, and that's what they were doing. Wow. So because of you guys, I had this amazing, amazing moment with my dad. So thank you very much. So that leads me into, and I think maybe that's part of the answer, but why you guys are still doing this. After all of these years, all the success, all of the touring, all of that, what keeps you guys driving to do this?
We're trying to get it right at some point, basically.
Are you kidding me?
It's funny. It's a great question. I mean, part of it is, the conversation we started back in the 80s, late 80s. A lot of things that we were talking about through the 90s, a lot of those things haven't gone passe. Like a lot of the songs we, we're living with the cult of personality right now.
Right.
And we're still living with things like Funny Vibe, and we're still living with things like Open Letter to a Landlord. And a lot of things that like a song like Time's Up is even more relevant. It was really odd. We were kind of doing our little homage to the Bad Brains.
Right.
And Corey come up with these lyrics, and the lyrics are all about the environment. And it seemed really an odd choice at the time, but it's incredibly in sync with what's happening now. So a lot of what has kept us together is the fact that the things we've talked about are still relevant.
And it's great that you say that, because a couple of years ago, 311 was here, and in these very chairs, and I was talking with them about, and I followed them since record number one. And they said one of the things that drives them is the fact that music that they put out 20 years ago is even more relevant now than it was back then. For them, it's the legalization of marijuana and the therapeutics of marijuana, which is, my God, that's like story number one almost now. So that's got to be part of that. Now, and the other thing is, one of the guys that's on the show with me
Friends over at Schnucks. Now, I'm always talking about how great their rewards program is, and now it's even better, because they just released new perks to make it more personalized. They now have personal double point stays, which makes earning rewards easier and faster. All you have to do is keep an eye on the rewards app for your personal double point stay coupon. Once you clip it, you can use it to get double the points on your entire purchase. So instead of your usual 2% back, you're getting 4% back in Schnucks rewards to use on a future purchase. You get to choose when to use the coupon, too. So you can apply it the next time you do a stock-up shop. When you really get, you get a lot of stuff, you really get the bang for that buck. It's an in-app coupon, so make sure you have downloaded the Schnucks Rewards app and check your digital coupons. And that's where you'll find this coupon when it periodically pops up. Download the Schnucks Rewards app today and look out for those personal double point stays. That's Schnucks Rewards. That is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Appreciate you all tuning in. Wednesday in the books. Guys, I had fun.
I did too.
I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun discussions, spirited debates. We played a round of password. That went not great. Perfect. Gave away nothing. Today's podcast title
Destroyed
is...
lives with that, that game today.
I think the obvious one for Scott to pick today was Too Much Moose Knuckle.
Too Much Moose Knuckle,
Obviously.
yes.
That's the one he picked.
Fingers crossed.
All right, Moon, what else?
As if there could be too much moose knuckle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, please.
I concur.
Change it.
So I am going to be doing a super fun lunch thing, and I encourage everybody to come down to one of my favorite places on earth, Le Bon Boucher, on Olive, just west of 270, on the 25th. A full-on lunch hour. Point's going to be down there. We'll have a whole bunch of swag, but really encourage you to come down, hang, have lunch at Le Bon Boucher, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the 25th. Their lunch menu is phenomenal. Their pastries and macarons and just like their desserts are second to none.
So good.
Legitimately like the closest thing to France you will get. I was even in France eating things and comparing them to Le Bon Boucher, and Le Bon Boucher was better. Not only that, but they just opened this coffee bar and a smoothie bar. So they really have everything. Bring your whole lunch crew down, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the 25th. I'll see you there.
Thank you.
You can follow me at Lern versus Radio. My band is playing this Sunday for Father's Day, 2 to 5 at Copperfire in Belleville, and we play classic rock covers. Thanks.
Rafe.
Yeah, go to Copperfire Sunday. See Lane Narrows. Or if you're in Huntsville, Alabama, I'll be there all weekend at Stand Up Live with Gregory Warren doing shows. So if you live in the Huntsville
peanut butter
area,
salesman.
Peanut Butter Man, come on out. We'll be hanging out and doing shows at Stand Up Live in Huntsville.
Thank you, Rafe. Scott.
King Scott Rules is where you can follow me. And this Saturday, come out to Busch Stadium for the Big Brothers Big Sisters battle at the ballpark. And they have tickets available in the general admission. I mean, you get food, drinks, you get to take batting practice, you get to throw some pitches down there. And the premium tickets they're amazing. You get bourbon bar tasting, so it's 21 and up. And this is a great Father's Day gift.
That is.
I mean, dream come true. You get to be in Busch Stadium on the grounds. It's going to be a lot of fun,
That's
so come
cool
on out there.
as heck that you are hosting that.
It's unbelievable.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Thank you, Scott. All right, watch the first ever episode of my new podcast with Tim McKernan, Stupiracy, 1 week from today at the Hot Shots in Fenton, out there starting at 6 o'clock. Come see the premiere, and we'll drop the first episode the following Monday. All right, that it?
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our Teamers Remember the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, hotshotsnet.com from Chesterfield, Missouri. Jonathan Brandt is our Teamers Remember the Day. And Jonathan wants to hear this song. Here we go. Have a good one. We will see you tomorrow.
The Rizzuto Show.